What's the word? It's your boy Rashad back at it again with another episode of Things of That Nature, episode 177. Gots to get to it. We creeping up on 200. Creeping up on 200. Seemed like yesterday we was at 100, man. Feels good. Getting to it, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me this whole time. Fist in the air for y'all. We got Kenya, we got Demented, we got two underneath the bed, man. Repost the space. Repost the space. Repost the space. Let's get some folks in here to have some quality conversation like we usually do. It was a history making weekend. Lots of shit on the timeline, man, that made history. Bud Crawford made history. The Clips made history. Gots to get to it, man. And my guy, Grant Hill, history making decision for his family lineage on the first date with Tamia, man. We got to get to a lot of shit that's going on. Appreciate y'all. Rel, Leo, fist in the air. Kenya, what's the word? How you feeling? Y'all know Kenya always got a delay. Kenya be acting like she be busy. Listen. I want to hear what y'all thoughts on a lot of these situations, man. I tried to stay up last night for that fight. I made it. Listen, thank God I made it. I definitely fell asleep on the fight before, Bud and them. But, very, very quality, man. I want to know where the hell DB at. DB lucky I'm a nice man. And didn't bet him no money because I definitely put the feelers out before the fight, asking niggas if they wanted to bet. He talking about some goddamn Canelo. After Canelo got his ass whooped, I sent him the eye emojis. He ain't never responded. You know how niggas do. Very, very nasty. We got to get DB in here. Kenya, what's the
He
word?
owe you money?
We didn't shake on it. We didn't
Oh,
bet.
okay.
But I asked him, I didn't ask him specifically. I just said it on the timeline, who trying to bet. This nigga talking about some Canelo. Yeah, this nigga been missing ever since. Not gonna
Yikes.
lie. DB's a
Yikes.
nasty one.
I expect that.
DB is a nasty one. Yeah, that shit was quality. Did you watch it?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I seen your tweet. You talk
Absolutely
like you was
not.
in Mexican hell. Crazy.
I'm telling you, I'm in the bed. I'm just hearing pure mariachi music. I'm like, what's going on?
Hey, Lil Mexico, I ain't gonna hold
Uh-uh.
you. Lil Mexico, my guy got to it. Scully, what's the word? How you feeling?
I'm feeling better than that Mexican boy. I tell you what.
Hey,
Look, I had it wrong too, man. I had it wrong. I called Canelo. I said it was going to be a premature stoppage because I thought Canelo was going to put him on his ass because the weight class change. That's a big deal. In boxing, I don't know how nerdy we can get in this motherfucker today, but that's a big deal in boxing when you go up two weight classes, and the referees are aware of that. So I said Canelo was going to put him on his ass by the fifth or sixth round, and the ref was going to jump in by the eighth or ninth to shut shit down before it got out of hand. And boy, was I wrong. Boy,
I,
was I wrong.
I ain't gonna lie. Bud looked, he looked big. He looked big. It didn't look like he lost weight after the weigh-in. He looked fit. His stamina, the nigga did not look tired at all. Very confident. Stood in the middle of the goddamn ring with Canelo, head to head, boxing, fighting. It wasn't even boxing. Them niggas was fighting in the middle of the ring. And that was something that I did not expect. I thought that he would be more running pop shots, then get the fuck up out of there. No, that nigga stood in that motherfucker and was fighting.
He
That
took
was something that I didn't expect.
he took his biggest shot and it didn't hurt. So I ain't running no more after that. I'm a duck. I'm a evade some shit so that I don't get snuck with one and get knocked out. But he took his biggest shot and was like, "Oh, I'm good money now." And he took that big shot in like the fourth,
But
in
see,
like the fourth round. They
I
they
think
they
it was
tested the waters the first two. The first two was a throwaway, but after that, it's a good fight.
I think they were, and here go DB ass. Yeah, he quiet. Listen, I think
He
that
ain't come up yelling this time.
they couldn't hurt each other. I do think that
I never come up in here.
I think that they kind of felt each other's power and realized, you really gonna have to catch me with my hands by my damn ankles for you to knock me out. So they were really walking each other down, which I thought was commendable. I don't think either one of them really was hurt that bad. That headbutt, I thought that headbutt was going to play a part. I thought Canelo was going to zone in on that cut above Bud's eye, but that didn't even stop it. I was definitely impressed. I ain't gonna hold it. DB, how much money you lost, fam? Let us know something.
I did not bet one nickel. No one wanted to place a wager one, and I would have had better odds betting individuals than on the sports books. So I was like, nobody wanted to make
But
a bet.
isn't betting on boxing kind of like, I mean, I'm not, don't shoot me or nothing, but like, isn't that kind
Why
of
would I?
easy?
I love my freedom.
Isn't that kind of easy?
Uh,
What's the question, darling? I'm sorry.
Isn't it easy to bet on? It's like, it's fucking 50-50 and it's not a bunch of people. It's
No,
just
no, no,
one
no, no, no,
person you're
no.
betting
So,
on.
so okay. So if me and Rashad had a fight, the odd it's the odds thing. So 50-50 is a chance. So that it'll be like, but this particular fight was like 2-1. So you would have to place $200 to win $100 back on Canelo because he was
Oh,
the
this that
favorite.
gibberish shit, child. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you talking
you
about.
got to read the spread.
All
You
right,
No, okay.
lying.
I'm
never
sorry, I'm
mind.
confused.
You just say a girl.
What do
Stay
you
in your
mean I
lane.
would bet 200
No,
and
no, no,
get
no,
back
no.
$100 if
That's
somebody
all
hit?
you would get because that was the odds that was set for the fight. But never mind. Just leave it to your man. Let your man bet,
Okay, okay,
and you
okay.
just be a girl, bring him
Yeah,
drinks.
okay. Oh,
She
what?
ass was asleep. She was no help.
Oh, you weren't even
Nasty.
bringing the nigga drinks,
She was
Actually, he
asleep. No
already
help.
had
emptying out
his
the
drink.
ashtray.
Do you know how long? Yes, I got the ashtray out. It was right there for him. Do you know how long? Like, it's just random fights happening before that. What am I sitting there
Yeah,
for?
Did you bring the wings or
yeah,
something?
right.
The
You supposed
cheese
to be
curls?
cooking. Be a lady.
You got to do. Where's the meatballs at? You got to do something.
The vegetable tray.
The fight was Aaron. I think y'all, you see, y'all getting too carried away. Back when it was pay per view, that made sense. That shit came on Netflix. I'm not doing all that.
Oh,
Nah, come on. See,
women, get the right one, fellas.
fellas, get the
I'm
right
getting
one.
this.
Get the right one,
How
fellas.
you treating your man on NFL Sunday? Because those come on regular ass TV too.
She
Now
probably want to
NFL
yap.
Sunday is different because I cook on Sunday, so I'm always going to be cooking on a Sunday anyway.
Just on Sundays or like other days out the week?
Other days out the week, what I'll do typically, I'll do like a Sunday, maybe a Tuesday. I might hit you with a little something Thursday or Friday, but I'm not gonna do nothing on Saturday.
We
That's just
got
not
we
bad.
got Alfredo salmon tonight. We got Alfredo salmon tonight.
No, actually, we're doing spaghetti and
Oh, brother,
red
hell no.
meatballs
Get you the
Shut
right
up.
one, fellas.
Expand your palate.
We ain't
What the
out here
fuck?
on some bullshit. But
What?
listen, I did want to ask y'all, because Max Kellerman, I think Max Kellerman was fishing for like a viral clip during that in the ring interview. I hated that shit. He was thinking too much. Nigga, just talk. But he did say that Bud is the GOAT of his generation.
He
Uh,
is.
I didn't really know what that meant.
As far as a winning competitive three division boxing champion, that's like Tank didn't even do that. So,
So
and then
post Floyd.
Tank took a loss with the no decision in his last fight. So that hurted, Javante's claim to that throne. If that makes sense.
So he's a post Floyd goat.
Right,
I
he's a
don't,
post Fuego.
I don't think
Bingo.
losses in boxing mean as much as new niggas be trying to make it seem. I don't.
But
I don't.
Floyd Mayweather, but you
Everybody
gotta,
lost,
yeah,
but Floyd.
but Floyd he basically reset the clock. He reset the how you view boxing and the greatest ever debate or whatever because he
But
was
I think he
undefeated.
reset it. He reset it in a bad way. Cause Tyson lost, Ali lost.
Right, right,
Shane
right.
Mosley lost.
Sonny
Sugar Ray
Liston
Robinson
lost.
lost.
Right, right, right.
Floyd turned the undefeated shit into NBA ring chasing. If that's what you, that's a
Bingo.
fair
Bingo.
comparable. It's NBA ring chasing now. Everybody want to quit boxing before they get their first loss. Everybody want to fight the right person at the right time versus fighting who's the best nigga out there.
And
I
it's
watch
that way because of the money, the purse.
because you get more money when you're a bigger draw because you're undefeated. But you would get even more money if you went out there and you fought the best nigga. Lennox Lewis went out there and fought them Klitschko niggas and won. He fought Hakeem Rahman when he was doing the world tour, got duffed out, and then he got the rematch and he came back and he got his belt back. Like niggas, I don't know. Maybe it's
That
a
was some
pride
good
thing.
boxing days to me. Because
Yeah,
what I saw last night was a cool fight, cool fight. But I just still prefer UFC over regular boxing. It's more entertaining. It's more action. And I like seeing niggas get kicked in the head or elbowed in the head or choked out. I like more violence.
I ain't
And
gonna
I
lie.
got none of that.
I like boxing because it is more technical.
I
And
disagree. UFC is way more technical. When you got
uh
it's so many levels of martial arts that's involved. That what makes
UFC,
it
where
technical.
they that's where they be bleeding out all on the thing and stuff.
Kenya, just take a seat and listen, baby, for
Okay, all
one
right.
second.
See, I'm
no, I think boxing is more, in my opinion, I think it's more technical because they are honed in on one specific skill set. And there's a lot of intricacies in boxing that people might not pick up. The one reason I think that Canelo lost is because he couldn't zone in on Bud's rhythm. And I think Canelo said it in the press conference. He said, I couldn't figure it out because Bud would run for a little bit, then he'll stand in there and fight with you for a little bit, then he'd go to the body, then he'd go to the head. And I really think the Southpaw Orthodox really fucked Canelo up. Canelo kept tripping over Bud's legs. Bud would get his leg on the outside of Canelo, and Canelo really, literally was tripping and falling backwards. Like he couldn't get a rhythm. I think that in that aspect of boxing, those types of things are where I say it's more technical because you don't really pick up on it, but them niggas in the ring, like you could see that Canelo was uncomfortable. Like he was just like frustrated, like, God damn it, man, I can't hit this nigga. Kind of like with Floyd, in which he did say that Bud Crawford was a better fighter than Floyd, which I don't know. Maybe a little sour grapes there.
I was
But
gonna say. So, like, is the takeaway that he's the best boxer now?
of his generation, after Floyd Mayweather, they're saying that Bud Crawford is the GOAT.
Now that's the conversation for future dates in the barbershop, in the locker room, at the gym, wherever. Is Mayweather better than Crawford? Niggas gonna argue that to the they dying
For
days. That's
forever. Mhm.
and niggas are gonna forget the pretty boy days when they have that conversation. So I gotta stop talking to those niggas because if you wasn't around when Floyd had a sturdy hairline and he stood in the middle of
When
the
I talk
ring
to
and
men, they
talked
said
shit,
Floyd just run all day. So, is that true?
That's exactly what Scully talk about. You don't
nah,
remember the
Oh,
days.
yeah, nigga,
okay.
and Floyd isn't running today. Like we just
yeah,
praised
and
the
you gonna
technical
only have that
aspect of
conversation.
boxing.
You
It's
gonna only have that
technical to
convo
have
with
good
niggas over
defense.
It's
37,
technical
bro.
to never to never really box.
But no, but the point of boxing is to punch you and you don't punch me. That's
That's
like the whole point.
yeah,
So
good
it's like
defense, good
That's
when a nigga
defense.
don't
right.
get punched, it's not a
That's
bad
No,
that's
thing.
what
I
I
thought
give
it
Floyd.
was so that I punched you more or harder than you punched me.
No, I want to punch you and I don't want you to punch me. That's the whole point.
They score
That ain't
points.
no damn. Nobody wants to see that.
They
That's
score
why I
points
said
with the
UFC,
judges.
Kenya.
They
Give me
score points
UFC.
with the judges for not getting hit and for hitting the other person more with regular shots and power shots. So technically, you want to go in there and not get hit and be able to evade. The biggest knock on Floyd's career should be his running, but not running in the ring, his running outside the ring, not fighting the right people when they're at their best. That's a knock against him. Like you gotta live with that. And now I wouldn't have fought Manny Pacquiao if he had dirty blood either, because you're not finna fuck up my future bags. But he ran away from a lot of niggas and he cherry picked a lot of fights. He gonna fight this nigga when he's up and coming. He's gonna fight this nigga when he's over the hill just to say he fought him. And like our boxers didn't do that. Like Marvin Hagler went out there and fought Tommy Hearns and they was both at their peak. Durant fought fucking what's his name, Sugar Ray, and they was both at their peak. Like that was the shit that niggas got off on. Like, yo, I fought this nigga, he was at his best and I won. Like, you don't get no fucking props for that. Like, if you running from niggas, like that fucking Raptors ring don't mean shit because Clay was hurt, Durant was hurt, and it was just Steph
Like
out
they
there.
Well,
like they try to
the
say my
bubble
boy
ring.
Bron. But did y'all see Javante bring his little ass on the spaces last night
That was the
after
old
the
space.
fight talking about he'll knock Bud out at 147? What? Shut the
Well,
fuck up.
he need another check. So I mean, he
He
probably don't,
thirsty.
but he's trying to get another check.
How much does
Whatever it is.
Gervonta weigh?
Um I he
One
fights at
150,
147. I don't know his natural weight, but he fights at 147.
probably 155 to 160.
But
It's a little ass
they
nigga.
asked would Bud go fight Boots Ennis at 154. He said I'm not even going to 154. And so he damn sure ain't going to 147. Like this nigga Javante is crazy. Gonna have Bud looking like Ryan Garcia when he fought Javante. Hell no, nigga. I would
Hearing
not.
these weights is crazy. They the
That'll be
same weight
that'll
as
be
me. I could fight him.
That'll be Crawford biggest payday. He got 50 mil for this one. Canelo walked away with 150. Bud fight Javante, that's when he gonna get his 100-200 million dollar fight for that.
I'm not going
Especially
to
if Dana White.
147 pounds. Are you joking?
But why wait?
At,
But why wouldn't Gervonta be wait? So why is the conversation the Crawford dude and not Gervonta? Nobody ever said he was going to be the best.
uh
Trying to understand your question.
They're short lived.
why don't people say that Javante is the best?
Yeah,
After
Oh, because
because
he
Floyd.
just lost his last fight.
just because of that, just
And
That's
because of
why I
that,
said that's nasty. One
that's
loss.
crazy.
but
That's
he got
crazy.
Nasty.
he also runs away too, and he got some DV issues at home, and
Yeah, that off the
he's not
That just means
dedicated to
his
boxing.
hands is equal opportunity. I think
I mean,
He's
Floyd
an
had DV
Instagram
situations. Don't
model.
nobody knock his freaking. Man, y'all be so fake.
Yeah, niggas. I don't Javante. I don't think there's not a lot of big names that I can think of besides Cruz. He fought Pitbull. Who else? Who else did he really fight? I can't. I don't really remember.
We'll
Oh,
say
Ryan.
that
I mean
fight when you're
Ryan.
big. He right. He did fight Ryan.
He beat Ryan. That was a huge fight. I can't really name too many folks that Javante really whooped real
Okay,
good.
it's about who you fought.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can't fight bums. And
Okay.
that's the knock that they kind of had on Floyd is where Floyd didn't want to fight niggas in their prime. So he fought Pacquiao late. He fought Canelo when Canelo was damn near a kid. But he did
De
have
La
some
Hoya late.
huh?
De La Hoya was late too.
De La Hoya was late, but he fought Cotto now. Jesus. I remember that.
Uh, Cody
So
was damaged goods though. Wasn't that after the fight where old boy had the cement in his gloves?
uh
Cement
Margarita.
in his
Anthony
gloves.
Margarita, yeah. Wasn't that after that fight?
I think so.
I think Floyd's best fight was probably his Money Mayweather fight was probably versus him and Sugar Shane.
Yeah, and that's where Shane almost put him on his pockets.
Shit, and look, Shane bloodied that lip. You ain't seen Floyd get bloody like that since he had the side part and he was repping Flint, Michigan or Detroit.
Yeah, he almost put him on his pockets. Yeah, I think that it. I wouldn't put Javante in the best fighter category. I would put Bud in there after Floyd. I did think that it was interesting though because Canelo is technically after Floyd as well. So for Max Kellerman to be standing in the ring and calling Bud the GOAT in front of Canelo, if I was Canelo, I would have felt the way. Not gonna hold you. That didn't sit right with me because I would be like, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? I'm 63-3. How is this nigga the GOAT? Yeah, I didn't like that. Y'all would take just career wise, y'all would take Canelo's career over Bud's career in the fights and the people that he beat? Because I definitely wouldn't. I'm not gonna hold you. I would not take that. I would ride with Canelo. He's fought a lot of niggas. He beat up a lot of niggas. They said that he earned almost $800 million in prize fighting revenue in his career. Did not know Canelo was getting paid almost $1 billion. That's ridiculous.
He got paid. Didn't he beat up Triple G? I think that was like his first like major payday that
Oh
Triple
Yeah, I
G
yeah,
was
took.
there.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was there
60
for the
some
Triple
fights.
G.
Then this nigga, he made 150 million last night. Like, that's
800
crazy.
million, dog. I'm not gonna hold you. That is
I
sickening.
don't give a fuck if I lost. I just made 150 million. I'm out.
Let me go back to what was Clarice talking about? Was she quoted him? I was like, I don't need no find it.
Oh yeah, because Bud is undisputed in 3 weight classes. So they said the first person to ever do it, and she was like, "Nah, that's the first male because she's done it." And so she was basically saying, "Give me my props,
Mm,
niggas." Uh,
mm,
yeah, Clarissa bad motherfucker too. I ain't gonna. What's her name? Clarissa.
damn.
She a,
Is it Clarice? Is she
she a
or
bad
Clarice?
motherfucker too. I ain't gonna lie. But
Yeah, I would have never known. I
that was a
mean,
little nasty. I'm not gonna
she
hold
would have
you.
said that, before fucking that lady husband. I would have knew something about it. So look how I gotta find out.
That was a little nasty. I'm not gonna lie. That was slick a little bit of hate. Let me have my moment, please. Please, can I have my moment? Ain't nobody
That's
talking
what
about
she
you.
did before she stayed doing that. That's what she did. For what was that thing that happened? The
I know what you're
women's
talking
sports
about.
thing. Yes.
Oh yeah, the award. The award. I forgot what award it was.
But
But
shout,
she was
but
like,
shout out to them last night. They sold out. Fuck is the name? Allegiant Stadium. 70 bands, 70,000 people in that bitch. That bitch looked like it was wall to wall thick when they paying around the arena.
Yeah, I said that. Everybody was
70,000
there.
people.
Man, that shit look like they made their money. Dana White, shout out to Dana White, man, because if he taking over promotion and boxing, good, because that motherfucker be about that action.
And the Sheik, what's my guy? Sheik out something.
Yeah, what's up with these A-Raps? Them A-Raps, they spending that bread.
That nigga spending money. That nigga spending
I
money.
love seeing
This
them
don't
spend
feel a
money.
little like Mandingo fighterish to y'all. This don't get that vibe.
Oh, brother,
Don't
expand.
talk to
Why?
your
Why would you say
girls.
that?
Now I feel like Ari Lennox. Let me just shut up.
No, why would you say that?
Because you just said that the Arab, the Sikhs, the Prince of Saudi Arabia over there putting all this money to see niggas just go and beat each other. Right? It just give like, then you talking about Dana White. You just talking about all these people paying to see niggas kill each other. I don't like that.
But they pay to see niggas do boring shit too. Like they pay for golf niggas. They pay for fucking basketball. Like it's not solely just violent sports. Like they just got a lot of money to spend and they know how to get a quick return. Spending money on sports for the Saudis is like flipping a house for Americans.
And
In America, has
boxing,
it? It's been mostly black. Like is it mostly black men that have like dominated in boxing for America?
Mexicans.
yeah, Mexicans, but then we up there too. I think
Okay.
that because boxing isn't like regulated under one roof, that's why a lot of boxers be ducking each other, right? Because they don't want to risk losing because of how we talk about them when they lost 1 or 2 fights. Now you like the sorriest nigga in the world, which it never was like that. And so the Sheik is coming in and like, hey man, I'll give you $150 million. I'll give you Bud $50 million for this. And so a lot of niggas gonna be like, fuck it, I'll risk it. I'll risk a loss for $150 million. And so that's what he's doing in incentivizing niggas, the best people
Okay,
to
so
get in the
yeah,
ring.
come out. Yeah, okay, I get it. Come out
Yeah,
and play
that's
since I want to play cat and mouse.
yeah, because if you paying me, when I say a little bit of money, I mean compared to them, but if you paying a
Mhm.
nigga $10 million, $15 million, I ain't about to risk
Like
my
that could mess up future bags based on like your stats or
yeah.
whatever the undefeated title is. Right.
Yeah, but I go out there and put my nose out there if you talking about 150 M's, man. Fuck it. Might as well. And then Canelo's older too. No. Bud is older than Canelo. I think Canelo's like 35. Bud is almost Bud will be 38 in a couple days or next week. So the guys are a little bit older. They did a whole lot of shit. Like I said, Canelo then almost fought 70 fights professionally. Bud then is
Yeah, 35,
42 and 0.
38.
Like these niggas then did a whole lot of shit. So at the end of your career, a nigga gonna drop 50 plus million dollars on you. Hey man, fuck it. Might as well. You think Bud
Yeah, I
retiring,
get
DD?
it. Right, it's fine.
I mean, Javante is the only fighter that I can see that it'd be worthwhile. The money, the financial aspect, the build up, the shit talking, the marketing, all that shit to where he can make that capital of a 9-figure payday. That's the only thing. If you want to chase he a humble nigga to me, like from Omaha, Nebraska. Like he made his money, but if he really want to, be straight for generations, I mean, he already straight, but if you really want to set it, he could Dana enough could get him a motherfucking $100 to $200 million deal if he fight that. If Javante clean his shit up, win his next potential fight. If he fighting somebody, I don't know what Javante got going on. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's the
BB,
only
that's a
nigga I can
20
see that
pound
can
weight
get
loss,
that cash.
nigga. I'm not losing 20 pounds to fight this nigga, man. Stop it. You know it, I know it. I'm not losing 20 pounds to fight this nigga.
For
I don't
200
give
mil, you gonna lose 20
Yeah, for
pounds.
200 mil,
no
like,
200, you
20
damn.
gonna
pounds
lose
is
it.
because you gotta think, well, Bud did go up. He went up two weight classes. But when he's not training, he probably is around 165, 170, just walking around. Now I gotta lose
God,
20
30,
pounds to fight this
36,
nigga?
36 minutes for $200 million.
It's
You
a
gonna
lot
lose
of
that 20
weight.
pounds, my nigga.
Y'all niggas seen
Yeah, I
how
don't know what
frail
you talking about.
Ryan looked
And
in
men
that
lose
ring.
weight easy. Child, he gonna drop that.
Y'all seen how frail Ryan looked in the ring with Javante. And the smaller you are, them punches hurt hard. They hurt more.
Yeah, but they had that no hydration clause in that shit, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did.
And that's a big deal because Canelo gained 9 pounds overnight from Friday to Saturday.
No
Canelo,
hydration. What, they couldn't drink no water?
No, you
yeah,
can't. So if you weigh a certain weight so if we fighting at 167, then you have to come in the ring at 167. But if there is if there's no hydration clause. But yesterday there wasn't that, so you can weigh in the day before at 167, but then go home and drink water, eat a meal or two, and
Oh,
then
and
now
you
you
won't be
back at
reweighed. Oh, okay,
yeah, you
okay.
back at
yeah.
175 or
Canelo,
some shit like
Canelo
that.
came in that bitch at like 177 last night, man. Like that's how it's supposed to be. That's why that shit with Tank and Garcia kind of looked funny in the light, and the young boy spazzed out after. So I don't know if that's CTE. I don't know if the young boy was crazy before, but you don't get to put that on your
Yeah, he
jacket if
is
you beat
giving
up a nerd,
CTE symptoms. You right.
He ain't get hit in the head that much to have no goddamn CTE.
man.
Javante?
That nigga just do drugs. No, Ryan. Oh,
Oh,
you
right,
said
right, right.
Javante giving CTE.
Nah,
Yeah,
Ryan.
Javante to me giving CTE.
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
Javon. Yeah, well, he's from Baltimore, so I put that on school system
he
too.
got PTSD.
Yeah, he was drinking water out the tap or something. I don't know what was up with Tank.
Bushy, what's the word? How you feeling, fam?
What's happening? Go Birds! It's Sunday. But listen, was it a Mexican holiday yesterday or something?
It was Mexican National State Heritage
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
oh, oh, I bet. Cause I'm
But
like,
that
what?
was the thing for me though. Also, that put me on Canelo. All Mexican was undefeated yesterday. Even the UFC, they went 5-0. Diego won the main event, and I'm like, damn, there's no way Canelo finna lose on this Mexican Heritage Day. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just
Bro,
bet
I thought, yeah, I thought they was
Canelo.
gonna goddamn rig the fight, but you know what I'm saying? If it would have came down to all that shit representation they had last night, and if he ain't went to like a draw or some shit, then yeah, he would have lost it. But he did his thing. He was goddamn in rhythm last night on him for real.
What did you feel about the strategy? Because like I said, to me, Bud kept that nigga just at bay, kept him guessing. He didn't know if he was coming or going. And I thought that was one of the best technical fights that I've seen, and where it was still entertaining, but he still fought, and kept the nigga fucked up. I was surprised at how many times Canelo tripped. That was something that was just like weird to me. But what do you think about the strategy from
He
Bud Butcher?
used, he did what he's supposed to do because he had a 5 inch reach on him. You know what I'm saying? Like those first 2 rounds, he didn't really, how they, boxing, he gonna fill you out. But once he got to the combinations and shit and keeping them at bay, and like you said earlier, like, get the flurries in and then back up. You know what I'm saying? Canelo could never get a rhythm, and Canelo was, at the end, how you seen at the end, he was trying to take those big hooks and shit, and he couldn't get to him. So I knew Canelo was gonna try to, like, knock him out, because you could see it the whole fight, like he was trying to use his power, but he just couldn't get to his power because Bud just got down, kept that reach, and got those flurries in, and got down. and fucked up his whole rhythm. Like that's the first time I ever seen Canelo like not ever being able to like use his power last night.
Yeah, I think that he didn't go to the body enough. So in the later rounds, Bud still looked like he had fresh legs. That 11th round, was like, damn, this nigga still going. And so when you trying to throw those sweeping hooks and a nigga got fresh legs, I can see that shit from a mile away. In the later rounds, if you dog tired, you might be able to see it, but you can't move because your legs is dead.
So that's
So
what I thought was gonna happen with Bud because of the weight. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought he was gonna at least battle 10, 11, and 12. Like he might, you know what I'm saying, get a little bit tired, but this nigga was still fresh 2 weight classes up with 2.5 weight classes up. Like what the fuck? So shit, he did a good job, man. That's definitely putting Bud like they were saying last night, like at a new level. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you went undefeated, you fought everybody, you backed all this shit up, you ain't run from nobody. So shit, bro, he one of the ghosts, man. You got to put him up there. And the only reason, like the paydays, like you getting the paydays now, like the difference with Floyd and making the money is Floyd was betting on himself. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker was going to the casinos, putting his money on himself and doubling that shit up what they was paying him. And I think other motherfuckers should have took that, you know, but Floyd was confident in himself to get that money. But now, like everybody's saying, like these damn people from do bad shit paying these motherfuckers. Like if they paying y'all and you that confident, go goddamn put that money on yourself, my nigga.
Kenya said his Mandingo fight nasty. Do you
Hold
think
on.
Bud gonna retire?
Yeah, he should. Ain't nobody else for him to fight out there no more, man. Like it's done. You know what I mean? Get that shit to Shakur now. Like just go ahead and leave it alone.
So with that being said, he retired. Boxing his ass to me at this point is still a UFC world, in my personal viewpoint, because there's no heavyweight champs in the heavyweight division. If the heavyweight division in boxing, I'm just an old school guy. Look, if the heavyweight division ass, boxing ass. And what Dana did with the product of the UFC, what's going on with that, and you got Ilya Taporia and all these other different champions is just elite. The Russian niggas from Kazakhstan and Dazakhstanian niggas, they just better to watch to me.
But do you think that that's because of like marketing? Because we probably a fan like you that watch the UFC and somebody else that don't watch it, they don't know them 20 motherfuckers in that division. You know what I mean? And boxing don't promote the fighters like the UFC do. You know what I'm saying? They hype this shit up all the time. So motherfuckers just ain't paying attention. Like you might not know a boxer till he gets to 20-0. You know what I mean? People ain't watching that shit that much like they watching the UFC every weekend. You know, it ain't an every weekend thing. So if you're not following it and seeing who these people are coming up from, the Golden Glove era to now, cause that's what used to be back in the day. Like we knew who Sugar Ray was from the Olympics and shit like that. Like it's just not a storyline with them no more like that.
Yeah, I think that that's what Max Kellerman was trying to say at the end of the fight, and where like there's a new era in boxing, with the Sheik paying these niggas and Dana White getting into it. Netflix, they doing something over there. They had the Beyonce Christmas game. They had another sports event, I think. I think it was a fight, didn't they? And then now
It
they
was
had this fight.
it was Texans and the Chiefs or some shit.
Yeah,
Their
but they had
football
another
game.
fight.
They had the
And
Mike
they
Tyson
had the
Mike
Tyson
Tyson
fight,
fought
yeah.
Yeah.
Jake Paul.
Netflix got some shit going on
And
over
they
there.
got wrestling, but
But
Paramount got UFC now. So in the next 2 years, unless boxing makes some big changes, in the next 2 years, niggas ain't fucking with boxing no more because UFC is going to be readily accessible on Paramount Plus and their app for free. Right now, UFC do a pay-per-view every month for $50, $60, and niggas just go to the bar and watch it. But when it gets free and you can watch it at the crib, it's going to be more universal. It's going to be easy for casuals to just jump in and watch it. And that's going to help their sport
And that's
blow up.
crazy because only one bar had it on over here last night. Like, I'm like, how the fuck y'all ain't got net? Just fucking get Netflix for one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that shit, bro. Like, but UFC is taking over because when they come on, like, that shit, like you said, is in every goddamn bar, everybody watching it. So, I don't know, boxing got to do something. Like, they got to promote a little bit more. Like, if they gonna put this money in the fighters, just put that money into, like, the lower guys too, you know what I'm saying? So we can see who the fuck they is.
Boxing live and die with the heavyweight division, especially for casuals, because if you were casual, you want to watch the big heavyweights go in there because the probability of them getting a knockout is a big deal. Like a knockout in boxing is like a fucking game winning touchdown drive in the NFL. Like that's a big fucking deal. And you're not going to get new fans coming to watch the bantamweight Mexicans come and fight each other at 120 pounds. Like that's not going to get you fandom. It's exciting to watch two Mexicans go out there and fucking stand toe to toe and get bloody, but that ain't gonna get you long term like fans. Like nobody's stopping their Saturday to go watch that. It's really the heavyweight division. And if niggas keep making a name for themselves and they build these storylines up and then they get their win and they retire, then it's hard to keep the fans.
Well,
Why? Why?
speaking of these streaming platforms, um, there was a Grace the World concert yesterday, and where Clips became the first hip hop group to perform in front of the Vatican, and it was on Disney, which was crazy to see. Clips on Disney, but I thought that was good for hip hop. I think that was a W for hip hop. Seeing two brothers coming from where they came from, Virginia, and now literally on the world stage. We seen the hard work and the rollout and the preparation of what many people consider the album of the year. I wanted to know how y'all felt about that, man. To me, I forgot all about it. So when I seen it, they was dressed, suited, and booted. They said it was 300,000 people out there. They performed "Birds Don't Sing" with John Legend. John Legend always sing his ass off. Pharrell was out there. I thought that was a good look. Want to know what y'all thought about it? Go ahead, Scully.
Well, I will say this. I've said it a long time, but Virginia does breed the best athletes, entertainers, space personalities.
You gotta
Shout
lay
out,
out that PCP,
Yeah,
man.
there you go,
and
Skull, the
shout,
represent for us, nigga. You
and
know what
shout out,
time
hey,
it
hey,
is.
you know what, hey, you love Plaxico Burress, right? From
These
Virginia, from around
personalities
the
is
way.
crazy.
Yeah, space personality, just in case y'all wasn't aware. But
Oh,
I think it's a
oh, okay.
I think it's a great look for music. I think it's a great look for hip hop. I think it furthers the conversation of them having, the best album of the year. And even if it's not the best album of the year, I think what they've done with the rollout, bringing the old school rollouts back and staying authentic to themselves. You don't see the clips outside the subway trying to sell physical copies of their album.
Nasty, Scully. You're a
I'm
nasty
so,
one.
I'm saying they did true to self marketing. They did genuine marketing. They did exactly what they normally do, and the music is so good. People want to put them on stages that hip hop acts have never been. In front of the Vatican. I don't even go to church, but I watched the joint and it was cool. You even bought the WB Frog nigga out. Like that's hype.
Yeah, I thought that
It
was.
was it
Go
was
ahead, go ahead, Ken.
it was a crazy crossover. I'll say that much. Um, I was like, huh, what's going on? Why is this happening? They're over there. They're over there rapping on top of the world secrets. And I'm not gonna say that it's not a good look for hip hop. I think it's a good look for them. Them specifically. I think I've heard clips. So go them on that front. But I don't want to get the Vatican too much and act like, they getting verified by the Vatican. Like, fuck the Vatican at the end of the day. But it's cool for what it does mean, in an overall point. But, I just don't want to make it seem like we just sucking Vatican dick because they over there. Like, no, it was cool though.
Go ahead, Mushy.
Man, see how far traffic can take you, man? It's crazy, bro. Like, nah, that shit was good as hell for them to even be there. Like, when I seen that shit, cause I didn't even know that shit was gonna happen. But to see, like, Scholar said, like, two brothers and, just go up there and had this much impact in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody else. That was perfect for them to be there. You know what I'm saying? For the stuff that they rap about. Cause, we ain't get no goddamn Lil Wayne. Fuck you gonna see Lil Wayne at the Vatican? You know what I mean? Like, nobody else. And for
Well,
that
like, why
song.
not? Like,
No, we ain't getting Wayne up there. Like, come on, not on top of the world secrets, King. Like you said, we ain't getting
You right? Yeah, yeah. You got this one. I just you got
like we not doing that
my
with.
bad, my bad.
Like we not doing that with them. But that the song was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even seen they had a gospel group. You know what I'm saying? Choir up
So
there.
let
So
me just say the people that were there, because it wasn't just clips. It was it included Jennifer Hudson, somebody named Bam Bam, Jelly Roll, Carol G, Teddy Swims, John Legend, Maestro, Andre Bolicelli, and then Pharrell. Pharrell had an amazing speech too. Not gonna lie, we can't skip over that. His speech was
Well,
amazing.
somebody know a
Um,
Carol G song. This damn girl be everywhere. I never heard a
I thought Carol
song.
G was a nigga at first. I'm not gonna lie.
Now she is
Then
a
I actually seen it.
famous fucking. She sell out stadiums. I don't know who she
I
is
just
though.
seen her last week.
I think she's
I
from
thought it was
Fifth Harmony.
amazing. But I wanted to go ahead. I want A Dog to go, but I wanted to ask Kenya, why don't you think that that's a W for hip hop? But go ahead, A Dog.
Mm,
Well, Kenya can
yeah,
go
you
before
know.
me if you want.
I just didn't want to. For hip hop is, I feel like the only reason, honestly, I feel like it's not like such the W is that I don't think that it speaks to anything more than like what hip hop has already done. Hip hop is already global. It's already worldwide. It's already the most influential like genre the world has seen. So I don't think that this is like, oh, stamping hip hop per se in any way. It was already stamped.
I think that the current, like, the expansion of hip hop though, however, especially in positive spaces like this, and where the clips are on a show with Carol G, like DB said. Carol G all over the place. They're on the show with Jelly Roll, and you know how white people, the high regard that Jelly Roll is in the white community. I think that on a stage and where they are superstars, the world's superstars, to be a part of it. Even Jennifer Hudson. That's a big look for Jennifer Hudson. I think.
Yeah, it is. But it, I don't want to take it like, or I feel like we taking it to. But it's just like I don't feel comfortable acting as if because it's the Vatican that it is giving some type of stamp. Now you say positive light. Now we could really get into the weeds of things on if the Vatican's a very positive place. But but I think that because of how it's viewed and because of the optics, I get why people would say that, but I think I'm personally far past the point of like feeling as if any kind of white institution is validating hip hop to me personally. No.
I
I do
think it
that.
shows how far we came. I mean, 20 years ago, they wasn't even broadcasting us winning Grammys at their awards show, and now they letting us perform there. Well, not letting us, but they have to have us perform there. They have to have our artists get their awards and televise our artists getting their awards and giving their speeches because they understand what we do to the culture. They understand that, as much as you hate it, everybody wants a piece of this culture. We're the most mocked culture ever. Everybody wants a part of this. Everybody wants a piece of this. Everybody wants to imitate this. And I think putting us in places that other people haven't been or letting us be the first people somewhere, that's a big deal. Like, Christopher Columbus wasn't the first nigga over here, but he went and told folks, I discovered some shit. Like, we got to say we did something that nobody else did for other genres.
Go ahead, A Dog, and then we got Real.
Yeah, let me just get my hate off real quick. Clips. Nobody before this album, nobody cared. Nobody was bumping the clips like that. Like, let's all be real. Like, we all love their hits. We when they come on, we bump
all
it.
right, it's time for him to go.
Or
Hold
when they
on,
come
let him
on,
get it
No, I
off.
mean
What you?
here's
we
the I've never
hang
heard
on.
a
Let
clip
me
song in
finish.
my
Hold on.
life.
I didn't
Let him
But
get
interrupt
it
you,
off.
nigga.
Let him get it off. Because
When the hits
this is
come on, we
very
bump
interesting.
it.
But I do want to hear Mushy's point. Go ahead, get it off, A Dog.
The new album is cool. It's not their best shit to me. And the overinflated hype and promo Rock Nation presented and fueled and funded. Why the fuck are they at the Vatican? Why are any of those people? I think they brought all those people in to disguise like that Clips is there. The whole point, we didn't give a fuck about none of them people. It was prop them up more to get them album sales to recoup that money. Man, come on, man. Y'all, most niggas ain't Christian. Y'all don't care about the Vatican.
You going
Y'all
in and out
bump
a little
Clips
bit,
like
Adolf.
that. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, you was going in
Alright,
and
yeah,
out
but
though.
y'all
Right,
don't
and
bump
I
Clips
hate
like
that
that. Y'all
people
don't go to the
interrupt us in the
Vatican
middle
like
of shit.
that. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Mushy.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
no, no,
dog.
real.
I'm
I
at,
think it was real.
Real,
Go
my
ahead.
oh,
bad, real. Go ahead,
What's
real.
up, real? How you feeling today? What's the word?
I'm feeling good, man. Shout out to my things of that nature family, all my cousins in here. What's up, y'all? Good black people. Love to see y'all in here. I'm with Kenya and A Dog. Y'all know what the fuck is under the Vatican? Who gives a fuck? You niggas is crazy. You niggas want to go, oh, they let us sitting at the counter. They put mustard on their heads. We already did that shit, dog.
Can't
These
hear
are
you,
some
big dog.
horrible
We can't hear
mics,
you, real.
man.
We can't
Yeah,
hear
you
you,
going in
real.
and out, real.
Hold on. Let me switch mics. Hold up.
Real said he got to get it off.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Fits in there for real. Go ahead, real.
Hold on. Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah.
Man, listen. Y'all know what the fuck is under the Vatican? We don't give a fuck about them being over there with them white people, y'all. We don't give a fuck. We already been in white spaces. We already did the sit-ins at the counters, try to ride their buses and shit. We don't give a fuck. This is just further appropriation, and y'all know what happens when white people and black people meet with white people historically. Y'all know what this really means? Come on, man. Y'all getting hyped. And second of all, shout out to the Clips. Their album was great, but you niggas not Benny the Butcher fans? 38 Special. They've been rapping this dope rap fire for like the past 5 years. They've been giving y'all exactly what y'all wanted from the Clips. This is just
They
crazy,
do it better,
y'all.
nigga. What the hell you talking about?
Why
No, they
can't we
don't.
use this?
No, they
Jay-Z.
No,
don't.
nobody
Hold on,
rap
wait.
better than Benny the
This
Butcher,
what
and
I
you're a
don't
liar.
like.
No, they don't.
This
No,
what
they
I don't
don't.
like. Why can't we use this as a moment to come together and say,
For
like,
who? Rashad?
to Scully's, but
Come together
I get what y'all
with
saying
white
about,
people?
I get what y'all saying about the Vatican. I understand that.
You can't say how it's such the great look without sounding like you're sucking white dick. Honestly.
But what I'm
Whoa, whoa,
saying
whoa.
is, at the end of the day,
My bad. Pause. I didn't mean it like that.
there is a space in where this is something that we weren't allowed to do. This is a space in
Rash-
where nobody, not even just like the Vatican, but reaching new levels in visibility for our culture, something that we started, something that we birthed. And so reaching higher levels, I don't think this is the time to say, well, what about Benny? Like, so
Rashad,
what? Like,
Rashad, what are you
Rashad,
talking about?
this
Reaching
is the
higher level?
Vatican.
What reaching higher levels? If it don't get no visibility, it reached the highest level if black people felt it. It wasn't no higher visibility to be gotten from white people. That I don't
No.
like.
I
What are
think
Niggas
you
that's
been
talking
rapping
about?
on
disingenuous.
American
I
Idol.
think that's disingenuous. I'm not gonna lie because
No.
we do. I hate when we get on this. I don't care about validation like trip because that's a lie. All of us do, and so they are in a
Yes, okay, but
space.
for this conversation, stand with us, stand with the black people, stand by your people.
I'm
Yes.
standing
Listen to
with
hell.
the expansion of our culture. And I think that no matter what, right? These guys came from nothing, Virginia, and went through the fire of the industry and came out on this side and where all the odds were against them. They're old, they don't have the microwave music, they don't have the club joints, and it's getting national, not only national, but global recognition. And they did it their way and they did it in what they perceived to be the right way. And it worked. And
Y'all
so
want
I
Benny the
think that
Butcher
when
up there
those things
going,
happen, it's nothing to celebrate. I mean, that's something to
They
celebrate.
taking a check.
Of course.
Yes.
That's what this is.
that's
But
what it
they not
is.
doing nothing. They not coming up with nothing. They following orders.
No, but hey dog, when you sign to a label, you sign to the label that's going to invest the most money in you and give you the most visibility. So you're saying that Rock Nation that's what a label's supposed to do, A dog.
But what
What you
about getting a
I
thinking?
don't give
check
a
from
fuck
the
about the
Roman Catholic
visibility
Church is so like great?
if the content
What'd
is
you say, Kenya?
trash.
What about getting okay? If you know that okay, they getting a check, and if that's supposed to be the look, what about getting a check from the Roman Catholic Church is such a bigger look than anything else?
I don't know if the
Rock
Vatican is
Nation.
paying them, but hold on, wait. Let's get to they getting some type of money because Diddy, not Diddy, but Disney broadcasted. I thought that was big, but let's go to Mushy, Stalkers, and then Scully.
It's nasty. You
A
using the
dog.
wrong like
Man, A dog
words.
left. Yeah, damn. See, I was trying to get at him. Nigga talking about ain't nobody waiting on listen to the clip. Nigga, do you know
He
what the
said,
fuck this shit is? Like, what the fuck is he talking about, nigga? That's why everybody was there waiting on this shit. I hate niggas that was like 3 years old when Grandin came out and trying to come up here and speak on hip hop and shit. Come out some Benny the Butcher been doing this for 5 years. Nigga, this nigga Pusha been holding this shit down. So when the fuck these niggas get together and everybody want to see this shit,
Holding what down? Mushy
I'd
Hold
holding
on,
what
wait,
much
let
down, bro?
rather
Pusha get his
listen
full
to
point
Benny
out
the
before we
Butcher
respond.
than
like y'all
than
say all
Push.
these coke raps and shit, this nigga been doing this shit forever, and then y'all complain about it, then y'all reference Benny the Butcher who do the same thing like Griselda and them. Like, nigga, you think I'm here boom, 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 boom all the goddamn time? No, the fuck I don't. I want to hear niggas from around my way talking that shit, nigga, like we been doing for the last 20 years, and then y'all come up here with these new niggas and try to get them the crown of what these niggas been doing.
Wait, Mushy.
Go ahead, bro.
Mushy, before this album, what was Clip's songs? I didn't remember them dropping songs. Before
Yeah,
they did
but
this album,
that's
you
the,
said they've been holding it down.
but
When was they holding it
I
down?
said Pusha been holding it down so we can get to here. That's
But Rel, you're
What is he
saying
talking
that.
about? Daytona Beach? Like,
Real,
what?
you're saying that, and that speaks to even more reason and why this event is amazing because they weren't on the national or international scale as they are today. And so what you're
Okay,
speaking
Rashad,
to
they
is
paid to
growth
go
and
to the Vatican.
elevation. That's what you're
They
speaking
paid to
to.
go to the Vatican. Okay, so they paid for views. Okay, cool. They ain't been relevant. Now all of a sudden they put one album out. Now they in the Vatican.
nigga,
Okay,
Wu Tang ain't been
all right.
relevant. They goddamn still sell out shows. Like,
But
But
Wu
that
Tang,
is
whoa.
I think
Comparing Wu Tang to the Clips is egregious. That's
when the last
crazy.
time they
I'll give you
dropped
this.
though?
Rashad,
Like
if Dolce was at the Vatican, would you be saying this?
Doechii don't make hip hop. I'm talking about, first of all, Blackface is one, Jennifer Hudson, John Legend, and the Clips, and then two hip hop. And she don't fall in either one of them categories. So I don't give a fuck. I ain't said nothing about Jelly Roll since I've been up here besides he was on the goddamn list. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Black faces and hip hop is all I care about. Not gonna hold you. Go ahead, Stalkers, and then we got Scully. How you
Hey, you
feeling today,
guys.
Stalkers?
I'm good. I think you guys are missing some of the context for what the event was held. I think y'all are thinking this was like an eclipse event when it's not really an eclipse event. It's a Unity Jubilee. They've done this before. This time they just let Pharrell co-direct this Jubilee. And so those are the musical artists that performed, but there were many poets, singers, and other people from around the world that performed. We're just Americans, so we only know Jelly Roll and the Clips. But I don't think this is necessarily like a Rock Nation event. This is an event that Disney decided to sponsor. Normally, it's an event held at the Vatican yearly, but this year Disney did their whatever. You know how what they be on. But I do kind of agree with you guys in the sense that this is not necessarily the quote unquote look for hip hop because it's the Vatican. No, Pharrell just co-directed it and told his homeboys, "Come on, we gonna do this." But y'all are it's not like a Clips performance or anything like that. Like no, this is a jubilee that happens each year. But this year, y'all know he been over there in Europe. He's co-directing this Jubilee this year. So that gives you guys a little bit more context, of what was going on.
And that's
Why
what I,
as
Thank you for
black
that.
folks
Thank you for that. That is
Why
so
as
real.
black folks we gotta find a way to dismiss and shit on our own shit?
Oh my gosh.
Why?
And that's when I start
That's
feeling
not
like
our
you not
Why?
shit.
getting
It's
it. I
not
feel
our
like you're
shit.
not getting it. How much?
It's not our shit.
No, that is an accomplishment no matter how y'all feel about the Vatican. That is an
Rashad, do
accomplishment.
you know what's under the
I feel like
Vatican, Rashad? Do
And
yes,
you
we
know
like
what's
know,
I
nigga.
underneath the
said, no
Jesus
Vatican?
under
matter
there.
how you guys feel, because I don't think that
No,
there's
like Rashad, you really starting to piss me off. So because they performed 100 feet away from kid touchers, I'm supposed to be clapping it up.
I
I'm
don't think they're going.
not.
If
It's
you go
great
to
that they got
let
a
me go
bag.
find
I
Pusha
love black
T's
men getting money, but I don't give
Kenya,
a damn
Kenya,
about them performing at the Vatican.
Kenya, you're a young black lady. How did you feel when Disney started making black princess movies? How did you feel about that as a black woman?
At the time, Scully, when that came out, I don't know how young I was, but I'm 28 now, so just do the math. At the time, I probably was a bit excited because I did feel like it was some type of look,
Some
but then
type of
I grew up
representation that
slowly.
matched you, right? But it was some type of representation that
Yeah, but
matched
slowly I
you.
felt that when I was
Hold
like
on,
15,
hold on,
16. But then I
hold on a
grew up. I
second.
don't feel that
Hold
no
on a
more.
second. Hold on a second, though. But it's the representation that's important. And you know, Mr. Disney got some dirt under his crib too, right? You know, he got some anti-Semitism under his crib too, right? But
Schoolly, who
nobody
is black
say,
in the Vatican?
And that's
Who
what
is
I'm
black in the
saying.
bro.
Vatican
I
That's
for
what
got a
I'm
couple
saying.
cardinals
I'm
in
representation?
there.
saying,
It's
I'm
Nobody
ironic.
but the
saying,
butler.
That's what
Literally.
I'm saying. It's
Nobody.
ironic that Disney would be backing the Vatican on a unity jubilee. Like that's just funny and
The
ironic that
irony.
hey, the
The
rebrand is
irony.
great. The rebrand is great.
Rebrand like a motherfucker. But we not even, but y'all, I think that y'all are focused on the Vatican and not focused on just the global stage and the exposure. Pusha T put a tweet up yesterday and with the, he quote tweeted the shit of the flyer from Complex and he was like, this is really happening, literally driving to the airport now because this is really happening. When you see that in the person that understands the moment, the excitement, the hard work put into that, because I don't give a fuck if me and Pharrell shared tubs together growing up. We had to wash up together. If that album wasn't hitting, you can't call that nigga and say, come get on. No, they're going to say no. So that's a testament to their hard work as well and their dedication and the rollout and their commitment to be able to grace that stage, because if the music was shit, then they wouldn't be allowed to do it anyway. So to come up
Some
here and
white
say,
folk
oh,
love us,
that's just
bro.
their friend and it don't really matter and it ain't a hip hop show. It's like, we understand all of that, but to me, it seems like you're minimizing the moment and then minimizing their hard work. And we don't need to do that in this time.
We love that music, yo. We love that
No,
music. We need them at
I
the
feel like
Vatican.
we're I feel like we're disagreeing. I feel like we're disagreeing on the point of contention is you're making the look the place. So you are attaching what you're the goodness of what you're saying to where they're at. I just have a difference of opinion. I think that where they're at probably ain't even that positive of a thing. So if we just want to talk about them getting a big bag or them being in front of a global stage and that being good for them, then yes, that's great for them and their endeavors and whatever they're trying to do. Now, if we want to talk about what that's supposed to have some type of deep or cultural meaning to it or for hip, no, it doesn't. The Vatican and hip hop don't never got a mix for anything to have deeper meaning.
I get that. Go ahead. Brian, is that Brian? Toe Disciple?
Yeah,
We got Brian, then we got Rasheem and Rail. What's the word, fam? How you feeling?
man. 42-0. That's how I'm feeling. But nah, man. For real, speaking of at the Vatican, bro, I feel like what's gonna happen anyway if they had discussions like this. Boy, supposed to be congratulating them niggas. Clips, even though I'm not a fan of clips like that. It's like Pusha T. This nigga been talking about cocaine in his music without selling cocaine. All right, yeah, all right.
So you saying that I also think that we should be congratulating them. You know, Kenya got A-Dog too. A-Dog was the first one. He let the hate through the door. Shame on A-Dog for letting all this hate come up here, because we were having a very, very
Man,
positive conversation before that. Shame on
I
you,
got something to
A-Dog.
say about A-Dog, yeah. Oh, God, you ain't gonna box shit. You ain't gonna fight shit. You gonna be on the internet shit. You an internet nigga fool. This shit don't faze me, bro.
We don't need none of that, Brian. Don't need none of that. We gonna keep the
Okay, I was just playing. I was
conversation.
just playing. I was just playing.
Go ahead,
He just like me for real. I walked that right back.
go ahead,
My
Rasheem. How you feeling today on this good Sunday? Got your hair cut?
Uh, I got it the other day. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I'm chilling, man. I'm listening to this conversation. First of all, you kind of took the words what I was going to say already, and Mushy as well. I feel like for those who don't know the clips, shouldn't be talking about the clips if they don't really know them, especially, you know, even before this album, they were doing great things. Pusha T was also doing the solo thing and, you know, leading the charge until they got back together. But, yeah, I think people, and even to Kenya's point to a certain extent, I think we're focusing too much on you know, the location itself instead of just focusing more so on what it means for them to be there because representation matters, right? So yeah, we can talk about the Vatican and whatnot, but the Vatican is still for the majority of people who are Catholic or Christian or whatever, it's seen more than that, right? Like church in itself is, and that's a whole different conversation, but church in itself is, has blood in their hands, right? So at the end of the day, Stalker did a good job of talking about what the event was. And I think it's great to see the clips there doing what they do, and that's a great song. I think, well, I didn't see the whole thing. I know they performed Birds Don't Sing. I think that's a great song to perform at a moment like that also. So I think we should focus more so on how cool it is to see us being represented in that manner. And I think it's okay for us to continue, for us to push the doors and to get in those spaces because, our culture basically rules the world. So why not be in a space like that and share a piece of the pie?
Go ahead, real.
Listen, y'all. We don't give a fuck about what they're doing in white spaces, y'all. Y'all keep saying y'all attracted to the Vatican because that's where the fuck they're at. Rap is already global. All right? Black people are already global. Rap is, we have Afro rap, Afro beats, and we're all over the place, y'all. UK, London, we all over the place, y'all. They about to have a battle rap event over there. The culture of battle rap has made it over there. A subculture of hip hop and rap, y'all. Rap is already all over the world. It's the number one genre. We don't give a fuck about black people going in white spaces. That's what we trying to tell y'all. Y'all keep saying, oh, y'all should be happy for the moment. I'm happy that Lil Russell can sell out his backyard in Vallejo, California. He bought E40 to his backyard. People that look like him and that actually give a fuck. Okay? Not no money grab. He has brought Juvenile to his backyard. He's brought so many legends to his backyard. I don't give a fuck what these niggas doing in front of white people. Okay, this is like when Martin wanted to go do the sit-ins, and I'm not saying that to slander Martin, but he said I'm integrated into a burning house, so it's okay, y'all. We just some people don't give a fuck what white people think. Okay, you don't give a fuck. Like I said, I'd rather go to a La Russell concert in his backyard because he did it organically by himself. He didn't have to get a phone call. He made them phone. That's a real boss. That's real winning. When you can bring people to your backyard, he probably could even pay Juvenile and Snoop Dogg and Richie Rich and E40 and Little John to come to his backyard. He probably couldn't even pay them what they usually get paid, but they did it off the love. That's real winning, y'all. That man selling $1,000 tickets independently. That's winning.
All
A
right, we get it.
label
You like the
backing
Russell.
you
Yes, we get it.
I
and
think
going
I
to a
think
Vatican is
real.
cool, but
I think that
Hey, Shy, can
despite
I say
how
one thing?
hold on one second. Despite how we feel up here, or people feel about the Vatican or whatever, there's 1.4 billion Catholics in the world. Right. And so for me, I've always been a proponent of expanding hip hop, expanding our culture, having a level of gatekeeping. Don't let everybody take ownership in our culture. But the expansion of our culture, the more visibility, because it trickles down to more opportunity, more money, more situations for people who are participating in hip hop and rap and shit like that. So when you are put in front of, they performed in front of 300,000 people, and then you're put in front of 1.4 billion people on this planet, whether you at the motherfucking Vatican or whether you at the pyramids or whether you at Stonehenge, that situation is a plus for our culture and our genre. I
I
think people
agree.
are just focusing too much on that, and where I'm just saying the visibility in general, putting us in rooms that we've never been in, because the truth of the matter is we all want to be able to grow and expand and be visible in all of our endeavors. And so when somebody is doing it at a pretty goddamn high level, right? I think that is an opportunity to clap your goddamn hands and say, job well done. Y'all niggas, what, like Real said, what them niggas was doing before this album. That's even more reason to celebrate. Terrell, if y'all wasn't doing shit, now y'all got this album. Y'all about to have album of the year. Y'all performing in front of the Vatican. Y'all all around the goddamn world. Job well done. There's no need to start diminishing the shit and, oh, that's just somebody's friend and it was other people there too. It ain't real hip hop show, is it? They got, okay. But what does that mean for them in the representation? Because representation matter. Go ahead, Mushy.
Yeah, I was ready to say, man, y'all sound too woke to go get money and shit. That's all it is. Like we all understand like where the fuck goddamn this shit at, but and how we know how they, you know what I'm saying? Like we know they Christian and shit, but if you goddamn got this look and y'all gonna be like, Nah, I ain't going there because goddamn the secrets that's under that. Nigga, go get that goddamn money and goddamn take your ass home. Like, we understand that shit, but if you in this game, bro, like, this what you signed up for. You know what I mean? And if it take you this far, go get it. Don't let your goddamn, that blindness to everything else stop you from what you wanted, because that's what you got in this for. And man, some people like Rail or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, the views that you got, like, you ain't looking for that, but other people are, you know what I'm saying? That's it. And we can
If
agree to
they favorite
disagree.
artist did it, they would be doing cartwheels out this bitch. If Drake or
No,
K
yeah, no.
Dot or whoever they love was out there,
Yay.
they'd be using
No,
that shit
apparently, if
as a
Yay.
Russell's out
stack
there, Rob be
forever.
okay with it. If Russell's out there, I mean, he loves
Oh
that
yeah,
music.
if the
This
Pope
nigga
came to
Rasheed.
Lil Russell's backyard, Rel would be in here doing cartwheels too. The Pope was in Lil Russell's backyard, like he would be doing cartwheels.
Y'all niggas is sick. Go ahead, Rasheed.
One more, and I got one more comment to say, cause y'all niggas seem like the Clips was chasing for, putting out for the white men and whatnot. The Clips was performing in Brooklyn at dinner block parties during this same rollout. All right. So I don't want to hear that people just talking about they, want to be in white spaces. Get that out of here, man. They was in Brooklyn, like a few blocks away from where I live, right? Doing block parties. That's it.
And niggas was
Ho,
laughing.
ho, because you niggas came for me. Hold up. We don't listen. If the Pope came to the Russell backyard, that's a difference because again, that's a black man calling the shots. Some niggas leading them, man. Y'all niggas cut that shit out, man.
We
Cut that shit
joking.
out,
Calm
man.
down.
Cut that shit out, man. Y'all know the Pope ain't coming to the backyard, but that's how powerful it is. And if my favorite rapper went over there, I don't have a favorite rapper, but if I did have one and he went over there, I'd be highly disappointed. To be honest with you, I'd be highly
You go
disappointed, my
woke,
nigga.
you go broke,
Highly disappointed.
man.
Why? Maybe he might want to join in the fun, goddamn
Listen,
it.
speaking of y'all
Man, maybe he want to
favorites,
pop his collar back there in the Russell
All right.
Yard. Like,
So all I gotta do is throw you
Right. He
niggas
from
a check. Y'all
Chicago.
niggas going anywhere.
The
Y'all
Post from
niggas
Chicago.
going
You never
anywhere for the
know.
check.
hey,
I understand.
niggas done did
Cool.
worse for some money, real. I'm not gonna lie. Niggas
Niggas
have
right.
done
performing
worse
at
for money.
SeaWorld right now. You talking
Yeah,
about
Niggas
right.
have
Right.
done
You're
can't
worse
right
for
go
about
get
money.
that.
some
I
money.
can't debate SeaWorld. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
And I'd rather that at this point.
Well,
I'd
let us
rather
get our
that.
In front
jokes
of the
off,
abused,
man.
in
Hey,
front of the abused animals, Kenya. In front of the abused, you talking about abused kids? What about the
Animals
whale?
versus
We
What
ain't
humans.
talking
about
about
free
the
will?
Yes.
first
What
person
oh
on
Yes.
man.
about free
Listen,
first
will?
person in history
listen.
to perform on the moon.
Speaking of y'all faves, your guy, main man, Drake. A leak came out yesterday. Very, very, very high quality verse. Can't lie. Can't lie. But I was confused on how these two white boys got it. I put the video in the jumbo. It's very, very weird how these white boys got it. Drake called in to Aiden Ross's stream last night. He told Aiden Ross he don't even know who the boys is. He don't know how they got the record. He seemed pretty upset about it, that it leaked. I think that Drake's verse was quality. I do have to say, I heard the whole song. The hook, the hook was trash. Presser's verse. I'm not the biggest Presser fan in the world. He did have that one song. I forgot what the song was. Goddamn, but it was pretty catchy. The one with Coi Leray when they used to date. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know. It's a move in the right direction. I still don't think this is the Drake that will get him out of the quote unquote hole that he is in, which I perceive that he's in. But I want to know how y'all felt about this shit. How did y'all feel about the leak? The song in totality. I don't know if y'all heard the entire song. In the hook, he reused Money on My Mind, Racking My Brain. He said that in What Did I Miss? So it was weird for him to use that as a hook in this song. I don't know. It's a lot of shit that I noticed. But what did y'all think about it? Slick, what's the word? How you feeling?
What's good? Yo, that shit was hot. It don't matter how they go. It's obviously a plan. I don't fall for the tricks. Drake knows what he's doing. He knew who had it. He knew how they got it, and it got out there. He didn't give a fuck. But that shit was hot. What I heard, the little snippet, that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
The
so,
whole beat didn't stop him not one bit. We know when he drops, it's gonna go crazy, even from the shit that we've heard. But what did I miss? The which one? Man, y'all better quit fucking with Drake.
I don't
so
know, Drake, man. I
I'm
do
gonna
like
put
what I
I'm gonna
miss.
put the entire song in the jumbo, so people can hear it. Like I said, the verse very, very quality, very quality. He took some digs at DeMar DeRozan. I posted it on the timeline yesterday. DB said he didn't like the fact that he was shooting at a basketball player. I didn't mind it. I feel like DeMar put himself in the middle of this shit. You in the music video of a nigga calling me a pedophile. You in it now, nigga. So I didn't mind him saying anything about DeMar DeRozan, especially when DeMar was in Toronto going through depression and all type of shit, and Drake nursed him back to health in a sense. So now
Tupac was
you on the
cussing
other
out
side.
Dolores Tucker. DeMar DeRozan can get it too.
Yeah, I don't find any problems with Drake using some bars for DeMar DeRozan. But encompassing, like all encompassing, how did y'all feel? Go ahead, Kenya.
Okay, so now do you agree with the takes that we had in the other space where we said he still has it in the tuck, but he's playing
No, I don't.
games? What? You just
No,
said it
I
was
said his
fire.
verse was fire. The song, the hook wasn't, and then Pressa's verse. We don't want to hear from Pressa, Drake. We don't want to
I'm
hear.
talking about his ability to
No,
rap,
I've
Rashawn.
never said he lost the ability to rap. I said his song making ability right now is what is lacking. I don't think he's put out a quality song.
Mm.
He can rap his ass off. He's still Drake. But in this moment in where it's high stakes, in my opinion, we don't want to hear from Yeet. We don't want to hear from Pressa. We don't want to hear from Central C. We don't want to hear these niggas, fam.
Hold on, I like Central C. I think that that's not fair to say if he didn't put that out though.
He said he didn't. I don't believe it. It seemed kind of weird. It seemed too.
You feel like it was very
Yeah, him being on
convenient?
the phone last night with Aiden Ross and Aiden Ross bringing it up during the stream. Like, huh? Like that seemed too
Mm-hmm.
convenient for me.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he's doing. Just like when he first put push-ups out. He put it out on YouTube and just let it simmer for a little bit. And then, a couple days later, then he finally put his name on it. Like, I think that this might be one of those situations. Like I said, it's a very, very quality verse. I don't think the song is quality, and I don't want to hear from no goddamn presser. I ain't gonna hold you. Mushy, what's the word? How you felt about it?
Man, I just listened to it. It's all right. So I don't want to sound like a Drake hater, but ever since the beef, and I've been trying to see what he gonna come back with. I'm just not impressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just sounds the same. You know what I mean? It ain't really nothing that's moving me. You know what I mean? Like, I just listened to it just now. That's what I was doing. The hook, the verse, like you said, yeah, the verse good. But it just, for me, it just sounded like he keep taking shots at people. Like, but just get back to making music and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys as fans of his want to, like, he just want to keep on throwing shots at people and stuff. But no, just go back to making regular shit that you've been doing. Get back to the hits. Like, all this, sub dissing and shit. Wow, niggas ain't gonna hear it because you just dragging us back into what we was doing 2 years ago.
Yeah, I do feel like he needs to either get it all out of your system or shut the fuck up.
Why?
Especially,
That sounded like a hit. Whatever that was last night
That's
sounded like a hit.
hate. Like Rashawn, you're you're just a
how
hater.
is that hating? That's not a hit. You can't have a hit with press on there, Slick. I'm sorry to tell you if you didn't know. But how am I hating? Where's the hate coming from? Can you?
Because it's like you literally said he's able to still rap. You heard a leaked, quote unquote, leaked song, okay, where, actually, I don't got no guess. You heard a quote unquote leaked song that you didn't like the hook and you didn't like the other person on it, as if those things can't be like, it's like as if whatever it took for him to make the good songs before, like as if he's lost it. And it's just like, that he's going through what he's going through right now, and you're just giving like no grace.
No, I'm not giving any grace because you are still putting the music out. It's kind of like sports. If you on the field, I don't care about whether you say you hurt or not. You out here on the field. So I expect you to be the person who you are. And if you're not, then sit your ass down. But you playing the middle and then the shit not hitting and then people saying, oh, we'll give him grace. No, the nigga can just sit his ass down, get his mind right, because I do think there is a level of him just not necessarily knowing what to do next. I don't think any of those songs from Iceman are going to be on the album. I think that he's putting feelers out there. to see what people gravitate to. I think he wants to continue to have his name out there. He's addicted to just doing the work, right? As far as music and stuff like that, a lot of artists are, but when it's not hitting, it's not hitting. Go
The
ahead,
way
Ricky.
that nigga was skipping around that little, ice house or refrigerator and all them beats I heard on that, Iceman shit, this nigga finna go crazy.
Go ahead, Rasheen.
Yeah, I had to drop real quick to listen to it. And then I want to come back up to share my review. Look, I actually like it from what I heard so far. You know, y'all know my takes when it comes to Drake and whatnot. Excuse me. I like it. And, you know, I like Drake when he's in this mode, right? I don't mind petty Drake. I don't mind like Drake when he's barred up, you know, like when he just get into the raps and, you know, when he's, yeah, in that mode. And actually, and that's what it sounds like with that little snippet, right? Like, you know, and as far as the whole Iceman rollout thing, I didn't mind the other one. I forgot the name of it, the last one I just dropped. And I actually like what I missed. Because again, I like when Drake kind of gets in that mode. Just, you know, do your thing, man. Just like do your thing and just get to the bars. But sometimes I feel like why I have so much different opinions on Drake sometimes is some of the other songs don't go like that from what I hear most of the time. And I think sometimes he just gets into other things where he's kind of like just doing things that's like kind of straying him away from the craft of just doing what he's good at. So, but yeah, but no, I think it's good.
Do y'all think that Drake is intentionally setting the bar low with these Iceman rollouts and these leaks? Like,
Yeah, I don't
because
agree
I
with
think
that. I hate people say that.
the narrative has switched because the songs haven't hit. The songs don't have any staying power like typical Drake.
Are you drunk?
They don't have staying power like typical Drake. I don't even think we got to argue that. That's just factual. And so I think
Nah, you're tripping. What did I miss? Is gonna be one of them ones for sure. I,
Slick,
now go ahead and finish what you said. I think you drunk
Slick,
right now. I'm gonna let you go ahead
what
and
did I
get it off
miss?
or hungover.
When we're talking about
One
staying
of them.
power, hold on. When we're talking about staying power, I'm talking about he was a guy that he got on your song and it was his song now. When we think about Tuesday, when we think about 2 On, when we think about just all of these packs that he put out throughout the years, Girls Love Beyonce, all of that shit, when I say staying power, God's Plan was on a 2-pack. So when I say staying power, he put something out and it is a smash throughout, 6, 7, 8 months, the whole year. That's what I'm saying. What did I miss in these other songs? I'm not saying that they're bad songs, right? Not my cup of tea, but they don't have the staying power as like he used to. That's all I'm saying. And so
But
with
you've heard 2, 3 songs off of this coming project and you're saying that he doesn't have the staying power, but they're giving the same feeling that all those other projects have had. So it may not be what did I miss or which one or dogs or any of that, but this album is building up from what we've heard is that it's going to have something on there.
no, I think
Pick a
I've said
favorite.
this. Hold on, because I want to get the full question out, right? I think it's more difficult for Drake to make a bad song. He doesn't make many bad songs. What I'm saying is the narrative has shifted from what it was to now, oh, well, he's just putting out B-sides because he going in a back and forth for UMG. Right. And so for me, it kind of seems like he is playing into that and where he's setting the bar low for future music to, quell expectations for the next album. That's what it seems like to me. And
Well,
I
it's
want to know
twofold.
if anybody else felt it that way.
It's twofold because what it is that one, he's in this beef with UMG. So you obviously don't want to do nothing crazy to put a whole bunch of money in their pocket, especially when it's definitely looking like he's going to walk away from UMG
Slick,
after
he's not
this.
leaving
He's
UMG.
going,
I'm
he's
telling you that
going
right now.
independent. He's going to go an independent route and it's not going to look the same as what we think independent is. That's
I don't agree.
initially. And then from there, you don't want to give them the best of what you have in the clip, but you also want to prove a point of, I don't need y'all to do this. And how I prove by doing that is by putting out good shit. People still fucking with it and still doing numbers without the machine behind me. And that's what I believe his point of this whole Iceman thing is yeah, I'm currently not fucking with my label, so they're not going to have anything. They're not going to want to support this. I'm not looking for them support. I'm not even talking to them. I can still do numbers without them and I can put out good music and prove that I could do it by
But
myself.
Slick, you think these songs he putting out are doing numbers though?
Yes.
Oh, brother.
Also, it's proven that it's not like UMG backing it. Also, is that a fact?
No, and he's gonna sign back to UMG. There's nothing else that an artist of his level can do besides be with a major. He's going to go through this and he wants more money and all of this shit because like I said before, I think that he is not putting out music that is staying on the charts like he usually does. He's not putting out music that is synonymous with the type of catalog that he has, right?
What
It's
Did I Miss is currently at 14 million views on YouTube alone. Just standalone as a video. What I Miss has 14
because
million
he
views. The
is Drake.
But it sounds
Iceman
like you're
hour
comparing
and
him like to
35
his
minutes
peak.
long.
That's what I'm
I'm just
doing.
looking at Iceman episode 3 is at 1.9 million views as an hour and 34 minute long.
Slick,
What? We don't even
slick.
know what that is. What are we talking about? We're talking about Drake.
Because the last, I don't know if you were here in the other space, but I put in numbers in where everything after Scorpion doesn't do the same numbers, right? This from what was his first album? Not So Far Gone, was it? The first Thank Me Later. From Thank Me Later to Scorpion, there's a significant drop off after that for all the projects after that. So is Drake still Drake and where he can put something out and it get 1 million views? Duh. Like I'm not saying that he can't get 1 million views on YouTube. I'm saying there is clear evidence that the music
Nokia,
that he's
his
putting
number one
out
hit off the
doesn't go
last
off the
one,
same.
did 39,000 or 39 million views right now. He has half the views on What Did I Miss in 3 weeks that Nokia, his number one hit off of his last hit. What are we talking about here?
We can't go
What are
music
we
equate
reviews
to
doing?
like that though.
that still doesn't equate to the record sales that he's used to having before Scorpion, and that's just factual. But go ahead, Ray, and then we got Rasheem.
Yeah, no, Rashad, I'm not fully disagreeing with what you're saying. The numbers aren't up there the way they used to be. And good afternoon. Sorry,
How
I
you
get
doing?
abstinence. How you doing? But whose numbers are sticking? The fact of the matter is the industry itself is going through a change right now, and everybody's struggling to have anything stick. And he's the one still at the top of that. So I don't think it has much weight.
Find another song that's been dropped this
Yeah,
year that has 13 million views on YouTube in the past 6 months.
yeah.
Let's take Drake out the equation.
I never
Let's just do
compare
that.
Drake to another artist. So when I'm saying these things, I think it's unfair. You can't compare LeBron to another basketball player. It's like him versus him. And so with him versus him, there is clear numbers and facts in what I'm saying, and it's
But there
undisputed.
aren't because it's not the same industry. We're not talking about physical copies from So Far Gone and Thank Me Later. We're talking about digital only, and we're not even seeing what's really happening behind if it's on DSPs and all that shit. We are looking at what we can see right now and what the landscape of music is, not what Drake did 5 years ago even is the same as what anybody can do right now. Nobody's doing the same numbers. That's been the biggest
And
complaint in the music industry to date.
that speaks to if you can't do the same numbers that you were doing when you got that 400 mil, why do you think I'm supposed to give you 800? Go ahead, Rasheem.
Yeah, I think.
You were supposed to give me the
Go
Rashad.
go ahead. Go ahead, Rasheem.
I think.
What do
Look,
you?
I think
I want to
me.
stick to just the song though, and just like Do you think he's sandbagging? What do you think as far as this song and projection to his album? Is he moving in the right direction? I want to stick to that instead of rehashing what we've rehashed thousands of
Yeah, good point.
spaces.
Yeah, okay, yeah, good point. I was gonna kind of go into that a little bit, but you know, all right, let me go through some more. Yeah, 'cause I think all in all, like to kind of hash that a little bit and then get to what your main question is. I think that's just the quality of his music. I think people are making good points. It could be just an industry overall, but to your point, I think where we're at, I felt like where we're at from because you said Scorpion to like where he's at now. That's when I feel like the music. Well, for me, from Views to where he's at now, I feel like Drake took a shift where I was really feeling it anymore. But everything prior to Views. I really liked where Drake was at mentally and his, where he's at rapping and all that stuff. So his numbers went down from Scorpion to where it's at now. I think it's just the quality of the music, his quality of the music overall. But it's not to say that it's also to your point bad. I just think that's just where he's at. And I don't think he's purposely putting out bad quality because of the whole label stuff and whatnot. I just think that's the Drake that we've been getting for a while. So to go back to the Iceman question, yeah, I, I think it's still gonna be a solid. Drake's still gonna do his thing. I think it's still gonna be a solid album, you know. And like I said, I think from what I heard so far, what I missed, and the snippet, and even I'm guessing for the Yeet joint, or I'm maybe mixing up. I'm sorry. No, yeah, the one when he was in the car, that was a pretty good sounding song too. So I think overall, I think for his recent stuff, I think the album's gonna do pretty good for me, in my opinion. As far as comparing his most recent stuff, I think the album's gonna be okay.
Go ahead, Mushy.
Yeah, I was trying to like ask everybody like when we talk about him and you know what I'm saying, it always gotta go back to his past. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about this song right now, like you kind of talking to Slick with this right now. Like you bringing up all these numbers and stuff. Like yeah, of course, and like you said, Shot, people gonna listen to it because it's him. But if the quality ain't there, it's just not there. And that's what we trying to get him to, like be, you know what I'm saying, like put out quality music. And some of the stuff you've been putting out ain't quality music. And we can see you still, like we had this about Thug the other day. Like bro, we can see you still hurt. So get back to being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all people be saying. Like some of these songs just don't hit. Like you don't hear these shits when you go out for real. Like other than the core fans, and that's always gonna be that with the core fans. But on the day to day, you ain't really hearing this shit, and that's what everybody for real like right now. Like I don't think we got too many clubs out here. Well, in certain spaces we do, but you know what I'm saying. Like you think I don't ever hear what did I miss when I go out at all.
Well, rapping Drake doesn't do as good as singing Drake, and that's historically known. So comparing it to views, even all we're getting is rap Drake right now. So it's, for one, that's definitely gonna make it completely different as far as performance, because it's hitting a different audience and it's just different. When Drake raps, which is what we wanted him to do, and which is what he's doing right now, this shit is going, and you can't deny that. No, he's not singing yet, from what we've heard. And if he fuck around and sings, then it's a rap for y'all.
No,
Yeah,
but
I don't think
sorry.
niggas is saying, hey man, put on that doghouse with Yeet. Like, I just don't want to hear Drake talking about Molly. I, like, that's what niggas is talking about. Like, I don't want to hear that because you are on a higher level than that. And so, although I did like Yeet's verse, and I do like the beat, once again, it's not a bad song. But when we talking about these types of songs, it's like, I don't want to hear that. And so I think that's fair to say. And then when somebody says it, now the conversation has to shift to, oh, well, what about YouTube views? And it's like, nigga, nobody's talking about that. We're talking about Drake having Molly songs with niggas that we don't care about, especially in this position that you're in right now and where folks are looking for you to break out of this slump. Break out of what you are going through. That's very clear, like Mushy said, mentally, emotionally, break out of this shit and stop going to these goddamn kids that nobody care about. We don't care about Yeet and Central C and Impressa.
But
Go make
Rashad,
the
I don't
hit.
think he cares about y'all.
I was just about to
That's the
say,
problem.
yes, I don't think he give a fuck what
Yeah,
His
Rashad
core fans
from
are
North
keeping him
Carolina
alive.
want to hear.
He ain't worried about y'all no more.
But Ray, I think that is the issue because
But it's
no
your
matter
issue.
what,
That's the
Oh, you
problem.
want Drake
no,
to sing to you.
no, no,
You
no, no,
want,
no. What I'm saying is the issue is people feel it. People see it. People are understanding that he does not necessarily care about quote unquote hip hop or the hip hop fans. He
what
cares
indicator do
about
you
his
have that
fans.
people aren't singing it? But because when I say there's 13 million or 14 million views on the song, I think that's saying that people are seeing it and hearing it. You're saying that you're not, but there's 14 million other motherfuckers who are.
Yeah,
but
YouTube
but
views
again,
isn't the barometer. If that was the case, NBA YoungBoy would be the hottest nigga in the country. YouTube views are not the
Ain't he?
barometer for like what are we talking about?
But that's
Ain't
where
he?
I go
Again,
back to my
And
argument
he
of
is
what's
the
going on with the
hottest.
streaming companies right now. If they were a reliable source of numbers, then he wouldn't be on YouTube.
I think everybody has to play the same game. He's within the quote unquote industry, and everybody has to play that game and play by the industry rules. So
So
whatever is
then
going
what are the
on,
rules, Rashad? Tell us what is the
no, I'm
parameters. That
saying
way we can
whatever.
find a good
What I'm
parameter of
saying
what
is
people want, not just what we want.
what I'm saying
Where are
is
we judging this off of?
whatever the rules are as far as the industry, he has to play by the same rules that everybody else is playing by. That's all I'm saying. And I think that right now we are seeing that he is not necessarily putting his heart into music like he used to, and then people are noticing a difference. That's why things aren't sticking and charting as usual like you would expect the Drake to do.
But
Kaiser
where are you
Nash,
getting that people aren't sticking to it? That's where I'm trying to get is where are you getting this information so we know what we're grading based off of? Because it sounds like this is
just
your opinion.
look at where songs chart and then look at the considerable drop off every week. That's what I say when I say sticking power. I'm not talking about YouTube views. Like I said, if that was the case, NBA YoungBoy is the king of rap. I'm talking about chart placement, spins out in just the real world. Like Mushy said, he's outside. Nope, he doesn't hear What Did I Miss, right? And so
Mushy's in a truck on
there
the
was a
highway. He ain't
feeling.
gonna hear what I miss. Mushy,
There was a
Yeah, I'm a local.
feeling when he dropped the song, right? There was a feeling, there was a buzz, there was a state in hip hop and where, you knew that Drake was about to drop and where it's not that anymore. And I don't think that's a bad thing to say. The weird thing is the continual pushback as if everything is the same, but then turn around and say everything's not the same. If everything's not the same, then just acquiesce to the fact that it's Drake is having his moment and where he is not in prime Drake mode either. That's not an issue. But when we keep having these conversations, it's like, no, it's not because look at YouTube. No, it's not because look at these views. No, it's not because look at Spotify. Hey, fam, you can't have it both ways. And
you
you're
named
speaking
all
out both sides of your
tangible
mouth.
sources of knowing what's going on, but you can't offer any objection to that with anything tangible. You're
I just
saying that you're
said,
not
I
hearing
just
it in the
said,
streets. You're saying that you're not hearing it out in the world.
no, that was the third thing I said, Slick. That was literally the third thing I said. You just skipped over the
I
first
just,
two.
I just think again, I think, well, I can't speak for everybody, but I don't repeat myself, but I think it does have a point here. I think the quality of the music again is why I feel this discussion is kind of so layered, right? So again, Drake is going to get his numbers, and I think the album's going to do relatively well, and even to the whole what's out here, what's being played out here and whatnot. In New York City, I hear What I Miss on the radio all the time. Even songs from Sexy Songs for You, right? They still play it on the radio here and there too. So, again, yeah, I just think again, it's the quality. I think it's safe to say the quality has declined a little bit, but I think that Drake has been in the space for a while, right? And I don't know if he knows it or not. I think he's forcing projects. And again, he's a hard worker, which is great. But I feel like sometimes it's okay to say, damn, this is not like what I used to like back in the day, or I didn't feel like this back in the day. And yeah, I think it's okay to just point that out. And I think we're seeing that, and I think the numbers are showing that. Whatever the metrics are, is showing that. And I think it's okay to point that out.
Yeah, and that's not crazy. It seems like when people say that, folks kind of take it like as an indictment on the person. No, everybody goes through spells. There is an eventual decline in everybody in every aspect as far as, career or life. That's just what happens. I think it's crazy that for some reason there's a pocket of fans that believe that is just impossible to happen to Drake. There's no way that he could ever have any type
You
of,
didn't
like,
even
what are we
frame
talking
it
about?
like you didn't even frame it like you thought it was a
Nobody said
spell. You
that.
talking like you think he's dead for life. Please.
Left him for dead? Nasty.
That nigga on the side of the road, King.
Left that nigga for dead? Nah,
Absolutely not. That'll never be the
I ain't
case.
leaving fam for dead. When I heard that snippet, cause I only heard the DeMar DeRozan part, and I said, oh yeah, he's in the right direction. I forgot what I said exactly on the timeline, but I was like, yeah, this is the one. I think that's what I said. This is the one. Because if he can put out songs like this on a consistent basis, it's no question. It's no
And that's
question
what we
that
want. Yeah.
he's that guy, right? But I think that one, people are looking for that level of consistency, and then two, looking for that one song that they can hang on to and that it quote unquote sticks. But yeah, Mushy, how did you feel about or Slick or Ray, anybody? How did you feel about the bars to DeMar DeRozan? Do you think it's nigga shut up? It's 2 years ago,
Yeah, it's
or
2
do you
years
think that
ago.
people are
That's why I
looking?
said, yeah, like, it's 2 years ago. Like, why we going back to this? Everybody done moved on and, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go back to making hits. Like, that's it. I don't have a problem with bro either. Like, this, the beef or whatever made me, like, start listening to him a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're gonna keep me as a new listener, you going back to that and you ain't making nothing, like, I'd be like, all right, bet, this it. And what the fuck am I here for? Like, just move on and go back to the old shit. Like, it's some songs that I like of his, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a commercial Drake fan. Like, I'm not going to listen to him, no album fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, what he do put out, on the radio, I listen to it. But if you ain't giving me that, then what the fuck I'm listening for? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to hear that shit.
If he could make it sound good over a beat, I don't give a fuck. I seen a nigga last night that I forgot why I didn't like him. And I was like, I still don't fuck with you. Be mad for 6 years, Drake. I don't care.
This nigga
Shit.
slick.
If it sound good
That's
over a
nasty,
beat,
slick.
get your
He's
shit
still
off.
rapping to people at their 9 to 5, and they don't can't understand what he's mad.
That's nasty, slick. You gotta, hey
I have
man, you
to,
gotta move past
I,
it, dog.
I don't know. I have to low key agree. Like again, because, but that's look. That was a running joke for a while, right? That Drake is emotional, you know, right? And I can't hit on it because I can see where he's coming from, right? Like, yes, we were boys, and all of a sudden he's showing up in the. I don't think he should got mad. They sort of at the pop out, but to be in the video, I can see where Drake's like, "Damn, dog, like, what happened?" So look, yeah, I don't mind when Drake gets in this emotional petty bag. I mean, I don't think he had to keep repeating the bar. I think I heard like 2 or 3 times in that snippet, but yeah, I don't mind him getting that back for real.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. Overall, I think he moving in the right direction. Fist in the air for Drake and seeing, how this turns out. Obviously, I be glued to the Icemans and listening to all the snippets because he is one of my favorite artists. I can't even lie. He's one of my favorite artists. I just want to see more quality music and him just getting out of his own way. I think right now Drake is in a space and where he's just in his own way. And so, we all go through it, but recognizing it and then moving through it, I think that's the best route to take. But I also I wanted to get to the next one. Jalen Green and Drea, man. Cougar drama. Cougar chaos. They were seen on the sidewalk after a outing, getting into a little verbal situation. I think Drea pushed this nigga hard as hell in his back. We talked about this relationship in spaces before, the age gap, Jalen being as old as her son. And you could definitely not tell the age gap yesterday. Drea looked like the 20-something-year-old, and Jalen was very, very composed. He did not physically touch her yesterday. He did say a few things. I think he said, "I hate you." He said, "I hate you," and somebody tweeted.
This is
Somebody tweeted
nasty,
she must have
man.
put him in timeout or something. And I was like, this is nasty. But it was very, very weird, just the dynamic of the 40-year-old versus the 22-year-old, but it didn't play out that way in the argument. Wanted to know if y'all seen that shit. How did y'all feel about that? Listen, I had a good laugh, a good chuckle, remembering days of arguing down the street drunk with different women. It was funny as hell. But how did y'all feel about that shit?
And when alcohol get involved,
It's par for the
yeah.
course, honestly. I like what other dynamic would have made sense to me. I'm not surprised that Drea probably still acts that way. Like that's it. That wouldn't be
I was
surprising.
surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I was very
Absolutely not.
I was like, what the hell?
No,
Like,
Yeah, I don't
that's what
follow
I'm
like that.
saying. These people are more in common than you think.
I was gonna ask Kenya, like, cause I know of her, but I don't know her like that. Does she have a history of showing those type of behaviors before in previous relationships or whatnot?
I mean, listen, they all crazy.
She's Drea. I mean, I don't know if you want to look at her time on Basketball Wives or her leaving the kid in the house unattended for a few days to go clubbing. She doesn't have like a track record of like great choices, like in the public just overall. So her acting like that in the streets with that little boy, yeah, that's to be expected. I didn't think she was in there being Mother Mary. No. That's why she gets it off, because he don't feel like he with an old lady. She's still giving young IG bitch antics.
So they all
How old is
crazy, huh,
Drea?
Kenya? Just say it.
Yeah. I would say that's fine. I don't have a problem with that statement.
How old is Drea? Well,
Uh,
She's like
40.
40 something.
so what do we expect her to act like? Like,
Have a level of maturity more than the 22-year-old. I would expect.
but what are we saying exactly? Because she's drunk, out at night, and arguing with her nigga.
Does that mean put your hands on him?
I mean, if that's how y'all
Yeah,
get
It's a
yeah,
down,
slight
yeah.
shove,
That's
Scully,
a
yeah,
acceptable.
slight little
yeah.
shove. But I mean,
Nasty
That's
Scully.
acceptable. That's
Yeah, you a
acceptable, bro.
nasty
Like
one.
you done got lit with your girl and y'all been out and
no,
she
Rashad like
wasn't.
to come in these spaces, just
Yeah, she
just
tried. He
act
tried to
like
act like he run his house like with an
he
iron
Obama and
fist.
Michelle in the
ain't
Oval
nothing wrong with
Office with his girl all the time.
a good
Rashad,
push in the
please.
back. Sometimes, keeps you on your square.
Sometimes your girl get drunk and she don't want to leave the function, and you leaving the function because you ready to go, and you got elsewhere to be, and she gonna let you hear about it the whole way back to the car.
Yeah, I can see that. Two things. If I was her son, that's the same age as Jalen as Jalen Green, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? That has to be embarrassing. That has to be embarrassing. As a mom, you can't talk to your kid about maturity and de-escalation and all that type shit. And we got you on 4K and TMZ with a nigga my age doing this fuck shit. Listen, you shot yourself in the foot as far as credibility, mom. And then two, putting him in harm's way because he is the NBA
All right,
star.
Rashad. Nah, calm down. Harm's way. What the fuck are we
No,
doing?
putting him in harm's way because if he does react,
Rashad's
if he
so dramatic,
reacts to you,
man.
nobody's going to care that she pushed him. It is NBA star Jalen Green,
But he
domestic
didn't react
violence.
to her. Let's stop with the hypotheticals.
No,
What
no,
happened was
that's
they
not,
went out, they
that's not,
got drunk, she
that's
pushed him in
not
the back. What was
hypothetical.
they
That
arguing
is
about?
what happens. That's literally what happens.
No, that's not, but what
Are we
happened,
excusing
No, no,
violence?
no. Yeah, it sounds like it, but I didn't even want to get to that space, Rasheem. But what I'm saying is he is the star in this relationship. He is the $100+ million, might get 200 million, right? And so everything that happens is going to lay on Jalen Green in national news. And so knowing that, and you love somebody, don't put them in position to potentially fuck that up. That's what I'm saying.
yo, if you got to punch your bitch because she pushed you in the back, you got other things going on. That's not a Jalen Green thing. That I'm not condoning,
That's dumb. You hold on,
domestic violence, but being pushed in the back
hold on. So
is not an
you
extreme.
excuse her physical violence because she's drunk, but then he got deeper problems if he retaliates while also being drunk.
If we're referring to a
Stop
push in the back,
it.
yes, a push
Stop
in the back
it. Slick.
So you think
Rashad,
Shakari
why
Richardson was
is
right
the
Slick,
then,
you
huh?
back.
got one
oh,
mouth, but you talking out both sides.
So
Stop it.
Shakari
y'all are
Richardson was okay?
sick. Like Rashad, just beat women if you want, man.
Hey,
Y'all
what
don't have to
the hell
do
can
this.
you?
Y'all don't have to
Hold
do
on,
this. Y'all
hold
do not
on.
have to use
Time
these.
out.
No, because every time,
Time out.
bro, a bitch could trip a little bit and shove into a nigga, and y'all be like, no, no. Now if I knocked her teeth
Nah,
out,
niggas
oh
looking for a reason to
my
punch
god,
a
like
bitch. Like,
No,
Let's
it's not
rewind.
even,
Let's
damn,
it's
rewind
not even about,
selector.
what is wrong with
it's
she
y'all?
not even about
sneezed at me, so I had to punch her. She tried to assault me.
it's
Like,
not even about punching, right? I think that anything that he does is going to be in the spotlight
but he
and
ain't do shit.
true, but these behaviors aren't foreign. This looks like this is what goes on. And we've seen Drea on Basketball Wives and we've seen, how she acts in different situations. I would say don't put somebody in that position. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's somebody that you in a relationship romantically, I would think that would come to mind first. You know what? Even if I do want to push you, even if I do want to put my hands on your ass, let's get to the car. Let's get home type shit. Doing that in public was weird to me because anything that he does is going to be all his fault. That's all I'm saying. That's just weird.
They're just saying if he would have reacted, then it would have been something.
Yeah. And then
But he
all
didn't
you'll see on
react.
ESPN, you're not going to see Dre's name on ESPN. The Rockets ain't going, or where he at, Phoenix. Phoenix ain't going to talk about no goddamn Drea. They're going to be like, hey, fam, why the fuck you did that? And no matter what he say, it's going to be like, so what? That's all. That's what I took from it. I didn't like
Him
that.
saying I hate you is just like some built up shit. Like, yeah, I
That's
still
the
got to
funny
deal with.
part.
Yeah, yeah,
Niggas
yeah.
still
That's
run
the
around
funny
yelling,
part.
I hate you. Like, what are we
Yeah. Like, what we doing? Like, yeah, I still got to deal with your old ass type shit. Like, get your old ass on. Like, and we probably got to go back home together after you said this. Now it's extra. Like, nah, that's crazy.
telling your
He's been
significant
over for
other,
a minute now.
telling your significant other that you hate them is wild.
Hey, man, sometimes you got to get it out. Sometimes you got to get it out.
Rashad, you see what I put in the jumbotron? What they're saying? Why he was mad with her in the first place?
Oh, come on, man. Stop it.
Is that real?
Stop it. No, this ain't
It's
real.
it says via TMZ Sports. I don't know.
This ain't real. Stop it. I ain't even gonna put no smut on her name like that.
And then the club, then they got a video of them in the club, like somebody was
But
recording
that
them or
that was
something.
a different day because they both had on different outfits. Like in the
Okay,
club video,
okay,
she had a
okay.
white shirt on.
All right, bet.
Yeah, so that was different days. Yeah, how did y'all feel about, the dynamic, and then the age gap? Did y'all, Kenya already said she didn't expect a level of maturity from Drea, but I was surprised at her, not being as mature. I think Jalen handled that shit the best that he can. Saying I hate you is crazy. I did make a joke, but that is crazy. That is some built up shit going on, because even if you mad at your joke, even if she acting crazy, it's like, all right, fam, you pissing me off. Like I think he said, if I punch you or some shit. I think he said that. But you pissing me off, man. If I knock your ass out and then keep it moving, but I hate you, I think that's another story. How did y'all
No,
how did y'all
Kenya,
feel
this
about
nigga keep going to domestic violence. Like, this is crazy.
that? That's what he
I'm
said.
watching Rashad.
That's what the nigga
I got my
said.
eyes on him. I ain't hear it. Let me go watch the video again.
That's what he said. I was like, oh shit, this nigga is crazy.
No, like it's all it is. If you, like you said, if you tell your significant other, I hate you, that's a lot of built up, you know what I'm saying, energy. Like, you got to get this shit out. Like, I'm tired of your ass. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he just don't want to pay that child support. Like, you stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he don't want to go through
That
what
nigga
PJ
was
going through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that
that,
nigga was mad before they left the house. If he said I hate you,
Yeah, that
she
ain't
been
something you
pissing
just
that
say
nigga
spur of the
off.
moment.
She been
He,
pissing that nigga off all
For
day. You hear
real.
me?
Oh, not
he
gonna
was
hold
mumbling,
you.
"I hate you" on the way to the club.
And yeah, the child support thing is another thing. And where you already know, fam. You already know. And I think he already got his max deal. So she about to get some money off that max. Hey, fam.
She probably not, because they've been married for. Are they even married?
No, they not married.
It's just a kid.
Yeah.
She has so many other kids with so many other people that are already paying that his child support is really ain't gonna be that heavy, because they're
So
not gonna
Yeah,
many.
base it
what's
off
so
Crazy
of.
many?
enough,
I don't
only
know if
had
he
two
has so many
kids.
kids. She got 3 kids, I
Right.
think.
Yeah, was
Yeah,
it
they're
three?
all by millionaires, ain't they?
Or 2.
And
I thought she
they're
had two
also by
total.
millionaires. So the other two guys who are paying child support, they're going to factor all that in, and he's going to have to pay. It's not going to be crazy according to our standard, but it ain't going to break his bank. He ain't going to be cutting up half or a third or anything like that, because they factor in her already, the income she's already receiving from others,
and
and
they
they
in
might fuck
Texas
around
too, right?
and other niggas get less.
No, well, they did have the baby while he was in Texas, but they don't live there now. He got traded. So I don't even know how that shit works. They live in Phoenix, I would think, because that's where he plays now. But yeah, that's what I thought about. 20 grand, 25 grand a month, I, to a nigga who just got 250 million. It's not crazy, but the principle, the principle, man, the principle. 20.
It's the principle, but as a father,
What's the
and you have to,
principle?
at some point in your mind, you have to realize that it's for my child. And so I'm obviously, if I'm out hooping or doing whatever 9 months out of the year, the kids with me or with her, and then the other couple months she's there with me, then I understand it's like, all right, I could do that so my kid could be comfortable, because regardless of how it breaks down, what she's doing with it, my kid should be comfortable wherever they're at. If that's what cost me 25 grand a month out of my 250 million, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's bogus. I think she lives with him. I don't know if y'all seen the challenge that they had. It was funny. I'm not gonna lie, kind of cute. But they would sit at a table, and she was like, "I bet I can drink this water without taking off the napkin or something like that. And if I do, like, you owe me, um, a shopping spree or some shit." I think they went to some makeup spot. But say all that to say, even the child support that she is pocketing, and it's not about the kids because he's providing the lifestyle. So if they break up, which I hope they don't, I hope they can figure it out. You never want a broken home, but That, oh, this money is for the
Wait,
kids.
now I'm
This money for
confused.
But
the
we don't
kids.
know
Who's
that.
paying the child support? The guy that's still with her?
Gilbert Arenas, don't you got a kid with
Nah, she
Gilbert?
don't got a kid with Gil.
No, she
Gil said he
doesn't.
just had her
Oh
in the
my
back
God, you
seat a
are
couple times.
mixing her up with the other lady. Oh, Lauren, no. Wait, but why are you the person paying the child support? That's not who she's with. So why are you saying
No,
that?
I'm saying that the child support that she is getting, she is pocketing. Because Slick said, oh, well, you have to get into the mindset that the child support is for the child. And I'm saying if he's providing a life, if Jalen, the new guy, is providing a lifestyle for the
Hmm.
child, that child support that she's getting is not for the kid. That's what I was saying. And I think it would be the same
You
because,
that sounds insane. Wait, hold on.
It
What
would
come
still
on,
be going
stop
towards the
it.
kid.
the hell are you
If you
talking about?
live,
But why are you making
if
assumptions
you
that he's
live in,
paying for the provisions for
hold
of the
on,
kid just because they're
if you're
together?
living with a nigga that make 200 mil and he's providing your lifestyle, he's providing your child's lifestyle as well. If the child is of age, I don't know how old the child is. I thought he had
So
3.
because the new nigga has 200 million and they're not even married, what you feel like your child support should be zero because the new guy's there?
No, I'm saying if she gets child support from Jalen and the child support that she's
Oh,
getting from the other guy, Jalen's already providing the lifestyle. So that flies in the face of, this child support is for the child. Jalen providing for the child. That's what I was saying.
okay. Well, for that child, yeah. Mm.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. Slick, Slick got to come up here and do. Listen, y'all called me a panderer. Jesus, we need to get Slick a medal. Not gonna hold you.
But he mixing her up with everybody.
How am I
Damn it.
We need to
pandering?
get Slick a medal. Not gonna
Where's the
hold you.
pander in anything that I said by
You
saying like
said it was
shit?
okay. You said domestic
Man, don't
violence
fall for
okay.
slick
Pick it up,
bullshit,
Slick.
In
man.
some
You a
cases,
nasty nigga. Look at him. Some cases, nasty nigga, man. Never seen nothing like it. That's nasty.
but how was that pandering?
What are the?
They just hate the truth when it's not in
Thank you,
their
Kenya.
favor.
Thank you, Kenya. I'm trying to. He's just saying words.
Hmm. I know.
Do you have pander? Is that like on your screensaver on your phone, or
I got a
do
lot of
you
words
have
of
it written
affirmations
down?
on my screensaver in the phone.
And pander is one of them.
It's number
Panderer.
13.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe you got a word of the day thing.
I haven't actually
Just
said that
reset
word
it
in a
to
long
pander.
time, man. But when you came up here, I had to dust it off. Not gonna lie,
Well,
had to dust it off. But
you should have read the definition with it. But go ahead.
speaking of relationships in NBA, seeing this on the timeline, Grant Hill and Tamia. Tamia said
I know where this is going.
on the first date, she was linked up with Grant Hill by Anita Baker. I didn't even know that. Anita Baker playing goddamn matchmaker. That's crazy. That's a hell of a story to tell at your wedding. Anita Baker set us up. But they went out on a date. They went somewhere to eat. Grant Hill told her that he left his wallet. And he ordered up all kind of shit, all kind of food. And
Bye, Rashad. Bye,
Tamia paid for
Rashad.
it.
Just drop down.
look,
Goodbye.
look. She,
Rashad,
she
please.
said the nigga ordered up her ass and shit. I'm like, God damn, that nigga crazy.
That
But
is disgusting. I'm actually
after
disgusted.
it was over, he told her, basically, I was just testing you. I was seeing if you were going to actually pay for the meal. 26 years later, they're still married and have 2 daughters. So obviously she didn't feel a way about it, but a lot of people on social media felt a way about it and didn't like the game. I didn't necessarily see too much of an issue besides ordering all the motherfucking food. Like you could
Ordering all
have,
the food.
you
No,
could have,
there's
you could have
two
chilled
things
out with
that are
that.
like gravely insane here. Now, I'm not saying that the woman can't pay for the date. I'm not gonna be like that. Like, it's just not that deep. I don't really think it matters. Them dates don't even be that much. Um, I've like paid for, I mean, one time in my life, I paid for a first date. Now, he did end up being engaged and I found out a year later. So I don't know, ladies, just learn from me, okay? But I think that it's okay to agree to something like that and that be like, what you're going into it, like expecting probably. The lying and ordering buku food on top of the lie is like pretty disgusting. Cause even as a woman, I feel like women are taught to be like conscious, don't just be like, be conscious and be mindful of people that are like accommodating you to not go and order up a bunch of shit just because you're not paying for it.
Kenya, you need to write a book. I don't know. Just the
Oh
little
god.
snippets that I've gotten of your life. Like, man, I would watch this on VH1 at like, you know,
Lifetime.
after do this stuff. Like,
Hey, somebody get Tyler Perry on the phone.
It's real stories, bro.
yo,
Tyler
he'll
Perry on
give
the
you
phone.
a deal.
I felt like I said, ordering the buku food. Come on, man, that's crazy. But at a level that Grant Hill was at in '92, how would a person like him of his stature in finances find a woman that really cares about him, the person, and not Grant Hill, the basketball player? And so
By dating other celebrities. He did it the right way. He couldn't do that with Keita from down the street. Keita ain't got it like that, and he knows that. But he also can't test Keita by ordering a crazy ass meal, knowing that she's a registered nurse and, you know, working 70 hours a week. Tamia had a bag. So yeah, you could do that. I get it, but it sounded like some bullshit that he was just on some shit one day. Cause that, I don't see what you find out by doing that with somebody that you're just
And
meeting.
her accepting loser shit don't make it no less loser. Please.
that's not
That
that's
meant
not
nothing to
loser
me.
shit. That's not. Go ahead, Mushy.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was. Grant was being extra for real, bro. Like you was that nigga in '92, the whole feel idea, all that shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you you got to know. You know what I'm saying? We always see this. Like we just came from a situation. We just talked about a situation of knowing that somebody wants you for you, and they built up animosity and shit. So as ball players, got to protect themselves in some way. You know what I'm saying? To see who really there for them, like Slick just said, but him doing all this ordering all this goddamn food was a little bit too much. It could have been a joke, you know what I'm saying, in some reason or some way of fashion, but you know what I'm saying, it led to, you know, him being honest and, you know what I'm saying, them having a courtship and the conduit between them two, like, what is it, who was it? Anita, who was it?
Anita
That got
Baker.
the, yeah, Anita Baker, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, this coming out of good faith of Anita Baker doing this. And Grant come from money too, you know what I'm saying, already. So, you know, he probably been going through this his whole life, you know what I'm saying? And got to this point and you see how serious he took her because, you know what I'm saying, he already came from money anyway. So he probably been just like girls throwing it. He wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? Like his family was prominent. His dad was a NFL player as well. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's probably just been taught to him, you know what I'm saying, to go through this, but just ordering the food was a little bit too much.
Yeah, but I can see it. Whereas it's like, I don't want no joint coming to the date thinking I'm Grant Hill and I'm supposed to pay for all this shit. So sitting there and him getting the whole goddamn menu and she thinking that it's covered, and then he turn around and say, "Oh shit, I forgot my wallet." It
But
could have
he
went.
is Grant Hill. So he could have took her ass to Outback, Red Lobster. Shit, 92, Red Lobster would have been just fine. He could have took her ass to Red Lobster, had a regular ass meal, and she wouldn't expect all that
Grant Hill
shit.
couldn't have walked into
If
damn
you
Red
gonna
Lobster
do,
in '92, nigga. Stop.
I'm
Yeah, I don't
sure
know if
he
that's a
could
joke
have.
or not.
Go ahead, Rasheed.
No, I was gonna say that was funny. No, I was gonna say real quick. Yeah, I don't just get lost in like the money aspect, right? Yeah, I think Grant Hill was definitely ODing a little bit, ordering so much food. But I think there's a level of like assurance, I think, on both parts, because obviously they both have money, right? So I don't think Timmy went to that like, dang, I ain't gonna get paid, or if this doesn't work out or whatnot, or be reimbursed or whatever. I think the overall message that I saw with this was, it's okay to, lead in with like just being kind and nice. I feel like sometimes we get too caught up in like the narratives of what we should do on dates or whatnot. And she took a chance and look at it now, right? Because she could have went to that and been like, damn, like where's your money? You should be paying, blah blah blah. But it's turned to a flourishing relationship. So I think that's the main message I got from that
She
overall.
she also could have looked at him as a bum ass nigga, like you sat here, ordered up all this food, and you expect me to pay for it, and seen it a whole different way, and it not been about him not being able to pay for it or her having to pay for it. It's just his actions, and then he could have lost the love of his life.
Nah, because the love of his life gonna fork over that credit card like she did. Listen,
Shit,
man.
the love of his life might not have had the money to fork over.
Sometimes,
Canadian
This
women's
is
are true
crazy.
queens.
listen,
That's what
This is
Grant
sometimes
Hill
we
is
crazy.
gotta
saying.
test these hoes, man. We gotta stop it.
So hold on, the
So,
game in between the meal, like him ordering that food and then getting there and the conversation, she was like, all right, I'm gonna give this nigga a chance to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably spending some good shit in
that
the
nigga
middle of that
started.
dinner.
That nigga started patting his pockets like a motherfucker. Oh shit.
Oh man, wait.
Did he have the
And they could have
wallet, like
left out there
actually, or
too.
did he lie about not having the wallet?
It
After
just
he spit all that game to him.
Because
said
if
that
he
he told her
really
he ain't
didn't
got it.
have the wallet, I'm telling you right now, we both would have been going to jail. Well, them people would have called the police on us.
See, and that's why you listen. He would have
Facts.
dropped you off and never talked to you again. We got
Find
That's fine.
find you a Canadian and get out the game. That's
fellas.
the
You gotta
message.
test them sometime, man. Not gonna lie. Find your queen. You gotta test them. Grant Hill, he ain't did nothing wrong besides ODing on the food. But other than that, he ain't did nothing wrong. You know how many times he probably done went out on dates and joints was just up there ordering the menu and he looking like, I know good and hell well you can't eat up all this goddamn food. So he decided to turn the tables. What's wrong with that? He found his queen. It worked. She passed. 26 years
And
to the
before
good.
and before that, you really didn't hear nothing about Grant like dating. You know what I'm saying? Like paparazzi wasn't so big back then. You know what I'm saying? Like it is now. But once you found out he was dating her, like everybody was like, "Oh shit, he got him one." You know what I'm saying? So it was.
But Rashad, that is so fake. Because when women want to test men and withhold coochie for fucking 4 dates, you say that's bullshit.
That's really bullshit.
No, it's bullshit because niggas know that y'all be fucking for less. That's
Cause
why.
you be going without the
That's why
date.
it's bullshit. Don't come
You-
over here and be all uptight about giving up some pussy. You done gave man some pussy down the street. I know because he told me.
He
That's why you
off
be
told
getting
us.
like
He
off
that.
the
told
He
us.
Russian
never.
cream, off the
Wait, who
Russian
am
cream
I? He never
backwood
told you
too.
shit.
Off
Listen.
the Russian cream backwood. He ain't even have to take you out nowhere. He
Yeah,
took you to the
man told me
car.
he hit you with the come through. I cook for you and you went through and he
You
fucked you
are
up.
not man.
Yeah.
Y'all be so worried about other dicks, bro. You are not man.
Listen,
You
Yeah, that
not
was
like him.
crazy. Like,
listen.
come on
You're not
now.
like him.
If
Don't be worried
you
about what
think,
You
man
don't
got and
talk
how
like
they got it.
man. You don't act like man. You're not him. So what you comparing with when I
So
gave
listen,
it to
go
him
if
and when
build a
I gave
life
it?
with man
in
man.
my
Go
mind,
that's your
No,
king.
I'm trying to build it with
If
you.
listen, in
that's
my
your
mind, that
king,
nigga ain't
Hey,
better
yo,
than me.
fool, man.
That nigga ain't better than me in my head. So nah, he didn't gave me the review. If you think that niggas ain't giving out reviews, I don't know what to tell you. Right? A lot of niggas that's approaching you, they approaching you because what they heard around the hood. Wake it up. It
somebody
ain't
What?
sent me.
secret.
What hood are
Somebody
you in?
sent me.
That is
Somebody
not
It
sent me.
true.
ain't
Where do y'all
secret.
live? Oh my god.
What
Quit
That
hood are
thing
you
talking to
from,
me.
Rashad?
that thing got a Yelp review on it.
Come on,
Okay.
man. Gotta stop it. What'd you say, Slick?
Y'all got to get out of these small towns. I don't know what y'all,
Man, listen. Niggas be getting the Yelp reviews.
So I'm like, I've never dated people that have ever known each other. That sounds insane.
You don't think they knew each
Yeah, you
other,
don't
but
think.
they passed that
Hey, you don't
Instagram
think.
around. They passed that Instagram around.
Yeah, you
You
don't
got that. You
think.
got that random follow, and he just started hearting your pictures. There's a reason for
Yeah,
that.
he
wait,
You know.
so
heard.
real quick. So as an adult, you're telling me that you have gotten a review from somebody around just in conversations like, yo, shorty be popping it, and you were like, I'm on that one.
1,000%.
1,000%.
Slick, they're liars. This is content.
Thousand
They are
percent. No,
liars. That never
on my
happened.
soul. 1,000%. Are you crazy? Slick, what's more crazy is you acting like you haven't.
Rashad,
As an adult,
where were you
no, that's
living
some
when that
shit I
happened?
definitely did in college and high school, maybe a couple years out of college, but as
College, you
a
want an
full-fledged
adult.
adult doing shit, hell
Y'all
no.
acting like I ain't never seen a movie because somebody said the movie was good. This the
Yeah,
same
what are
thing.
you talking about?
This the same
I be
thing.
hating all these. Every thought I have is an independent thought. Stop it. Nigga.
Sometimes I'm influenced. Okay, that's why I
My
started
bad.
doing drugs. Sometimes I get influenced.
Like what is we talking about, man? It's been plenty of times.
He would have dared to be different.
Yeah. Folks then gave
My
it
bad.
a review. Come on, man. Stop it. Kenya, I don't know what you talking about. I know you be in your single days giving out reviews to your homegirls. Come on, Kenya. You acting crazy
I
like you
was
just don't
young
know
when
what
I
the
did
hell
that.
going
I
on.
was like 17, 18. All of y'all is like over 30.
Come on, man.
All of y'all. Everybody but
You
me.
gotta figure out
Y'all all
you gotta
older.
figure out if she fucked one of your homeboys first. You can't.
You're 33. What are you figuring that out for? Go start a family, please.
What you look like bringing the
Nah,
chick that
Ken, he
fucked a
OD
couple of
with
your
that.
homeboys to the cookout? Now everybody's sniggling and giggling. Stop it. You gotta figure it out first. Are you crazy?
There's
You showed up to the cookout with the leftovers.
Yeah, you showed up to the cookout with and two of your homeboys that bust her up and you over there kissing her and loving her. Stop.
You done
I don't
brought a
like
to
the
go
way we're
tray. You brought the
discussing
to go tray to the cookout.
women at this
Come
moment.
on, man. Y'all be doing the same thing. I don't think I don't know. That's an interesting conversation. Do women actually care if a nigga has sex with their friend beforehand?
No.
It depends.
What
They
does it
don't have
depend on?
friends. They don't have friends.
It depends. I got one situation, but we was young, so I don't really like using that. In adulthood, I don't think it would be as okay because it probably those relationships probably were more like meaningful. Uh, I'm thinking, or I'm assuming, or I would assume that there was something to it other than fucking. So yeah, it would just be like awkward.
So if
So
they had a relationship, it would be a no. But what if they didn't have a relationship?
that's where it gets tricky because that's typically how the girlies be getting caught up. Because a lot of times it's like if you got a fucky friend and she really do just like kind of like be fucking a lot, it's just more niggas that's like off limits for you based on who she fucked if you can't talk to him. Because, well, you fucked everybody, so leave a nigga for me because that's not fair. It's kind of that kind of sentiment. But if you just fucked once way back in the day and nothing ever came from it, and then he turned out to be the love of my life, hey, I don't know, man. Shoot me.
Yeah, that could never be the love
Um,
of my life. Not gonna hold you. I couldn't. I'd be like, what's my man in Best Man when he was we standing at the altar and he was having flashbacks of his homeboy fucking his wife? That'd be me for the rest of our relationship. I could never do it. I could never do it. Not gonna hold you.
On the good sheets too. She had the seats in her mouth and shit. That was crazy.
Wait, you're saying you
y'all
couldn't
are
wife
really
shorty
like,
that your
y'all
niggas
are
fucked
sick.
on? Is what you're saying, Rashad?
What'd you say?
You said you wouldn't wife shorty that your niggas is fucked on,
Never.
but you could fuck on shorty that your niggas is fucked on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that just I
Wait.
thought that's what we was
What
talking
is
about.
the psychology of that? Because that's kind of like more that's homoerotic. So you cool with like double dicking and sticking your dick where his dick has been, but you won't
Yes.
take her out for ice
Or
cream
Wouldn't
and
go
it
give her a
sweet
wouldn't
kiss?
shower.
wouldn't it be more homoerotic if he had the relationship with her and woke up with her every morning and had kids with her? Isn't
No,
that
it's
more homoerotic?
homoerotic because like you just want to have some weird lusty Eskimo relationship with your homeboy. You're
No,
weird.
it's not a you want to. Y'all be acting like y'all just ain't lived before.
But wait, you just said that you do
No,
want to.
no,
Let's
Y'all
clear
that's
this.
acting
what
like
Let's
y'all
let's
ain't
get this
lived.
straight real quick because you was just saying that you get the review from a nigga and it does make you want to pull up on shorty. Now you can't say that no, it's not. That doesn't make you, nigga. You just said you do because
No,
it's
no. So 9 times out of 10.
heard about how he was dicking her down.
So
Now you
so
want to go
here's the
do that
thing, because
too?
obviously,
Ew.
I just live in me and Slick just live in different worlds. So he's never heard of this. So let me explain. 9 times out of 10, um, you probably like the same type of girl as your friends. At least somebody in the friend group likes the same type of woman, right? And so I'll never forget. I was in the studio one time and I seen a joint on Instagram, and I was like, man, she fine. And then I showed my homeboy, we had just started kicking it, and like, obviously he wasn't attracted to her, but he was like, nigga, that's my sister. And I was like, what? He was
What?
like, yeah, that's my sister. I was like, that's your blood sister? He said, yeah, same mama, same daddy. Like that type of
Oh
shit.
my
So
god.
whether it was just like random as hell. So whether it is friends or family or joints that you didn't dealt with, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have like proximity to folks. And so that's happened when I was just randomly showing a nigga. He said, it's his sister. It's also happened when I was randomly showing a nigga. He said, yeah, I fucked her. And so I was like, oh, for real? Like, she going type conversation? He was like, yeah, it wasn't nothing. All right, bet. I'm going to talk to her. Like that type of shit. It's not like, oh man, he fucked her. I want to get next. Like, no, it's
Well,
not
what do
that.
you
that's
mean
clarity
she's
because that's not what
going?
you
What
were
are you
saying earlier.
talking
Because
about? She's going. How does he know if she's going for you?
Kenya, but
Nobody
that's the
knows.
game. I know you don't
Nobody
you
knows
don't know
that.
for sure. Yeah, you got to try. If
Yeah, nobody
it went
knows
for
that.
him, then
But
it might work for you.
the principle, the question is, did it take a lot of work?
And y'all don't see no
Like
what
there's
you
flaws.
were
the
saying earlier was
Hell.
something completely different. What you were saying was that you got the Yelp review and that made you want to go. That's not what we're talking about now, because that's understandable. It's like, yeah, you sometimes you gonna fuck on the same pieces as your niggas. It happens, but that's not inspiration to want to fuck on it.
Yeah. It's not like, oh shit, I want to do it because he did it. Like, no, it's not that. If y'all took it that way, my bad. That's not what I was saying.
That's how I
So if
took it.
you had a homeboy who fucked on every bitch you ever fucked after you fucked her, you wouldn't look at him
I mean,
funny?
that's crazy. Come on, that's extreme.
At one point, you do start to look at niggas funny. Yes, there's definitely motives behind some of the shit niggas do when that starts to become a habit.
Yeah, if
Absolutely.
that happened,
That's
if it was every joint, yes, obviously.
That's a friend of me. That ain't no homeboy. That's a friend of me. And y'all women know that y'all women go through the same shit where a girl trying to talk to a nigga after you done talk to him.
Yeah,
Why
Yeah,
don't you even want to talk to that
I,
nigga? I talked to him for 2 weeks, 7 years ago.
yeah, I was about to say, I feel like girls do the same exact thing, right? No?
now, Kenya said it don't matter. I don't think women really care about it. I'm not gonna hold you.
They
Women
care more
don't
about
care.
the
I'm telling you,
relationship
like
than
they
the
don't care
sex.
that bad. Like if because also there it just be a lot of weird stuff going on. So it could be some even if nothing came of him and her dealing with each other, like I might try to see like if I could get a relationship out of it or not,
Yeah, never,
that type of vibe.
never. Listen, that is a big fear in the male community to bring your joint somewhere and then it's multiple niggas in the function that have been with her. It's a fear, not gonna lie.
Never cared. Never cared. I hope she got some miles on her when I meet her. Never cared.
Scully. Scully is an outlier.
Never,
Not gonna
never
hold
bought a
you.
new
No,
car off the lot with 0 miles.
no,
Never
no,
did
I
it.
agree with that. But he's talking, but as far as the inner circle goes, you wouldn't feel a little bit odd as far as if your inner circle knows that the same thing happened.
Your podcast mates.
Hey, she making me French toast today, buddy. I don't care if she made you French toast last Saturday. It's my turn.
Hey, listen. Congrats.
Everybody gets to turn on the Monopoly board, Rashad.
Congrats. That Scully is an outlier. Not gonna hold you. But I did want to move on to this next one.
We went from cars to Monopoly
Based
boards.
on cards to Monopoly board. Based on Grant Hill and his interaction with Tamia, I felt like he was trying to find his soulmate, right? He was looking for a woman and where he knew had his back. And it made me think about a post that I seen on the timeline. And the post said, men are the true lovers. They love women for who they are, not for what she has. Can't say the same. I felt like that test was to see if he got, if she got his back, and so he can love her, deeper, right? And for who she is. And I think that that is true. I think niggas do love women more for who they are, not for what they do. A lot of y'all be thinking y'all be doing the most. It don't be hidden. Not gonna hold you. But
Less is
niggas
more
still
for
bite the
sure.
bullet a lot. Niggas be biting the bullet. Kenya, how do you feel about that? Who do you think loves harder?
Why would you?
Depends
I'm
on what
sorry,
she
Rashad.
look
Hold
like.
on. I don't like that you asked me that question first.
You only female on
And
stage.
second of all, that's just I've heard that before. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't believe that to be true. Obviously, me, right? Of course not. Of course, that's not true. I think that because we look at what you guys get from women as kind of like nothing burgers, or it's so devalued. So it's like, oh, I have to,
What
I
is
don't
the
know,
value?
pay the bills. The same bills that you were gonna have to pay anyway, because you still gotta live. So it's like, oh no, I gotta work and I gotta pay the bills. And then it's like whatever she gives to you, whatever that may be, because I don't know, y'all are different. I won't say all men are the same, but whatever that may be, it's like it's not equating to whatever you give to her. So I feel like that's why you guys like say that. So in your brain, it's like, I love her just for nothing, just to love her, because you look at what she does for you as nothing. So, yeah, it's that. I mean, I let you guys say it because I think it makes sense to you guys, but it's not true, like in the real
Yeah, I
world.
don't. I don't think I can't speak for all niggas, but I don't think that is looked at as you're doing nothing. I do think that women have an idea of like they put men in a box, right? And so what you do for one man, you do for all men, and men should be appreciative in general for the things that you do, not knowing that we are different, right? And so if you bring in we already always have the conversation of cooking and cleaning, right? If you bring in cooking and cleaning, it is very much appreciated. But if I was a nigga that, like to eat out and I can hire a maid, you're not doing what I would like you to do. So do I appreciate it? Yes. Is that something in where, we like champion? Yay. Because it would be the same thing in reverse, right? If when we talk about love languages, if your love language is gifts and I'm just giving you words of affirmation all the time, it's like, I appreciate the kind words, nigga, but you're not doing what I want you to do. And so I think that that's where
And
that
what
goes.
is the want you to do? So what is it that you would like
What
from
what
her?
we
And then just
what we
communicate
ask
that.
for. Sometimes I feel like sometimes what we ask for, y'all just be like doing what y'all want to do in the first place. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes.
Specifically, do what a nigga asked. And I think it gets to a place where it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. She gonna do what she do. Let me just smile. Because for us, it's not necessarily something to, give the
But
relationship
the
up.
sentiment that you love her just or that you love more purely because you love her for her is not the case because if certain things stopped happening, I doubt you'd stay with that chick.
Tia, they
So
lying.
Niggas
Niggas
don't
don't
leave.
love
Hold
women
on, wait.
for women. Men are more physical about their love than women are with their emotions of love. And I don't even feel comfortable saying that there's a one type of way and men are more and women are less because it shows itself differently and it changes from a 25-year-old man to a 35-year-old man to a 45-year-old man. It all shows differently. But it's mainly from what I've seen, it's hinged off of some sort of physicality, something that can be physically measured more so than an emotion or a feeling
I
and
don't I
showing
don't
them.
like the word physically. I would use the word tangibly. Because with physically, then niggas start thinking about sex. And I think it's tangible things that niggas would like more often.
I tangibly right.
But
So
specific to
outside
them.
of
Tangible, but specific to that one man, right? You can't come over here doing some blanket ass shit and then be like, be grateful, nigga. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's not one size
I'm
fits all.
grateful. All right, I got it. I'm grateful.
I don't think it is that, but the conversation is not about the guy loving the woman that doesn't do what she'd like for him to do.
Yes, because niggas don't leave. That's the whole sentiment, and where niggas love harder because even when you're not doing it, I'm still here, right? It's not. I think when it comes to
Okay, all right,
Men
Rashad.
are willing to endure longer without receiving what they consider to
You're
be
not
love than
willing to
women would.
endure
I
shit.
think
That's
that's
not.
provable. I don't know how to prove it, but I think it's provable. I think there's somewhere
You don't
we
know
could I
how to
can type a
prove it
prompt in
because
chat
in
GPT and figure it out.
actuality you sticking around and getting, I mean, it's the same concept. Do you know that it takes jobs like money to hire people? It costs more to go and hire a new person than to just get you to fucking act right. It costs more to get a new person in this apartment than it is for me to just evict you or wait for you to pay the money. Like I have to now, like it costs more to attain the new. So you sitting up here talking about, oh, because I didn't leave. I mean, of course not. She's already there. She's already the woo de woo de woo. If you're having a rough spell or if things are not going right, men sticking around on paper is just, it's so easy to say, but there are probably a lot of other things going on the back end. So it's like, yeah, you're sticking around, but you're doing that, but you're doing that.
Hold on, wait.
Exactly.
Let's get to the hands real quick because we got Mushy and we got Duchess. What's the word, Mushy? Mushy, how you feel?
All right, bet. All right, so do you think y'all guys think this is like a bracket conversation, like a tax bracket type thing? Because now, as like I see it now, as like the economy we in, no, you gonna need she gonna need something. Like we just can't be sitting around here and these bills high as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have did that a long time ago. Like I'm not a 50-50 guy. You know what I'm saying? So. I just say like for the brothers that are like younger or whatever, I think you should, you know what I'm saying? Like she should come with like her career. Cause most women are right now, black women right now are, or any women are in their careers right now. So I think you need to look at that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you can take care of everything, then yeah, then you can look at that. But, then you can go that route of like just being a true lover or whatever and just having her for her. But now in this situation, that's how I think, like in this situation, like both of us need to have something, you know what I mean? So it won't be no like that financial abuse situation or whatever. And like me, I'm a person with a heart. I wouldn't want to put nobody out, you know what I'm saying? Like in no time like this, if she going through a hard time, like I couldn't see that.
Yeah, I think that speaks to, men loving because I feel like no matter the circumstance, right? It's rare that there is a deal breaker as far as I'm about to get away from this bitch, right? I don't think we necessarily see men leaving their women, and so Kenya can dress it up however she want to dress it up, but we don't see that a lot because we accept one that all women got their shit. women are just gonna be women. You can find ones who may have less, but at the end of the day, you're gonna run into some shit, and vice versa, right? And then we also don't look at the moment, right? And where right now I'm unhappy, and so I need something else to fulfill me or be happy. Niggas don't look at life like that. Niggas are more optimistic and look at the situation of, this shit might be feeling away, or I might not be being heard, but eventually we gonna get to that point. As opposed to, I don't necessarily think, especially like from narratives and just having different conversations, and where women think like that when it comes to relationship. It's more of, I need to be happy right now. We see the narratives of what one nigga won't do, another will, and all
So
this other
there's
shit. It's like,
and you
fam,
don't
that's
see
not
any
relationship.
narrative of women staying in relationships far past the point where they probably should. You don't see that as a common thing as well.
Well, no, I
Not as
think what it
much.
is that it looks different because what
It's
happens
like
is that
bullshit, man.
where men will stay in a relationship while they're unhappy, women will still love somebody but break up with them because they're unhappy. And so it looks different on the outside because we're thinking, oh, you broke up with somebody, so you obviously don't love that person and you're, trying to change the situation or get away from them, as opposed to men staying in that situation, staying unhappy even beyond their not feeling that way anymore. Where a woman would have left, 5-6 months ago, still be in love with that person, but have made the decision to, protect themselves or whatever the new phrase is for now.
Wake it up. New phrase. You hit that one on the head. Go ahead, Duchess. How you feeling today? What's the word?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Another day.
I feel like I just wanted to say that I feel like this tweet is overgeneralized and it seems like it's coming from a place of hurt, if we're being honest. Because there are men who we all know, we know a nigga who's all about what you bring to the table as nigga. We all know one. We all know one. So that ain't what whoever tweeted that ain't true. And then it's subjective because you have niggas who just love you for who you are. There's niggas is like, well, can you help just pay the groceries? And that works for whoever is interested. So I'm not falling for that propaganda. That's all I have to say.
I would like to ask you and Kenya a question. Um,
Oh boy.
what relationship is
I almost said a slur.
what relationship is more in jeopardy? When a man is not happy or when a woman is not happy? When is the relationship most in jeopardy?
I can't answer that
See?
question,
See?
Rashad.
Yeah, it
It's simple.
depends.
No, it
That
don't. It
depends
don't.
though.
No,
It
because if a
does.
man is unhappy, okay, it does depend, Rashad, because
He thinking
there
like a
are
nigga
men,
too.
if a woman gets unhappy and you're I guess what you're trying to suppose is, oh, she just gets unhappy one day, she ups and she leaves. Yes, that relationship became in jeopardy. If the man got unhappy and then went to holla at Rhonda, 2 towns over real quick and then come back, I still think that relationship is in jeopardy, even though he never left.
It depends
That's a
because I
fact.
was unhappy, and it was clear he did not care. So to me, the relationship is in jeopardy because you have someone who is unhappy and the other partner literally does not care about my well-being. But again, this is very subjective. There are other instances where the man is not happy, but he either sticks around because maybe he feels sorry for her. It's hard for him to leave, so like it really just depends case by case. But I feel like that tweet is just overgeneralized in general, and I feel like that it's just rage bait at this point.
Every answer that you and
Talk
Kenya
about
gave somehow.
he didn't leave. He's on. He can't go nowhere. His credit is shit, and he can't get an apartment. He's not no fucking moral nigga because he can't get an apartment in his name.
Hold on. So how the fuck is you with him
Oh,
then?
you talking about
Why are you
somebody
with
broke?
him?
Because I'm the
You're
real
talking
lover.
about somebody
Because I love him
specifically.
anyway. See,
You're
see,
not talking about.
because I'm the real lover. That's why.
No, he gotta go.
Slick,
Even if he broke,
slick.
your thing's by the elevator, bro.
Yeah.
Which relationship is most in jeopardy?
What do you mean? Which relationship?
If a man is unhappy or if a woman is unhappy, which relationship is most in jeopardy of ending?
When the woman's
The
unhappy, women
woman.
initiate the majority of breakups and divorces are initiated by women,
I
which
don't know
goes
why
back to
they
what I'm
don't.
saying.
That's
But
clear.
here's where it gets tricky is because it's the way that it looks and it manifests. Because optically we look at it and it looks like, yeah, men love harder because we stay longer, whereas it's really women are just quicker to sever a relationship and still be in love. Usually when a man breaks up with you, he's done. Like that's a wrap. If it gets that far, there really isn't much going back
No,
to it
he
when a
not.
nigga initiates and does the breakup. When a woman initiates a breakup, there's a pretty good chance you can get back together with it.
I think if you
But
ask
it's the
any,
breakup is the part where you're seeing like love has stopped for some reason. Like, no, she'll break up with you. She'll still be in love with you for shit. A couple of months after that, she just want to get away from you for the time being. It's what you do after that. But when niggas break up with you, it's final. That's usually not every time. Obviously, we're not speaking across the board, but when a man breaks up with you, he's usually at his wit's end, but he's also less likely to break up with you than you.
I think if you ask any relationship therapist, they will tell you that men take relationships and breakups harder than women do. Pause. I think that it's because a lot of reasons. One, we don't necessarily. I know there's a lot of shit on social media and all that, but when niggas really find their one for real, they go all out, right? Every decision that's made, especially when it's moving towards marriage, every decision that's made is about her and the family if they have kids. Your thought process is about how my family will level up. What can I do to make them happier? What, like, your whole life is engulfed in that.
Okay, but he left a wake of 53 bitches that like he deaded until he found the one. Like you're
I thought that
ignoring.
was how we go. Date them all. Don't y'all say that? Date them all.
I
What the
never said
fuck?
that. I never said that before. So
I thought that was the narrative. Date them all. I'm tripping now.
yeah.
Come on, man.
A little, a little.
Nah.
They treating dating like Pokemon.
I thought that's what the youngins was doing. I could never get into that, fam. I ain't gonna lie. I was a I was a lazy dater. I'm not gonna hold you. Lazy dater. I can't imagine like folks talking to. How do you niggas just be talking to 2, 3, 4 joints? Y'all niggas is strong.
Easy.
Y'all niggas is strong. I'm not gonna hold you. Couldn't do it.
You can't love everybody. Come on now. Some of them got to be temporary. Everybody ain't gonna be your love.
I would say you are right. But when we talking about, are you talking about just like in general or when you're in a relationship?
All of it.
Oh no, why would you be in a relationship with somebody and have that
What,
point of
bro?
view?
What?
Why would you be in a relationship with somebody? Cause what?
Why would you be in a relationship with somebody and have that mindset of you can't love them all?
Because you're homeless.
Well,
Oh, well, yeah,
for
that makes
one,
sense. That
Scully, you're
makes
not
sense
helping,
now.
dog. I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're not helping. You just
the process of
giving more
being in
ammo.
a relationship is finding love. You know, the run around fucking and dating all that, that's not finding love. That's you building relationships, finding, just being out there. When you get in a relationship, you're trying to find out if this is the person that you're going to love. If you get in a relationship, in a week after you're in the relationship, you talk about, oh, I love you. Man, you got to slow down. You can't love them all. Figure that shit
So
out.
what it,
That ain't
I
love.
would,
That sound like Rashad bag.
this is a genuine question. What is the point of being in a relationship if that is not like the goal? It kind of seems like, all right, we just gonna, link up, figure some shit out, and then how it go. Like,
It should be the goal, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's automatic just because you add exclusivity to it.
no, but I think that
I feel like getting to know somebody is it depends again because you could just be talking to somebody because you're lonely.
These, yeah, but I be feeling like these. I don't know if these like regional conversations because I know some people like there's like 1,000 tiers, so I don't know if exclusively dating is the same thing as like relationship to some people. I would say yes, but then some people would say no. I
I
don't
think
know.
as soon as
I
you
don't know. I don't know what
whatever
y'all doing.
y'all call it these days, soon as you are exclusive or in a relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend, I think that, in my opinion, would be a level of intentionality in seeing this through.
So you
That's
moving
just how
in
I
on after 30
Yeah.
days.
Oh
After
well,
30 days,
yeah.
y'all sharing apartments and
I mean, yeah, there should be intentionality in
co-signing.
seeing it through, but I mean,
That's a
if
little
you
too
just
You
fast
can't see it
co-signing
though.
for
through,
the
you can't
car
see it
after
through.
30 days? Like, yo, we just met 30 days in the relationship. I need a
It
cosigner.
doesn't have to be that extreme, Slick. But I'm saying when it comes, because to you, what you said sounded really hands off. It sounded really passe as far as, if it work, it work. It don't, it don't. We'll figure it out and see if we can love each other. Like I would think like that was my mindset in where, all right, we together and we gonna figure this out. Right. So all your bullshit, all my bullshit, we gonna be intentional about seeing this through. It's not, if it work type shit. If I grow to love you, like it wasn't that. It was doing things that aligned with getting to that space.
Correct. But it doesn't mean that it's automatically aligned. Just because we say we're boyfriend, girlfriend does not mean that I automatically love you and everything from here on out, I'm taking it all. Like, no, let's get to that point. Let's be together. Let's be exclusive. Let's try to build a
This
life
is just
together.
like
And
differences in personality types because it sounds like I understand what Rashad is saying, but that yes, it sounds like that's like a very intentional dater that's like coming into it already with that mindset. But not everybody's like that.
Yeah, I think that is true. Everybody isn't like that. I wanted to talk about vulnerability in dating. Um, we see a lot of different posts on these timelines. This one was very interesting. And it kind of speaks to loving and who loves harder and some of the reasons why. There's a video of a lady. I put it in a jumbo. She's riding in the car with her husband. Her husband is obviously some sort of handyman. She says he likes to work on cars and shit. He's gutted the car and he's sitting in the seat and she's just sitting, damn near on the floor. There was a lot of negative backlash towards this woman from other women. And I didn't understand why there was a lot of backlash. Obviously, she is married. Obviously, she wants to participate in whatever her husband's hobby is, and she wanted to take a ride. There were people sending her DMs talking about, folks on Twitter saying you a retarded bitch and all kind of stuff. And I was like, this kind of leads to people not going, quote unquote, all in, and people not loving as hard.
Okay, okay,
No, but
Rashad,
hold on, wait.
Rashad,
Because
Rashad.
when you have a partner and you're married and you're just unapologetically loving your partner out loud, like we've had a space about loving out loud, and this is what she's doing, and then you see all the ridiculous backlash of you just loving your nigga and wanting to be around him while he's doing his shit. And so I think that does play a part of it
But
also.
what? But are you like are you like missing the main problem here? There's nothing wrong with loving your man out loud or participating in hobbies. Yes, please go sing karaoke with him together and make a fool of yourselves. Placing yourself on the floor, on the metal floor of the car with no seatbelt while he's in
And
a
your nigga
seat
got a
with a
seatbelt.
was that their
seatbelt,
only car?
Like, bro,
you loving him to the point of putting your life in danger is not what we should be advocating
at all,
for.
That's what
honey.
love
Hold
is
on,
I
wait.
about.
don't
That's
And
what
I
love is
it's
don't
not
about.
that y'all
know.
don't. This is obviously he took everything out the goddamn car. There's no seats but his. The only way you can drive is to have a seat. I don't think there was any.
It look like we ain't going for a ride then, cause like, what the
Well, is
But
fuck?
this
it, but
their
it,
only
Like,
but
literally,
car?
what
what
the
Is
you're
are
fuck?
they?
saying,
Do they have no other vehicle? Is this a project?
Rashad, he has a
Still,
seatbelt
we ain't got no
on.
other
because
vehicle, but you
because
got a
one
seatbelt, bro?
because
Oh,
one,
okay.
hold on, this is a bucket seat custom that you have to buy. It obviously didn't come with that car. Those seats come with seatbelts. One, two, she knows that. She opened the door. She sees him working on that
Her
car in
choose.
the
No,
garage.
She
we
shouldn't
know
have put that
that.
on the
We
internet
we
then.
understand that, Rashad. We know that she doesn't mind it and that she'll love him, and we know this. But when you decide to put that on the internet, you're opening yourself up to comments. And
Bro,
yes, I think any person with common sense is gonna think it's a bit problematic for you to be riding around scraping the fucking pavement while he's in a cushioned seat with a seatbelt
But
crossed
can we
across
get
his
something
fucking chest.
clear?
Rashad,
Real,
stop
that
pissing me
real
that
off.
quick.
should have
I
stayed
want
on
to
her
know
close
for
friend
the
in her
facts.
Snapchat.
Is this
Slick, is
was
this a video, Slick? We don't know. All we know is the video. We don't have to
so
keep
that
at.
if we're gonna assume that this is their only means of transportation,
No, nobody assumed that.
Well, then what the
And I
fuck is
don't
the
think
problem
that
that
would
she
be
want to
as
ride
safe as saying.
around with
If
the
he
nigga on the sitting
if
on
he
the
works
porch?
on cars, he got multiple cars, first of all. But secondly, that should have stayed in her camera roll, period. Like
But
there's
That
no
must
here's
go
the
to
other
her
here's the
group
problem.
chat with her homegirls. This is
for
ridiculous.
real.
That
But
we getting talked shit about
this is the problem
for
that
caring
I
about her
find.
safety more
This
than
is the problem
her.
that I find. You can speak about her and how silly it looks and funny, right? Whatever. But once you start projecting onto their relationship, that's where it becomes weird because you can feel a way about I like I don't know if y'all been around niggas that work on cars. They work in cars in pieces, and if they really doing a full, renovation, they gutting everything. He probably only got one seat, or he probably just put that seat in so he can ride the AutoZone, and she being like, "Hey, I want to ride with you," like that type of shit. And so you can talk about the situation right there in that moment of look at her.
Rashad, you're full of
No,
She
that's
shit.
how it
wanna
You're full
be.
of
works.
No,
shit
I was
because
just
She
gonna
in the
wanna
say
yes,
be
you
with
the
are
Son
same
because in
so
the
thing.
bad.
reverse, men do a lot of that. Men assume a million things about relationships when you feel like a woman has publicly made a misstep. You start assuming a bunch of fucking stuff. You was over there assuming stuff about Aisha and Steph, wasn't you? Off of a
Uh oh.
picture. So it's like,
Uh
how
oh.
is it
Oh.
that now in the reverse, where the woman is damn near in fucking
Get
danger,
him.
okay, and the ladies is just calling it out? Where's the problem? Like, it's just even if I want to be fair with you, that's just not fair.
I assumed that Aisha is in a hotel room with a nigga who is known for fucking niggas' wives and girlfriends, and
Okay,
she's
like
drunk.
Sean,
That's what I
and
said.
I
That's
assume
what I
that
said.
he hates her because he has her ass cheeks. Rashad, her ass cheeks is 2 inches
But
from the
but the thing,
fucking
but
road.
but what I'm saying is, she obviously was excited and took that video because she wanted to be a part of the hobby, right? And like I said,
Well, she should have said that to her mom.
y'all commenting on the situation of you shouldn't have did that, cool, but that's not where it ended. It started to be a projection onto the relationship. Kenya, you just said it. He don't give a fuck about her. No, she decided to get in the goddamn car because she wanted to be
I no,
around her
I
nigga.
understand. I was being,
What is
I was
he
being
talking
facetious.
about?
I honestly do take that back because I'm sure he does believe that he does give a fuck about her. I'm fine to say that. I'm sure he believes that, and I'm sure she believes it as well. That's why they're together. But you cannot put stuff like that out to the public and then not think that people are going to start to formulate
Exactly.
opinions, because that's what we do with everything
But I
else.
think
So
that's the beauty of it, right? Because she put that out on the internet and she's so secure in her shit. That's like, yo,
it
I
may
love
not,
I
I
love
doubt it
running
will
errands
affect
with
them.
this. I love running errands with this nigga so much. I don't even have a seat in this car.
But
I
it's
ain't
like
got a
you
Y'all
look
know how
babysit.
stupid
y'all
though.
get,
Like
Like,
that's
especially
why
on
that
them
should have.
lazy Saturdays. Y'all, if niggas doing anything, like where you going? To the
oh
gas
yeah,
station? Well, I'm
they
gonna go with you.
love
I want to
they
go
love
too.
running the errand. They love
Uh,
running the errand.
And so
I
and
don't got
so
my helmet with me.
it,
I'll ride on the back.
and so
If
it
they
talk it
get into
speaks.
a car accident, her fucking knee bones is going to be in her clavicle. And Rashad sitting
But
here telling
no,
you,
but I'm
no,
She
saying
don't
wait,
it
need she
mute
don't
it
need
speaks.
knees.
up.
She's in love. She don't need knees when she in love.
Come on, man, wake it up. There's wheelchairs for a reason. Power one,
Shut
cool.
up, bro.
Listen, but this speaks to the previous topic of loving hard, right? Because somebody who maybe not secure, right? And you have what would seem like the world commenting on your situation with your husband, and majority of the shit being negative, it gets you to second guess. It gets you to think, you know what, maybe this is dumb. Maybe I'm doing too much. And so I saw it from that aspect of, this is just a young woman who love her nigga. Why is folks doing that? Right? Because they are married. They ain't doing nothing crazy. And so that plays into, especially, in our community, we talked about the clips earlier, and where I felt like, hey fam, they posting this, whether you feel a way about the Vatican or not, this is a moment for black men that should be celebrated. And then we had to go through all of this. This is the same shit. And where we be finding situations to tear down and talk crazy about, and it is unwarranted. And then that does have a trickle down effect, because a lot of these narratives that people be talking about on these social medias, they bring them to real life. I know y'all like to act like it's just the internet, but y'all be thinking about this shit in real life. Stop it.
Kind of like Drea pushing Jalen.
Come on, man. Wake it up, Slick. You picking up what I'm putting down. Go ahead, AK.
Niggas got opinions.
Hello, 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 good
How
people.
you feeling today? What's the word?
I'm fabulous. Thank you for asking. So In regard to the situation you're talking about right now, I understand that she's in love with her husband, and I understand why she did it. Would I do it? No. I would have definitely tried to make sure he had a seat. But I also understood what you said, Rashad, when it comes to a man and working on cars, because I've dated one, and maybe she was just riding to the auto parts. But a lot of women condemn other women for being in love with their man. Like, let her do her. Would you do it? Maybe not, but let her do her because she's in love with her man, and she had a cushion under her butt too. So, I mean, not to validate the point, but like she's in love. And you could tell, and she's married. So, I don't know why the outrage is there so much, but if you wouldn't do it, that's your business. But she's in love with her husband.
And guarantee he didn't get that cushion. She's the one who grabbed that cushion so she
She
could ride
did.
along.
Y'all
She
act
wanted
like
to
she
be
opened
there.
the door
She
and
wanted to be there. He probably told her, "I don't have a seat for you. I don't have the safety for you." She was like, "I don't care. I want to go anyway." And she went.
matter of fact, he probably annoyed that she in there. When she held the camera up, he revved the engine. That's why she stopped it. He probably annoyed seeing that
He,
motherfucker.
he
He
looks
told
he
her
looks the
ass.
happiest he's
Leave
ever
me
been in his
He
alone.
whole
told
life.
her ass not to come, and she went anyway. I guarantee you.
I could, as happy as she was to be in there, I could absolutely see that point. You know what? Maybe the man really didn't even want the girl to come.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You got the camera all in
He
my
was going to
face.
cheat. He was going to cheat. Now she invited
We
him
Right.
was
to
going
cheat.
nasty,
What the
Shelly.
hell?
See?
Okay, Shelly.
See?
Nasty.
No,
Right. No, my
no, 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 no. Let's not do that.
Nasty.
Let's put respect
I'm
on the
taking
marriage.
I'm
Let's
taking
put
the one
respect.
seater to cheat. I'm taking the one
No,
seater to cheat.
no. Well, your wife. She like, where you going?
that
I'm still
would no,
there.
that would get me
Where
because
you
I wouldn't
going?
even believe that you would be going to go do that. So that would be smart.
Nasty. Who had their hand up? Was it?
I
Hey,
think Duchess.
go ahead, Duchess.
I put mine up.
It was me. I was just gonna say that, I understand, all this love talk or whatever, but we are in a society where we do make assumptions based on, what we see online. If we see a nigga, driving and you 2 inches from the ground, we're gonna say that's trifling, and you should expect that if you're gonna be posting stuff like that. That should have stayed in her group chat. She should have sent it to her grandma. The close friends, the spam, I know everybody got a spam Instagram that we be posting the real stuff on there. It should have stayed there. But doing that on a public platform like this is gonna happen. So I actually do not feel bad for her at all because she deserves that because she's the one who decided to post that knowing what kind of society we live in.
No, y'all
But
be
there
making
are
So
So
women.
then,
many
hold on,
There
hold
are
on, hold
examples
women
on,
of
who
hold on.
people
post
being
What's up,
happiness.
haters.
There are
Bunches?
women who post happiness, and women still hate on that. Like there are some women who are just bitter when they see other women, black women, happily married in their marriage, minding their business, posting on social
But
media,
this is extreme.
and and people still get
Facts.
upset about that. Like we can't win or lose regardless of what we post. It's her social media, and she decided to post it because she in love with her husband.
And
I mean, I
and
think that's
you making
beautiful.
assumptions.
Love is beautiful. I'm not
I
like, but that's not the
I
conversation.
think Dutch is saying that making assumptions. A lot of folks be making assumptions, like AK said, based on their past experiences and their past hurt. Right. And so, like I said, there's no reason to project onto the relationship because of this situation that she posted. There's absolutely no goddamn
Yeah,
reason.
I'm not doing that. I'm just saying you gonna post something like that. That's what's going
No,
to
but who,
No,
happen.
but
but what I'm
I'm right.
saying
But
is,
Rashad, I think there
but you said that
obviously
she
is no reason
deserved it,
to do
Duchess.
that. But that's
You said she
Why are
deserved
we
it.
that's
acting like
what
it's
we
okay?
Yeah,
see.
she does deserve it because again, you are in a society where that happens. So if you're gonna post something like that that looks that extreme, of
That's
course you're
victim
gonna get
blaming.
backlash for that.
It's a little
Because
victim
But that's
blaming.
not extreme.
It's
She
not
that's
wasn't
not victim
hanging. She
blaming.
wasn't
That
All
strapped
looks
to
I'm
the
saying
hood
extreme.
of
It
a
is
does
truck or
look
nothing like
extreme, bro.
that.
it
You know
She
that
didn't
was
shit look
in
surprise
a
crazy.
me. I'm not
car.
surprised by any discourse that has stemmed from the video. I looked at the video and no caption or anything. I instantly knew what would be said
I
about
seen it.
this video.
When I seen it too, Kenya, I was like, yeah, she looked like she happily in love, but it couldn't be me. And I just kept
I just
scrolling.
said I know that they
I get
tearing her
it.
up and calling her all kind of retarded. I just said I knew.
I get it. But she just looked She looked blissful. Like she just
Blissfully
looked
in
happy.
love.
Yeah, like she
She
just looked
just love
happy.
that
She's
boy.
like, look,
And
I'm
that's
with my
okay.
man. You know,
But
she
baby,
just looked happy.
listen to him next time and wait for him to order the second seat.
Agreed.
That's all I'm
look at
saying
the
Agreed.
with the
look on
seatbelt.
this
Agreed.
nigga face. He can't wait for her to get out this goddamn car.
He does, so you
Agreed.
know, I'm now looking at
Agreed.
his face for shy. He look mad as shit.
Like, come on, man.
He got his hand on her thigh to show some comfort. But
Yeah.
he's
Some
like,
comfort. I'm no, because I never really looked at his face. Why does he look so
look,
This
serious?
nigga can't
he
wait for
looked,
her to leave.
and she all happy. And he looking straight ahead, and he got his hand on the thigh. He like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a little comfort, but damn, shawty, should have waited.
Yeah, and
I looked at the video. This is a race car. There are no passenger seats in a race car. This is not a car that he's building so that they can have a family car. He's building a race car. That's a 3-point
So
harness,
they should have
bucket
stuck
seat,
to a
steering
minivan
wheel.
if she want to post.
So this is his project shit. Why are people expecting him to have, nah, the internet
Rightfully,
needs to move forward. Come on, internet. Cardi B doing something right now. Leave this woman alone.
he's fixing on his car. This is like one of his projects, and she got in it.
no, so I do want to speak about the point that AK said, and where it does feel like when women are happy in posting things, there are a level of backlash. There is a level of backlash no matter what the situation is. So Dutch is talking about this is extreme. This ain't no goddamn extreme. Duchess, stop it. But even
It
if,
looked like it. Yo,
but,
that don't look extreme to you. You over there on the floor that in a car.
but listen,
A frame of a car. That don't look extreme. No, like for real.
to
Aside from the
me,
obvious. But come on, bro. Come
no. But
on.
whether it's
To
extreme,
you, come on,
hold
bro.
on, wait,
I
but
know you're not
hold on, wait, because I
talking.
want to finish the question. Whether it's extreme or not, it does seem like when women are happy, because there was, I forgot what the chick name, she got a TikTok or Instagram, and she shows her waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and making her husband lunch, cooking breakfast and lunch. Oh, you doing too much, right? So no matter what it is, it does seem like when women are happy and they're in love and they're just simply doing for their man, there is backlash that comes to that.
It's not a
And it's
woman
like,
This ain't
thing.
the
There
play,
are
bro.
very few happy people in the comment section of anything. Happy people are being happy doing shit. The people who are miserable and always looking for negative shit are the ones that are in the comments on the internet.
I hope this is not coming across like I'm negative or
Just
nothing, you
like this
know.
current
I'm
video
just
with this
saying
lady.
you shouldn't have posted that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not projecting nothing on her or anything because I would love to have a relationship where, I'm genuinely appreciated. It just that specific post should have
but
stayed in her
so I
phone.
don't want to focus on this post because, like I said, there are other situations where, like I said, the woman wakes up and cooks for her man right in the morning, and it's like, oh, you dumb, or different situations, and where it's
Or a
like,
woman who's being kept by her husband and she's at home being a stay-at-home wife, just take care of the home. They're like, oh, you need to get a job, you need to do something, you need to do this and you need to do that. Like, why can't women just exist and be
and
happy?
it don't be from the niggas. It don't be from the niggas.
Look at the
I'm
comments.
about
It
to
don't be
say,
from the
but
niggas.
it's I don't know. It
I
really
It
mean,
don't be. Go check the comments. It don't
mm,
be from the niggas, man.
I don't know,
So I'm
man.
trying to figure out what they.
Sometimes men are being real shady in the comments, but majority of it is women hating
Y'all
on other
seen
women.
what what's my girl? Y'all seen what Kelly Price just said 2 weeks ago? Wake it up. We can talk about that too. But hold on.
What
Oh
did she
shit,
say?
Hey,
her ass got a track
hey,
history of being
hold
exactly what
on.
she said she didn't like. That's
Hold on.
that's
We might
that's
get to that.
tea.
Hold on 1 second, AK. Go ahead, Jode. What's the word?
What's going on, Rashad? Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday, Janae.
Hi,
Sunday.
Hello.
beautiful.
Big Jake.
What up? The biggest slick. You already know the vibes. So I couldn't contain myself because y'all are not about to do this today. Come on, man. Y'all about to lump
Hey.
this lady sitting on bullet fragments and metal shards and comparing it to waking up at 4 a.m. and making breakfast. Come on. I don't like this. Why did
I
y'all do
love
this?
Jode.
Why would y'all compare this lady sitting on a metal slat while her husband has a seatbelt Jimmy rig and she
a
is
whole
sitting on
seatbelt,
metal
bro.
fragments? Like, I don't understand why y'all say that. And hating? Like, I heard a lot of words being hurled in that little moment. I don't think that they should be lumped all together. Like Rashad mentioning the women who, are catering to their men in some not so some very traditional ways, like making things from scratch and blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's a negative. This right here, this is a man riding in a car with you and he is strapped up to be damned. And somebody said he's strapped up and you're covered in the blood of Jesus. That's literally what this is. And that's why she looks crazy.
She
But
wasn't supposed to get in that
that
car.
dumb in love, which I agree, which is why she's dumb in love, girl.
Yes, agree.
you don't get no props from, because I think that's a really smart point. Like, I don't think he wanted her in there. That don't. You get what I'm saying? It don't really give you the kudos you think it gives when you want to. This is kind of like the I want to be in his skin type thing. And it's like,
Yes.
yeah, girl, but no, girl, you do look stupid because you giggly and giddy ear to ear. And this man is strapped up with a safety belt and you are sitting on metal bullet fragments. Like it just don't make no sense to me, to compare this to something else. I think the other things are people hating. This one is like, baby girl, what's going on? I just think this is a very obvious case of that.
But it's not a reflection of their relationship, right?
No, I don't think so. But I also feel
No.
like, as a man, I ain't gonna let me not go there.
He shouldn't
He
allow his
looks
shorty
it.
to be
He
sitting
the
there
nigga
all
look
unsafe
tense as
like
fuck.
that.
Like I feel like
Yeah, it
even
looks
the
kind of
nigga knew
crazy.
that this wasn't right, but it's just like you shouldn't have posted that because that looks extreme more than getting up at 5 in the morning to fix your husband some dinner.
Yeah, that
Like,
looks
come on.
extreme.
I see this
That looks
as
extreme.
Now, if he
y'all
was
niggas
doing
ain't never
donuts
rode in the
and
back of a
No,
truck
shit like
bed.
that,
No,
no.
Hey man.
Rashad, no. Like, what are you
I did.
talking
no,
about?
Like,
Hey,
Like,
not
what
at
the
I
fuck,
all.
he
bro?
thought he
No,
was
for
finna
real,
Not at
filter
all.
what
down.
are, like,
He
I
thought he
grew
was
up in
finna eat.
Stokes
I
County,
am not.
Maryland.
I
Nigga,
am
I
not
don't
a
know
pit
where
bull,
y'all have
Rashad. I
lived.
was
I
not in
don't
the back
know
of a
where
truck
y'all
bed. I
lived,
promise.
but
I'm not a pit bull.
I don't know that
I
life.
didn't listen. After football practice, about 6 of us then got in the truck bed of our homeboy, and he was making stops, dropping us off. Like that.
In
That's
the
what it
back
seemed
of a
like.
truck, you were just bouncing around back there?
Huh.
I would have
Rashad
thought
was
you was
rolling
a
Somebody
like
get
the
home.
kidnapper. I would
Mexicans.
have caught the people. And
Oh,
now he
somebody
got
get
to
life
home.
explain to
changing.
them why you
That's
hopping around in the
definitely
back
a
of that
southern
truck.
thing.
Don't
That's
endanger the
a
Definitely.
children
that's a
around me.
southern thing where people got to pick. That was like back in that's some days ago,
Especially during tour
a
days
while
in the
ago.
summertime. My
Yes,
parents
I
at
remember.
work. How the
I
hell I
know,
get
Rashard.
home?
I know them times you're talking about. But even in the current days, when I see 8 people getting
Mm-mm.
out of 4-seater, that's something else to me.
Man,
That's also
no.
Extreme
crazy.
to me.
Hold on, wait. Let's get
That's
to Jelly.
extreme.
Jelly, what's the word? How you feeling today?
I'm doing pretty good. How y'all doing?
Another day, got to get to it.
Hey,
What's going on, y'all?
Mm.
I do agree a lot with what the last woman was saying. What's her name? Johnny?
Jonah, yes.
Jonay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Johnny.
I think that's really what it was. I think a lot of women really need to read the room when somebody is doing a solo hobby. If this man is building a race car, because he is building a race car, that's why it's gutted out like that. One, if it's only one seat in there, the build isn't done, which means you don't need to be in there. It's right now, it's just not done. So I think a lot of women got to understand, like, maybe this is the thing that he want to do by himself and she wanted to go. And I think that's kind of why she looks crazy, is that that's why, but overall, all of the women with all of these things to say, I think, sometimes bitches will hate on you. And it just is what it is, and all the think pieces are gonna come. I don't think that this is a reflection of their relationship and this deeper, this deep-seated issue that they gotta unpack as they're together. Like, that's too much. But the reason that she looks kind of stupid is because you are in a only under the hood done race car when you know you shouldn't be, just to be with the man. And it's like that's the only reason. I think it's okay though. It's just corny. It's not stupid, it's corny. There we go. That's a better word for it.
So I got a
And that's
question. Do you think that
here
these
we go.
types of situations play a part, in the real world of people not necessarily selling out for love, right? Going all in, because we see these different things that happen, these different narratives of when it seems like people are really on that path. There's always a lot of folks that have something to say as far as you're doing too much, don't do wife duties when you a girlfriend, all that type of shit. And then it affects, real people in real life and real love. Do you think that that is true?
I think that this is what happens when people take a little bit of something and do too much. Because if you don't really know anything about cars, then it look like that man might be broke and have you struggling. This man has her in a race car. That not a daily drive. That man has her in an under the hood race car. And honestly, from what I was gauging, it looked like something better than a scat is under that.
Now that was a
So
nice.
if
It
you
was
just
a
take that little
G35.
piece, it was pretty good, Slick. So if you just take that little piece and you use that to create a whole narrative, now you about to be now this woman right there might look at her man like he not doing enough and he doing good. For if you in this economy, if you building a race car, You doing pretty good.
Yeah.
We just got to call it what a
Yeah. Cause
spade.
The internet
the caption
fell for the
says,
joke.
but the caption
The-
is why it's a little slow to me is because it says, POV, you married a man who likes cars, so this is your life. This ain't your
That's what I was gonna
life.
say.
This
This is the
you
joke. Is that
you
he
don't
took it
ride
there,
in these types of cars all the time.
Oh
He don't
yeah,
take you out
yeah,
in dates in this. You know what I mean? Like it's like in yeah.
and the internet took
yeah.
her serious, and now they're trying to get on her like, "Oh, you're dating a nigga that doesn't have a passenger seat," when she's clearly joking, saying, "This is my life. I'm sitting on the floor," but in reality, they got a whole other car. This nigga's taking
Yeah,
her to the
no.
gas
Right.
station on a little
I hope
trip,
she's
test
laughing
driving or
about all
whatever.
this backlash instead of feeling some type of way and projecting it onto her man like like he needs to do better. That's for sure.
But see,
That
you
wasn't the
never
joke.
know. That's the thing
That,
that I
that
was saying.
I don't
Like, you
think that was
never
a
know
joke.
how people gonna take it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I hope she's not reading the comments and then going to project onto her man. Be like, girl, you chose to post this. You better not allow any of these comments or any of this backlash to get to you in regards to what's going on inside of your home. You do not know these strangers.
And I'm not
Well,
gonna
I think
lie.
that if she's smart, she won't do that. But
Right.
the internet can be
But that's
intense.
what
So,
it
you
can't.
know,
That's what I'm saying. I hope that she's not projecting onto her man, especially when I don't know much about the engine, but I could tell that he's building a race car. And like you said, if he's building in this economy, then they must be doing pretty well for himself. So you better not allow this internet to break up your happy
But
home.
that's why I didn't disagree with what Duchess said before I came up here, AK, because she
Mhm.
said, you know, the internet, you know that this is an
Mhm.
alarming thing to see without proper
Mhm.
context. And you panned it over to your man. We see you you know, again, you're laying on metal
Mhm.
slats. He's with a seatbelt in an actual seat, secure.
Mhm.
You know, without a lot of understanding that this is going
The
to seem
internet is gonna.
extreme, you know? And so it's like,
I don't even think she thought this was gonna go viral.
You right.
I really
She didn't
don't.
think it would be so bateful.
yeah,
Like this is
it is,
like
it feels
beige
like it's
rage.
definitely rage
Like
baity for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I said it
Yeah,
backwards.
but
Rage
I
baiting.
think that, like,
Thank you,
for
Jeanette.
me, I just said, have you ever rode in a truck bed? Right? For me, that's normal shit.
Yeah, I have.
And,
I
and
have
so,
No,
rode in a
like,
truck
yeah,
and I was
that's
bed.
like,
I
normal for
have
me.
when I was younger.
yeah,
I
yeah,
done
Now
no,
upgraded
no,
from
no,
not
the
we ain't
yet.
never
bed
did
to the
that.
hood. Shoot. So
And
I
so,
was,
like, if I post a video in the truck bed, to me, this is what I just did before. This is just life. And then putting it on the internet, and now folks like, what the fuck this nigga do? It's like, hold on, wait, we been doing this shit, right? And so that's what it seems like for me in this video, and where she like, this my nigga, he always breaking down cars. Here we go, building another one, and I'm just going AutoZone with him, right? And it's normal. And now the internet is like,
That's
oh
what it
no,
looked
well, she
like.
should have made content around that then, because you put in that with that caption that looks extreme to us.
She didn't have to
Like,
do
be for
shit.
real.
She was having the time of her life sitting
And
there
now
on the
we think she
floor.
dumb.
She
You right.
definitely was. She
You're
was. She
right,
looked
though.
so happy too, and he got a straight ass face with his hand on her thigh, not
He
saying a
looks
damn
stressed as
thing.
fuck.
and you know what? Three Brazy said, some women hopping on the back of these motorbikes, these dirt
And
bikes,
I think
right?
that's crazy too.
No motherfucking helmet, no nothing, but they with a nigga that they trust, and they getting on. And so,
I
like,
see it every day down here in Miami on them vessels.
yeah,
Listen,
and so
I've
it's like
seen that
these
absolutely.
situations.
I've seen that happen a lot. Being out in
Yes,
like I've been in Baltimore and seen you know, they do a lot of that stuff that they do in Philly with like
true.
you know, the four-wheeler type
The
joints and
quads and the
quads,
dirt
yeah.
bikes. Yeah.
And they be doing some dangerous tricks with the girls in the back.
literally.
And I don't know. It's
And
not
I'll just
judgment.
say,
It's not
if
judgment
her
of the
back
women. I
gets
just don't
scraped
get the
off,
point. Like, what are you like
So
to
do those
be what?
I'm not that thrillful.
do
I'm
those
not that
bike life
thrillful for
when
that.
they post the bike life stuff where
Putting
they're
my
on the
life in
back
her
of
hands.
a quad or a dirt bike with no
Uh-huh.
helmet on, niggas doing wheelies. Are people in the comments saying, "Oh, you need to leave them all"?
No,
Are they getting the
they
same
like, that's so
reaction?
cool. They
Because
like,
that's
that's so
even more
cool.
dangerous than what
Oh
she
my
got going on.
gosh.
Mm.
yeah.
To me, this is listen, I'm gonna be dramatic. I don't care. This gives the same as like holding a gun for a nigga or something. Like it gives the same level of danger. I'm
No,
just
riding
saying.
in the race car, holding
Yes.
the gun.
It's the same level of danger.
No,
So dramatic.
It's
Yo,
all
that
level,
is
it's the
Everybody
same
stop
level of
for a
danger.
that
minute.
is that
now
is.
that's
Dramatic
dramatic.
as
I
hell.
know,
That
You
is
but
will hold the
it's how I
pistol for a little
feel.
bit.
It feels like the same
It
level of danger to me.
She just need
you
to
supposed to
show
be
just
us what
keep it
type
dramatic.
of
in your
car she
purse.
was in. That's it. If she want to save this, she needs to show us
I
what
said
type of
make
car
some
she in.
content. Like, make some candidates,
Put an
because that
even
looks
uglier
crazy,
car
bro.
just to troll some more. I hope she trolling. She need
Duchess,
to
go to
start
her
just keep
TikTok for and
trolling.
see what the hell she got going on.
She just need
You
to
know
keep
I will.
trolling.
Hold on.
Go to her TikTok, see what the hell. Listen, prayers up for this young woman. I think this was kind of cute. Not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
It just seemed like the nigga was like, "Hey, I'm about to run. Oh, I want to go." It's like, "Oh, brother,
Rashawn shit's so
Jesus."
funny.
Like,
It looked like that,
It's so
Rashad. I ain't
kind of
gonna
cute.
lie. That's what I see
that's what
too.
it be like. Be like, fam, I just want to listen to
She
music.
just wanted to hop in the car.
I don't want to hear you talking. I just want to listen to some music while I go to the stove. Right? That's what it seemed like. Buddy was thinking. His face was all bunched up. So, but I think that we kind of took it to the next level. We, as in the commenters and the people who see it. And I do think, at a certain extent, it does have a impact on how we
Oh
view
yeah,
dating.
y'all go look at her TikTok. Mm-hmm. That nigga got money, and the thing is, that's what she should have been posting more stuff about cars because that look ridiculous as fuck. And even it don't look like she's scrubbing for coins, but it's just like you posted that, didn't think that was gonna go viral without enough context, and that's why that shit, got negative reviews or whatever. But yeah, and then I know why she posted them cars and stuff because that post she posted looked ridiculous as fuck. But it's
Well, what kind of
obvious
car
she
is it?
built. Oh, I don't even know what this is.
It looks like either a Mustang or a
It looked like
Yeah, it
a
do look
G35.
like a
Mustang.
It's
Mustang.
Yeah,
So I want
Well,
to get
yeah.
to
He
this.
do cars, but it's just like, girl, you
you're not
posted
broke
that in
building
a
a race
time where
car.
we are
That's a
you're
judging.
fact.
not.
Like
I want to get to this last one. We
Maybe
got
if you
some.
build in a Fox body though, you might be broke.
We
Nah,
got
don't hate on
some
the Fox body
hold on
still.
one second. We got some the
Bro,
women up
Coyote has
here.
it.
I want to hear from the women, especially Kenya and AK too.
oh,
Kelly Price, we didn't get to this, but I do want to hear y'all thoughts on it because it kind of goes to this in a little bit. But she said that basically had a rant about black women and them being nasty and the nastiest demographic online when it comes to comments about certain situations. I thought it was out of left field. I also don't follow Kelly Price, so I don't know what the fuck she got going on. Was she missing for a little bit? I don't know what she got going on. But I did find that those comments interesting. I didn't necessarily understand it. I would assume that her biggest demographic as far as supporters is black women. So her coming out and saying these things was very interesting. Kind of reminded me of Money Long, but not as extreme. Well, no, more extreme than Money Long.
But she said the nastiest as far as
Some of the
comments
most
in regards to
nasty.
what, like
No, she said some of
relationships.
the most nasty, disrespectful people on God's green earth are black women.
Oh my god.
Oh
Oh,
my
Um,
God,
oh my
is that a
god.
direct quote?
Oh,
And then,
yes, that
okay.
was a
and yes,
direct
she
quote.
did, and
Kelly
yes, she did
Price.
say, and then
who
the
made
people
her
went back and
mad?
put up her archives
Y'all ain't buy
because
her album,
they
did
were
y'all?
talking about the way that she was dressed on stage when she had some sort of performance. Like she had the audacity to get up there and berate black women. It was such a projection because more than about 10 years ago, it was her who was being the epitome of what she says that black women are today. I do not feel like she's setting forth the example to be, saying black women are this way or that way when it's her who's spewing the projection of who she is.
She also said that
That's
she also
crazy.
referred to her critics, aka black women, as DEI hires and keyboard thugs. So she was very, very mad.
Is she
Oh, now Kelly
conservative?
Price
Is she a
tried it now.
Republican now?
I don't know who she voted
Is
for.
Kelly going
We
through
might need to
something?
do a versus with her to give her some reality. Cause I don't know what the hell, who she thought she was.
She probably mad about that. You should have never called me a fat ass
Yeah.
Kelly Price.
I think that that's very
I'm not gonna lie, she
distasteful.
probably would be
I
mad
think that that
about
was
that.
very distasteful comments. Now, also on the other side, I do believe that black women are very hard on each other. So I'm kind of in the middle because I remember one time I was like looking on Facebook. Y'all know Facebook ghetto as hell, but I was on Facebook and it was like this poster has said, the worst manager, your worst manager is a overweight black woman. And everybody was in the comments like agreeing with that. So I,
Hmm.
unfortunately, and I'm gonna just be honest, I do, I do find the middle-aged, overweight black woman to be the hardest critic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do.
Is that because of your family or is that because of your social experiences?
I think both. Both.
How many middle-aged white women do you interact with?
Well, I did interact with a lot, and I would say like my last time holding a job, like my last time ever working for a like, sorry, I've been on TikTok. My last time ever working for a white person was a middle-aged white woman, and I was like, yeah, this bitch right here, let me leave for I'll be gone. So like, I do think that I think middle-aged single women might be insufferable. There we go, Slick. That might
She
be better.
she also Clarissa Shields came out and defended Kelly Price's comments and also just echoed the frustration and online negativity from black women also. So it was Clarissa, she's sticking her nose in a lot of places, not gonna hold you. But go ahead, Patience, what's the word? How you feeling?
I just
The rich of Clarissa. Ooh, go ahead, Patience.
Clarissa, God, y'all, I like her because when I say she is the GOAT, she really is. Like, that's why I don't mind her cockiness. Because Floyd was the same way. Floyd was cocky because he was that nigga. Like, but the thing is that Clarissa, and I think it's because of her woman's side, oh my God, she comes off like a hater. I never got hater from Floyd, despite the ego, even from Kanye. I never got hater from, well, no, Kanye did fuck up that one moment with Taylor. And you see how he suffered for that? You see what I'm saying? Like, and then
Nasty.
you can be cocky, you can be confident, but sometimes it seems like when Angel Reese won that award and she was like, well, oh, I thought it was going to be me. Or when Terrence
Yeah, we
Crawford got
talked
his
about
thing, she
yeah.
was like, well, he's the first man. Like, you can say it, you can do the correction without all of that. And to go with Jelly, I was laughing because Jelly, you so right in some aspects, like that middle age black woman can be, but I'm sorry, the white woman got it. The worst managers ever is because white women so fucking sneaky and backbiting. The bitches will be smiling in your face, acting like you the best employee ever. Whole time they go on to management, building up a whole case about you. Like white women so fucking
Jealous,
feisty in the
jealous.
office.
That's why I had to just take the race off of it and be like, it's something with these middle-aged single women. It's them.
Yeah, and I
That's,
think that's
yeah.
the greater point is that it has nothing to do with the race or it being black women. I think women in general are harsh critics of each other, and
How can you
shit,
hold on?
middle aged women sound like
But
that
how
too.
the hell
But
can you
Slick,
tell
how
Kelly
come it's
Price that? If Kelly Price scrolling her goddamn comments and the most ridiculous, offensive things that are being said to her on a consistent basis is black women. How can you tell her it's not?
that's
Well, we
Because
had
white
to ask
people who
because
Kelly
you
care?
said
Price,
it at the
are
very
white people
beginning
even
when you
fans of
said
her?
it.
I'm like,
Why would
what?
white women
Rashad,
be even
Rashad.
talking
The
to
same
fucking Kelly
reason that Money
Price?
Long went through that. Don't your fans are black. Don't nobody give a fuck about you outside of black women. Let's be all the
Exactly.
way real. White women are not your fans, so they're not gonna have any critique about you. They don't give a
The
fuck. Like
the first thing you said,
no one,
Rashad,
they
was
don't
that
even know
the
you
majority of
exist.
her
Yes,
fan base
most of
is
your
black
praise and
women.
critique is going to be from black people because that's who you're interacting with. It's called proximity. These bitches are slow. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Slick.
No, you said it all
No, she
perfectly.
said it right.
That was it.
I ain't calling. Go
When you
ahead, Paris.
start
What's the
doing all
word?
this, black women don't like me and all you spend time around, maybe you need to do some reflection because how you around this demographic the most and everybody hates you? I hang around black women every day. I've never came to the conclusion that black women as a whole if a whole demographic don't fuck with you and you're part of the demographic, baby, I got some news for you. Mm.
What's the word, Paris? How you feeling today?
Hey y'all, I'm hungover, so
Had a good night. Fist in
patience
the air.
My bad. Let me put
kind
on
of
my inside voice for Paris.
patience kind of spoke for me. But no, I don't think Kelly Price was wrong at all. She's not been the only woman to say that either, aside from Clarissa. I mean, Kiki Palmer don't say it outright righteously, but you can kind of see her sentiments and things that she tries to do when she has to keep them private because of her primary support system. They're very tough, whatever the case may be. But that is the beauty and the blackness in the caveat of having a primary demographic support you. When you are not appeasing that demographic, they're going to be critical of you. And I don't think it's just a black woman thing, but I do think that you cannot diminish Kelly Price's feelings because that's where it comes from. And it's no different to me than a political person or, somebody who's a stan or super stan of a celebrity or whatever the case may be. Like, they have a right to voice how they feel about the audience that they curated, but vice versa.
But it's not diminishing how she feels. It's just adding context and perspective to what she's saying. She's saying that it's black women are this. And what we're saying is it's not black women. You can take the black off and you can say that it's women of this age that is across the board. Because if her primary demographic was middle-aged white women, she would be receiving the same commentary and then it would be white. But that isn't it. It's not that they're black or they're
Well,
white. It's the fact that they're
But we
women of
not talking
a
about
certain
hold
age
on,
anything.
and
wait a
attack.
minute, wait a minute. First of all, Sleek, I don't know why you do this. I don't know why every time I speak you feel the need to challenge anything that I say. That's cool. I don't mind. But the other part of that is, yes, we can actually look at that as diminishing because Lizzo's primary fan base is actually
I was
middle-aged
about to say that.
white women, and she receives majority of her feedback from black people who don't even actually ingest majority of her music whatsoever. Even as of now, as of late, her music interactions and the type of music she transcended over into have greatly reduced, and she's trying to actually curate an audience for black people, and even now, her music is pushing back about black people talking shit about her, not middle-aged white women. So you would be inaccurate in that sense.
And I think Kelly Price is the comments or this rant stemmed from what she said is black women talking about her physical appearance. So I forgot who said once you're not appeasing your fan base or whatever. But this wasn't even about music. This is about Kelly
I said
Price
that.
just being a bigger woman and black women saying, you know, what you say, Ken, you fat ass Kelly Price? Like,
She'll
yeah,
never
like
call me
it's
a fat
about
ass
that.
Kelly Price. So this was about her being called a fat ass Kelly Price. That this is what
I
this is
no, but
about.
I don't know if it was about that because that happened a while ago. But I think that she
It
was just
wasn't
Oh.
her
talking
who was
about her
talking about her
appearance.
appearance. No, it was Clarissa Shields who was talking about her appearance. But Taraji P. Henson has said this very same thing. Like, this isn't new information. It's just being said by a different character. But as of recent, Clarissa was very much so irate about it. And Clarissa has said something 3 times about black women attacking her, attacking how she looks, how she talks, her hair. Very first thing was hair. Gabby Douglas said the same thing. Gabby says she don't appreciate how it be black women specifically talking about her hair. So this isn't a very new topic, and to ignore what they're saying diminishes their plight. And it's like, I can acknowledge everything else about what's being said when it comes to black women, even uphold men. Why would I individually take it away from a black woman amongst her demographic of intersectionality that's making her feel uncomfortable? No, I'm not going to just minimize them either.
Go
But it's
ahead.
also
Hold
white
on, wait
men and
one
white
second,
women
Slick.
who
We
are
got to get
saying
to
that
the
she looks
hand.
like a man.
Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Real. Then we got Patience in Kenya. What's the word, Real?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
I just want to know who ran Cooking with Kaya off the internet.
Mm,
That's it.
that's a good one. That's a good one. There's a lot. It's a lot of evidence mounting up, Slick. You can't diminish this shit. Go ahead. Well, Patience, drop down. Come back up here, Patience, and then go ahead. Go ahead, Kenya.
So the quote was that black women
It says
were the
some of
what
the
did
most
what did
nasty,
she say?
disrespectful people on God's green earth.
Okay.
She heard.
And yeah, I mean that could be her truth. I think that blanket statements like that are dangerous, no matter who's saying it. I'm not taking away from her feeling, you know, a way about whatever feedback she's getting, or if she feels like she's getting like hateful or negative or nasty comments from mostly black women. I get that, but also it's like a black on black crime thing because there was nobody else that would have ever given her any comments in the first place, right? Good or bad, because the white people aren't commenting on her stuff. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know like why she wants to like make it that specific
Because she
per
scrolled her
se.
comments. And then what also she said is this hypocrisy of trying to preach togetherness and activism and love within the black woman community, but then I get on this motherfucking internet and y'all calling me all kind of fat and all kind of ugly and, you know, talking about my, like, fam, like, which one is it? And so I would see how somebody who is just living their motherfucking life in the most, you know, I don't get why y'all are saying, oh, well,
I
that's her
don't know if
demographic as
it's,
far as music. So
maybe it's
what?
because she's
That should
older.
be even more reason
Yeah, I
on
don't know.
why, you know, what happened to the togetherness.
Maybe, I don't know what Kelly is like. I don't know if this is like a age gap like thing, but the internet is harsh. Like, I don't,
Y'all
go
know it's
ahead.
okay if we just say, yeah, we do be doing some unfriendly
Thank
shit.
you, Jelly.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
y'all
that's
know
Cause
it's
okay.
Kelly
okay, right?
Price
Everybody's
or
been
Everybody
doing
that
some
Cause
or
let's
does
be
whatever
unfriendly
that
real,
unfriendly
But
shit.
y'all,
was.
we
that's,
not the
It's
friendliest
not.
group of women, y'all. We
It's
not.
not
but,
just black people. It's not just women. The internet is unfriendly. So even in the case of Lizzo, Lizzo is not going to sit here and say that the only people who was talking crazy about
mm,
her is black people.
All right, so Slick, let me ask you a question. You know Brock Lesnar got a daughter?
Yes,
You know
big
she got
manly
married
looking
recently?
bitch.
be,
Yeah, she looked, you see how, what you was
but
ready to
it's
say?
like,
No,
but,
Yep,
he said it.
I said it.
And
Hold
no,
on, wait.
and
Hold
but
on,
you
wait.
ain't
Rashad
Hold
telling
on,
no
wait.
lies.
specifically,
But she recently got married. She got married to a man that's her equal. We'll just say that. And I looked in the, cause I was waiting for them to roast their ass, cause they was looking crazy to me. I looked through the comments and everybody was just, wow, congratulations. Now, in the equivalent, if we seen Biggie daughter get
Come
married,
on, man. Wake it up.
she roasted it. Come on now,
Come
y'all.
Wait,
on,
where
man.
did you
Wake it
see the
up.
post
She
Because
of
good as
Brock
that's
cook.
acting
Lesnar's daughter?
crazy.
Because I've
We
recently seen
get mad
pictures
when we see
of Brock
Biggie daughter
Lesnar's
in
daughter.
public just existing.
I've seen pictures of Brock Lesnar's daughter and she was getting roasted just like
LOL,
everybody else.
Jelly.
No, she's saying by her own because
No,
y'all.
we do be mad when his
Yeah,
daughter be
because y'all
outside.
keep bringing up the fact that, you know, Kelly Price's music demographic is black people. So what Jelly is saying is the assumed quote unquote demographic for Brock Lesnar's daughter would be white people and white women. And they don't do the same thing to her as is what's being done to
Yes,
Kelly
they
Price
do. Yes,
and
they
these
do.
other
You guys
black
are
women.
set. You do not know
Y'all
enough
are
white people. If y'all do
crazy.
not think they don't be cooking Brock Lesnar, y'all do not know no white people. They talk
I
about
don't
how
know that
hard
many
that girl
white
face
people though.
is
I
all
don't.
the
I'm gonna
time.
be real about that.
Y'all do not know any white people. Y'all think they are letting that. They do not. They do not.
Patience, why is
They
it?
are
And I
very
want you to
mean
give your
towards
point
her.
because you did drop
Don't
down.
do all that, Precious. Patience. I could use the 5 white people I know as an example. Don't do that.
But Patience, why?
Even online, go. Do y'all want me to start posting pictures of her in the
Hold on,
jumbo
wait,
and
but
see
let
how
me
much
ask
of
you a
the
And
question.
we're
comments
not
are
going to
looking
act
for?
In
like
the
the world
jumbo.
isn't
Yeah,
murdered
yeah, I
by
want to
I'm
see it.
dark
using it for
skinned
an
One
people.
example.
second, one second. I want to ask Patience a question because Jelly said something that I
Look,
thought was was good. Why is it so difficult to say, "Hey, fam, sometimes we be on fuck shit. Sometimes we
I'm not
are
saying
not
that
the
it's,
nicest
the
people."
black people. That's why I had my hand up. That's why I had my hand up because I was going to say I think
Look
black
in the
people
jumbo, Rashad.
are just critical in general, especially being one of the most, if not the most criticized demographic. We are just super critical of each other. We are like, I don't, even if you take the middle age out of it, when Slick was like, I think it's just middle-aged women. I'm like, no, there's a young woman with a young demographic, JT and all of them, they all dealt with younger demographics and they felt super criticized at the point. I just think that black people, especially women, because women tend to be the complainers and criticizers in general, that we're more critical of each other.
And one of
That's
the common denominators of the people who are receiving the most criticism are bigger, dark skinned women who are criticized heavily and get a lot more flack than anybody else in society to begin with.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like it's a circular thing. They receive it and then they send it out. You're sending out, putting in
Yeah,
the
because
energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was just clarifying that when it comes to Brock Lesnar daughter, when you were like, "No, I'm so sorry, baby." They
All
took
right,
her.
so why we be doing Biggie daughter like that?
The same reason I hate to say this, when someone isn't as attractive or isn't as physically attractive, they get talked about. It's fucked up, and I don't think it's right at all. But people feel as though it's their right to do that to
but
people. Me and
Okay.
Paris got into this, like not got into it, but we talked about this before. Like we were on opposite ends. I was like, I don't think there's any need to ever just walk up to a person and be like, "You're ugly." Like, why would you?
But
And Paris
there's
was like, well, if
also
I
no
walked up
need
to them
to
and said they were
actually,
pretty, it would be cool. And I'm like, yeah, but
right.
what's the
So,
negativity for? Like that does not help.
no,
That's
but
like
it's,
me running up
listen,
and
but
helping somebody.
here's
It's the
the
same
thing.
thing
Hold
as me
on,
running
hold,
up
hold on,
and
wait,
Paris,
patting
you
wait,
them
wait,
said
wait,
the
wait,
way
what?
I
wait a
run
minute.
up.
one
Like,
mic, one mic, one mic.
what
Oh my
my
bad.
point is, you don't need a justification for speaking your opinion about someone unsolicited because it's literally the same thing. The only difference is you're appeasing a person's feelings. But even then, if a woman who is not attracted to women happens to say something super sexual, no woman responds and go, "Oh, she's objectifying me." But if a man does it, you immediately feel objectified even if you're not attractive. And so to me, it's very much so conflated and it's hypocritical because I don't need to justify why I called you pretty. We all know beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So why should I have to justify why I feel like you're ugly? I'm not
Because
here for that.
one is an act of kindness and one is an
It
act of
doesn't
cruelty.
matter.
That's like if a random
It
act of
literally doesn't
kindness is cool,
matter.
then a random act of cruelty is too. No,
That's
one
not the
helps
same
people,
thing.
one
It's not,
hurts
no, those
people.
things are
Like,
not
what
Well,
are
one and the
you?
you
same.
what
Why are
for,
you randomly
Chris?
hurting
What
people? What does
That's
that
not the
do?
same thing. That's literally not
what
the
was
same
your
thing.
What
motivating
if
Hold on.
you're?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
one,
factor
saying.
in
Like
let Kenya ask
saying
the
that
question.
I
Go
was
ahead,
sharing
Kenya.
pretty?
positivity is never bad. Why are you like? What
Hold
is
on,
that
patience.
supposed to
Let
do?
Kenya
Sharing
ask the question.
positivity can be injected based off of the person on reception. You think you're being positive. You have no idea how they're going to receive it, regardless of you complimenting them or not.
Go ahead, Kenya.
I'm sorry, we start like abstracting into nothing to where the conversation just extrapolates into absolutely nothing. We know what good and bad things are. We know what negative and positive things are. Um, because now I don't even know where Paris stands. Are black women the worst because we call people ugly, or do we have rights to call people ugly? Like, I don't. All I'm saying, me personally, my only thing was I think the blanket statement is just really crazy. I understand why you guys are saying why she specified it. And again, I think there's some internal things with why she felt the need to, if she wanted to address it at all. Because again, like I said, I don't,
There's duality in thought.
it's only black
Wait, so
people
there
talking
is
about her
duality in
in the
thought,
first place.
right? I can acknowledge Kelly Price has the right to feel the way she feel. Gabby Douglas has the right to feel the way she feel. Lizzo has the right to feel the way they feel. All these other women that have been spoken on, berated, belittled, etc. They have that unmitigated right to feel that way, to acknowledge it, to point it out. However, on the adverse end, you are not the barometer of telling people how they should feel about you. That's not your business how they feels
Oh
about
well, yeah.
you.
No, you don't get to tell people how they should
Exactly.
feel about you. That's fair. But if we're going to, I guess if we're going to say that like these women have the right to feel these ways about the speech, is there something to be said about like what black women are saying about other black women? Like,
I think it's okay to express
should
it. Like it's okay to express it. If that's how you feel about it, then that's okay to express it. But again, we are online, so
I ain't
you
gonna
need
lie.
who
to.
I'm
on
a
us or
Let me
on
go.
May
Kelly
I ask
I'm a
Price?
but may
because
oh
I
sorry, go
think
ahead.
Duchess. I'm pro free speech, right? But when we're speaking about such a niche demographic as far as people who listen to Kelly Price and the music that she makes to uplift the community and the people that she listens to, along with, I don't know who gave out the demographic. I think it was Slick or Patience in saying, heavy set, dark skinned women are usually the targets of these type of situations. When we have these colorism conversations and all this shit, it doesn't seem like to me these things are brought into the conversation as far as black women speaking about other black women. And so for you, Duchess, to be a black woman and seeing everything that's going on, it's like, oh, people got the right to say it. I get it because, pro free speech, but you saying it so passe as if it's like normal and like, whatever. I think this is what Kelly Price is
No.
speaking to. Like,
It is
goddamn, why
Well,
normal.
y'all
I'm
niggas talking
saying
about
no,
me?
no, no. I'm
It's
saying
literally
so.
normal
So let
though.
me clarify. I'm saying she is speaking about getting negative backlash from the quote unquote black women. I'm saying that's okay to speak about it if that's how you
Oh, I
feel.
thought you said something else. Oh,
What
my
I'm
bad, my
saying
bad.
though is like, but you got to keep in mind again, back to the point of we are a society that lives online. you have to be ready for whatever people got to say about how you were expressing it specifically to this demographic that you know, feel hurt about. That's
I
what I
thought you
was
were saying
saying.
something else. My bad. I misunderstood you. Go
But
ahead,
I want to
Jonay.
correct
Well, I
that,
do
Hold on,
want
wait
to
one
go
Rashad.
back
second.
to
Let
your
It
point
is,
May,
there,
may,
because
may I
Rashad,
make
it
a
is
point real quick?
normal. Kids are mean to each other, regardless if they're introduced to that or not. So the idea of people having a mean side or being nasty or being off-putting is inherent to humans individually. So it's like, yeah, we teach bad stuff, but some of
Yeah.
that, wait a minute, some of that bad stuff just become a bad behavior that they actually have inherently. People don't wake up and go, oh my gosh, I never knew how to kill people. Let me go learn it. No, they just go and do it.
go ahead, Jonay.
Well,
So is
Okay.
that influenced by
Hold on,
race?
wait.
What?
One second, one second. Go ahead, Jonay.
I said
So I
people.
wanted. Okay.
that's a little abstract
It
to
wasn't
me, but
abstract. It
okay.
was the truth. There
One,
is
one second,
normality
ladies. 1 second. Let Jonay go.
in being
Y'all know
mean.
her arm hurt. Her hand been up. Double mute. Fist in the air for Jonay.
Sorry, I had a question before I make my full statement. Is everyone familiar with Kelly Price's reputation before I go into what I'm about to
No,
say?
I
A
said I don't
nasty
follow her. I
diva.
don't know. That's why I thought
Please
She's
you
a
knew her.
enlighten
nasty
Okay.
us.
diva.
That
Not
you
too
know,
much.
Jonay,
Okay.
that's
No,
what I
not too
said. Like
much.
there was a little bit, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this, and please, y'all, please,
Yeah.
I don't want to be cut off because I just want to land the point, and I'm gonna try not to be a certified yapper. Y'all know I'm one of them GYs. Kelly Price is absolutely a pot calling a kettle black. If she has the nerve to get on any platform talking about how black women speak to her, she is known as a nasty mouthed black woman. I mean, I'm talking about from exposing her relationships with people that she knows through gospel, outing people in terms of their sexual proclivities. She is known from when she was on R&B Divas, which is a show that was on TV1, how nasty she was to other black women because she was an executive producer on the show. You have women like
Oh,
Monife, you have women like Kiki Wyatt, all other what's her name? Shantae Moore,
Lena
all
Johnson.
were
But
black
Kiki
women.
Wyatt ain't no good
Selena Johnson.
example.
So those women, Kiki Wyatt, all have stories of being on that show. And her husband were in the executive producer room, and she was a nasty woman. Kelly Price, and that's why it seems, to me, if she's leaning, because I think I'm familiar with what she was talking about in terms of the criticism of black women, but what I don't like is her potentially using her perceived weight struggles in the past as the reason for her bad behavior and or the behavior she's experiencing. She is a hypercritical woman.
oh, pack
She's
her up.
known for that. Like, and after after R&B Divas, she's known for being, because remember, she was background, she's written, she's in the industry. So she's been, I'm not saying everybody hears him, but I'm heavy in the church, and in the little church scene, she's been on it. Like, I can't stand these gay ass pastors and blah, blah, blah. And she putting name to gay men in the church that have not been outed and have not said that they are outwardly gay. Like, she's a nasty individual. You get what I'm saying? So what I think my larger point is I think this is a good conversation. Probably wrong example, because Kelly Price is a really a pot calling kettle, and maybe
A big
not
black
not
ass
to
pot.
not well, damn, see, Slick, see, that's your problem right there.
Nasty.
We know. Listen, I ain't gonna, you my friend, so I ain't gonna do too much with you. But my point is, I think, she, not to say that name that should not be named, because I know it'll create too much, Rashad, but that person that had a situation happen to them this week, where a lot of people are saying he brought that to himself. Kelly Price has been for years, decades, a tyrant. Okay. But I don't think that she needs to blame her experiences with other people as because she's maybe dark skinned or big. Sometimes people just ain't shit. Sometimes people have terrible character, right? Sometimes women are just nasty. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Pakistani, Japanese. Sometimes women just are nasty individuals. And sometimes it has less to do with it being black women on black women and just whatever. Now, do I think the jealousy and the colorism and the, like, I know you guys started getting into like some of the
features, the colorism, the features of black women and getting into the who's pretty, who's ugly. I think that is definitely a conversation to be had, but I just wanted to clarify that part with Kelly Price because I know her story. I followed it
All
for
of
a
this was
while.
happening in gospel?
You
She's
ever been to a
parallel to
black church?
gospel.
Yeah, but they
She's
was saying,
parallel to gospel.
I don't really like Kelly
Yeah,
Price. I like
she's
Mary Mary. Mary Mary did it for the hood, for the streets. I like them. So
They
I
light
don't
skinned.
know anything about
yeah,
Kelly
I like
Price.
they show.
she's parallel. Like because remember, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sunday's Best.
Mm.
I think she was it's a show on BC. I'm real, I'm
She
real
was a
churchy.
judge on
I
Sunday's
think she was a
Best.
judge on Sunday's Best, and she was known for kind of being a little nasty. Her and there's another lady that's a gospel singer, also has a very similar
Kim
reputation of
Burrell.
just being Kim Burrell's, very similar, nasty. You know, sometimes your reputation precedes itself, and some people meet you where you've met other people. Just be
Go
honest.
ahead, Paris, and then we got Patience.
I actually think she's the right person to talk about this with because to me, and I don't, I don't know, Janae, this is a little contradictory because it just sounds like the same thing with Charlie Kirk. Just because that person behaves a certain type of way, if the other people on the back end of it, they're not justified in behaving that way if they're saying they don't uphold that. So I think she's actually the perfect person in order to make this assertion in this type of dynamic because on the other hand, Monique has been fighting them diva allegations. She's actually completely opposite what's been perceived by her. But furthermore, for me it's like everybody they want to be, how do you put it, conventional victims when it makes sense for them, right? So it's like
Yeah.
I can completely understand. I know Kelly Price's reputation. I'm very familiar. Kiki Wyatt ain't no fucking better. Like a lot of them have a
Right.
very
Right.
nasty
Mhm.
persona, very diva-ish attitude, and it comes off in different ways because they're old school, right? And so for me, it's kind of like saying just because this person has done these things, they're not allowed to express or to say, hey, this is also my experience. And then, so I'm just kind of like on the opposite end, you, even as us being critical of black women, we also get a lot of support from black women, but we can't just blanket it when it don't fit our narrative or the person in front of the narrative doesn't appease us. Is my entire point. If
Right.
this was
But
Kamala Harris, if this was Michelle Obama, there would be a reflection of self. But because it's Kelly Price, it's like we're not supposed to check ourselves. We're not supposed to hold ourselves accountable. No, that don't change. Regardless of insert name here, it's supposed to be applicable across board. Hey, our black sister feel a certain type of way. And we say we're not, fat phobic. We say we uphold black women. We give them their ones. We give them their things and we love them talented. So it's like, why all of the other modifications to justify being nasty?
right. I think for me, Paris,
Oh, that was going to be my next point.
I think to your point, the reason why I brought up what I said is not necessarily to be hypocritical. It is to be consistent in the I don't care either way because of who is saying it, right? So like, for example, that's where some people, I'm apathetic to a woman that is preaching something that she lives. Like you are actively, currently, modern day, not in a previous time where you've made changes. You are actively modern day, currently, as we speak, living this narrative of what you're calling out, right?
Charlie
So for
Kirk.
examples, right, but that's my point. So what a lot of people have felt, and I don't want to bring it back to that because will go somewhere further. I'll even use a Monique. Some people had criticism of Monique, right? With calling out Tyler Perry, right? And some of their criticism was, well, Monique, you doing all of this, boo, 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 and you ain't got no good relationship with your son, and you are doing this, blah, 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 with her son. Monique took time, reflected, and agreed, and she has mended fences with her son. So it does allow you to say, okay, yes, I once was that, but I am making the decisions in the direction of being the proper voice for what I'm saying because I'm making sure my front door is clean too. I just think what I'm saying is that the point and purpose of the conversation doesn't need to be lost just because it's her. I'm just saying sometimes when I see an example like this, is her harsh criticisms it becomes more so like, wow, oh, okay, so you are wanting this to be a conversation about harshness with black women and maybe plus size women when it's towards you, but you don't necessarily think that you are maybe being a projective. So if let's say, for example, are you projecting when you are just as nasty and harsh to other black women? Because it can't only fit when you are of the less popular or less attractive brand when you are just a nasty person just like
No,
that other
Janae, I'm
person is
saying
my
your
point.
message is moving.
I'm not saying what you're saying.
No,
I'm
I'm
clarifying
saying
my
your
point.
message is moving. Because when it was,
No, it's not. What I'm
wait,
saying is
this is
what I
why I'm
said.
saying that. Because when it was Charlie Kirk, it's like, regardless if this man doesn't believe empathy is real, regardless if he feels like lives should be lost because of guns and people should be able to uphold their amendments, et cetera, regardless if he's racist, regardless if he's a bigot, regardless if he's all of these other nasty things, and regardless of what his behavior was, that doesn't justify people dancing on his grave. And so I'm saying to that, she is so nasty. She is so mean. She is so rude, so nasty, so mean, so rude. That don't in turn give me an opportunity to go and look at these other people and go, I understand. No, it's like if
Well,
it's
that's
not
not what I'm
true, but
saying.
that
I'm not
wait,
talking about
but
the other people. I'm talking about
I'm
her. So my
saying
point isn't moving.
no, it absolutely is moving because I'm saying
Okay.
if you can see it that way for him, you should be able to see it the same way for her. Her
Well, hold on
behavior
a
isn't
second.
indicative of her needing to self-reflect. It's indicative
Okay.
of her saying, I'm having this experience.
Okay. Well, Paris, I want to make sure you don't misconstrue and try to lean something into a direction. We're not having that conversation. So I would like you just to stop using that because people can misconstrue what you're
Nobody's
saying.
going to misconstrue. I understand what I'm saying.
It
I'm
can,
just,
it can be
no, no, no,
because
no.
we're
It's being
using,
stated what
okay.
I'm saying, and I'm very clear in what I'm saying. You may not agree with the point that's being made as far as the comparison, but nobody's misconstruing what you're saying. I heard what you said. I didn't confuse what you said. I just said it's very much so a parallel. If people's behavior should be synonymous across the board, regardless of insert name here doing the bad, the people on the opposite end have to check themselves to be applicable. If you don't uphold it, don't try to make it move when it's a person you don't like.
Well, that's not what's happening.
Hold on,
So
wait.
again, like
Let's
I
get to
just don't.
patience. Patience. I know your hand hurt. Go ahead, girl.
No, my point kind of ties into this. It's kind of a chicken and egg situation. I don't know if this person experiences, the nastiness and becomes nasty, or if they are nasty and then the nastiness is the rebound, the effect they get from that. It does seem like mean people, when they're pretty, they get a pass, or when they're light skinned. I'm sorry, because when she said that, Kiki Wyatt, it's the same way she is. She is exactly like Kelly. She has the nasty attitude. She's homophobic. Like, I'm like, wow, that was kind of spot on like, when it came to that. But I think people may treat Kelly Price different because she's overweight. You know what I'm saying? She not. Maybe the colorism is coming into effect. I can't say as a, brown skin, dark skin, depending on who asking a woman. I do think that sometimes you do get your opinions dismissed and all that stuff when you are a darker skinned woman, or I even think the way people react to Paris on the timeline is because she's a bigger woman. If Paris was small, I don't think they would be reacting like that on the timeline. Like, so again.
No, they would still react that way. They would still react that way. Cause I get a lot of male attention. So regardless of how I look when I was skinnier, I was still getting the same response because I am myself. I get a lot of male attention and a lot of women don't want to accredit. That's also a part of the fucking issue. Sexy Red get the reason why she get as much backlash as she does, men validate her. Women get jealous of that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even with Sexy Red, people will say it. I think it's because that is like classism. They just look down on her. They think she's so lowbrow, but men see her as fun. She seems like the type of girl, to have a good time
And
with.
she's not broke.
Not
So
just sexually, sexually she seems open and free. I mean, like, just to go party with. Sexy Red seems like a good time. I think that's why
right.
niggas fuck with her. Like, I,
Okay,
and
we got to tie it back to the Kelly.
yeah, that's what I was
I
saying with
think
Kelly Price. Like, I don't know
No,
if
it's
Kelly
The
still
Price.
it's
problem with
still on
what Kelly
topic.
Price said is that
Is
she
Kelly Price
attributed to
nasty
black
because
women
people
saying black
rejecting
women are
her, or
nasty.
are people being nasty to Kelly Price? Because I would say it's a chicken and egg situation, and because she looks the way she looks, I think she's also catching more backlash or more attention in this arena because there's a light skinned woman just like her with 50 lamb kids, and I don't hear nearly as many people talk shit about Kiki Y having 50 lamb kids or anything like that. Her being, I don't never hear people talk bad. Maybe y'all do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I hear a
Well,
lot of
can you tell
negative
me of
stuff
some
about
They
her.
events?
say she don't got an
I
original
hear a lot of
song,
negative
child.
about Kiki White.
I sure do. Yeah,
well,
Kiki White, they just say she's just a fertile
What you said,
breeding
Kenya?
And
Fucking
her and
fucking
cow
her
that will eat
husbands and
everybody's
her all of
songs.
her
top
husbands do
tier.
too, patience. A lot of negative on her
all over
Jackie
her.
for
How many?
sure.
Wait, husbands.
She's
She
had
only
like
had
3 or
two.
4 or
No,
something
she
like
only
that.
had two.
Yeah.
She
Because I
had the
don't see.
one,
Kiki
the very
Wyatt,
first
fucky
one.
She's
fucky.
had at least 3 husbands because she had one
Well,
before. She's had another one, and this one she with now, she off. She now not with him no more.
the
So can
one
I ask you ladies a question?
the one she had the most kids by there was the one she was with the longest. But even she gets flack for not liking homosexual people. And her husband, one of her husbands, looked homosexual, like slept with a something to that nature.
And Paris, I
Go ahead,
wasn't talking
Jelly.
to you in any way, shape, or form or trying to say. I just think that you'll say something and people will be like, well, you're fat. And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, it's just like, so just,
I understood the point, Patience. I'm not
oh,
offended.
okay,
And
okay,
I'm
we good.
telling you now, like, no, it would not change. It would not change because of male validation. So when you're talking about women's appearances, it's the same thing with fucking old Landria, right? Like, nothing's actually aesthetically wrong with her, but you'll receive a lot of people who have their own feelings or assertions about her, feel like she's not supposed to be where she's supposed to be, right? But then when you add the caveat of like a sexy red, it's like it's not just classism, it's also socialization. That's the problem, because if you listening to a fucking person like Kelly Price or Kiki Palmer, I mean not Kiki Palmer, Kiki Wyatt, they're traditional browed women. Oh, I'm in the church, all my kids were had in red, like I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I follow God, I read the Bible, and they use that to condemn people, and they don't realize how off-putting they are.
Well, I will say I agree with Patience. The aesthetics of a person absolutely does frame the jabs that people make. Like there's people that probably would say if it was someone who looked like Lori Harvey, they would not be pulling and picking apart her aesthetic if she had the same rhetoric as Paris. I think that's an unfortunate truth, but it is the truth. No matter the male
And
attention.
that's what
I
I'm saying
think
with Kelly Price. That
some people go into a different direction because it's low brow and they try to do these low hanging fruit ass things, and it's unfair because they try to, you know what I'm saying,
No,
pigeonhole and
I'm
say,
saying they would
you know,
still pick me
Uh,
apart if my aesthetic changed, is what I'm saying.
but
Like,
right,
all right, hold
FYI,
on,
I
right,
If
right.
we're
FYI, right?
honest, the
hold on,
reception
one
between
second, one
Ice
second, one
Spice
second.
and
Let Jelly get in
Big
there.
Sexy was completely different.
Go ahead,
Right.
And it
Jelly.
was because of the color of the skin more so than anything else. Now they're both accepted
Yeah.
now, but
correct. And
there was a
she's dirty
Hold on, one second, one second. Let Jelly ask her question. Then we about to get up out of here. Go ahead, Jelly.
Do y'all ever think that there's a moment where maybe colorism and texturism aren't the reason that you're getting the pushback that you are?
yes,
Oh,
And maybe it's just the shit that you saying?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
why I
sometimes
was trying to
yes.
use Kelly Price, but that's why I was trying not to get my point misconstrued. That's Kelly Price's point. Like her
Okay.
points, she's getting plucked apart not because she's big. It's because of her.
Because I
And
do
that's what
But
I
think
was
that
I'm
trying to
like,
say.
is
sometimes
she?
when
That's
we
what I
keep
was
using the
questioning.
And she's
colorism
also
argument,
lost mad weight, so it's like that's
yeah.
what I was trying to go, but like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I think like sometimes because and colorism, these things are at play and stuff like that. But I think because we let so many people get under it, we excuse people who are just awful to be around because
Exactly.
we don't want to tell her because she's a dark skinned woman that's overweight and she's literally disturbed. She'll disturb every live that she
And
goes
you're
in.
afraid
So
that anything you say will be, oh, you're saying this because she's plus
bingo.
size.
That's
And
what
it's like,
happened
that's
when y'all
not
put
the point. That's not
adversaries
the
in certain
point.
places. That's what happens when y'all subject everything to being, oh, you only feel this way because of your skin tone. You only feel this way because of your weight. You only feel this way because of your circumstances or your situations. When we make women infantilized in circumstances and they can lean back on an intersectional group, that's why it's like attacking black women. I stand on what the fuck I say, because y'all are not gonna get a pass or a slap on the wrist because of the PR y'all try to maneuver. Because again, if this was fucking Michelle Obama or Sierra, this wouldn't be a fucking conversation.
with that
Okay.
being said, this has been another episode of Things of That Nature, episode 177. I put it in there. I didn't forget. Fist in the air for y'all. Repost to space. Repost to space. Repost to space. Appreciate having this good conversation with y'all on Sunday and y'all showing up. But I got to get to football. The Patreon is in the jumbo. There is a free tier. There is a $5 tier. There is a $10 tier. Podcast coming soon. The Nature of Things got an announcement tomorrow for the podcast, man. Y'all stay tuned. Fist in the air for y'all. We are here tomorrow at 12 p.m. until y'all follow the folks up here, the host, the co-host, the people that said some good shit to you, man. I definitely appreciate it. Until the next episode, we out.